What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Good afternoon. Y'all make sure you hit that like button on the way in. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I hope everyone is well. Oh my goodness. Yo, I pushed the live from 11 to 1, and we are here. Y'all shout out to Jim, because Jim sent me this video. First, I gotta say I'm sorry to Savs. I forgot to play the birthday song. So I am not going to forget this time. Happy birthday, well, happy belated birthday to Savs, to all the great mods and Luxters here in the LLC. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and for your support. Thank you all who sent cash apps. Oh my God. You guys are amazing. And I want to thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. This is coming from someone that does not like asking for money. But I really, really appreciate you all. All the supers, all the cash apps, help support the channel, especially during my transition right now with employment. I appreciate you guys. You guys did not have to do this, but you did, and I have to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you a million times over. Um, it's been a week. It's been a rough week. Yesterday was a meh day, you know. Um, so we're gonna go from there. It was not the best for me, but we'll go from there. I'm just tired of being in this situation. That's what it is. Sick and tired of it, and I want to be able to, you know, first of all, put everything in God's hands, and then be able to kind of just work for myself, because I'm tired of having to work like this with other people, and you got to have this anxiety and all this stuff going on. They discriminating because of ADA agreements. It's ridiculous. So preferably, hopefully something picks up where I can get something, but then still maintain my channels and everything else. You guys see, I'm looking to start doing merch. Oh yeah. That merch is gonna be something else. I mean, who would not want a Mala Time shirt? Oh, it's Mala Time, make America laugh again. So yes, you guys are rocking it with the logos, with the thumbnails, the backgrounds that we all use, all coming from you guys. And had to make sure I gave a proper shout out to Nikki B for the Mala logo. Yes, I want to put that on a t-shirt. Yes, I do. So you guys are amazing. You guys are the ones that are, you know, putting those creativity juices to use. And I'm so here for it. I'm here for it. I'm just the messenger, I guess. I'm just the messenger. But it's all you all. So I never want to lose sight of that. I think that sometimes people can do that. We lose sight of the people that supported us along the way, that got us up that ladder. I don't ever want to do that. And I'm glad that I don't surround myself with flunkies that will, you know, that will not ring me and pull me in a little bit. Say, hey, LLC, better keep it humble, girl. Keep it humble. So thank you all so much for the support, for everything. You guys are amazing. So once we get the a good vendor, then we'll start doing shirts. Some of you all gave some great ideas because of reasons. That was funny. I said, "Oh yes, I could do that one." And then I guess what was another one? A good one. Of course, Mala, the logo. Um, you dumb heifer. Then I was like, "Ooh, dumb heifer would be good." You can't make this up. Oh, what we gonna do? I'm trying my best not to cuss on it. What y'all? So we got some great ideas out here. We got some great ideas. I had this thing up, ready to go. I don't even know who this dude is that was streaming this debate. Was it scheduled or something like that, or was it impromptu? Hold on. I want to do all the music and stuff. Okay. I'm gonna pause it. Take it right here.
It was fine a second ago, but I think it's
This is called Kick. What is the Kick? Is like is it like Discord or something?
So that's just totally.
Is it like Twitch? It's Kick beta. That's a thing. Oh Lord, is this new? Kick is new. It sounds like it's new. Let's talking about beta. Ooh, child. We need an alien heifer shirt. Yep. You got, listen, I have so many ideas. I'm just not good with designs or just, being artistic at all. I can say that. I am not artistic by a long shot. So that's why I just put you all's photos up, like y'all images up as thumbnails, because I'm not artistic. That is the gift that God gave all of you all and skip me, and I'm okay with that. So it, like these slogans and stuff, you are bad at this. Like, something like that. That has to be done creatively. And you guys are definitely creative. I'm here for the Focus Club. What's the Focus Club? Is this the right room? Well, you hear the laugh, then this is it. We're about to get into clowning this guy. Who Stu Peters? Was that the same one that said that he's not going to follow? He got a cease and desist or a preservation letter, right? He got a preservation letter. Why do I get him and Baron Coleman confused? So Stu Peters got a preservation letter? Or was that someone else? And then he said, I'm just going to rip it up. I'm going to delete everything. That's what he said. I'm going to delete everything. Never mind laws that say you need to preserve evidence. Once you get that letter, that's it. You've been notified. You can't go to court and say, well, that's not a serious thing. They just sent me a letter. Yeah. Telling you what the law says regarding preserving evidence. F around and find out. Yeah. If that wasn't taken already, we would. Oh, man, that'd definitely be a t-shirt. You can't make this up. Oh, thank you, CC, for gifted 10 LLC memberships. Oh, my goodness. If you guys have received a membership, make sure you thank CC for those memberships. Thank you all so much for the cash apps. I appreciate it. Cash apps. I just make sure that it was withdrawn today and goes to my account Friday because it's going to help. The first is coming up. It's about to get tight. So thank you so much for gifting those memberships. I hopefully you guys will enjoy those. We're going to get back to having members only live streams now since I have some time on my hand. Aside from doing some applications and all of that. Yeah, when I say I want something that is not going to stress me out, I'm talking about like I would love to look into doing I'd be a legal executive assistant or something like that. I'm not a paralegal, but I can do what a paralegal does. I would love to do that. Be able to help draft documents and stuff for court. Man, that would be awesome. And I could do it remote. I need a remote something. I could do something like that because that would be kind of chill for me. Oh my goodness. So I can still do my channels. I like hanging out with you all. This is fun. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the Lady Luck Club if you're listening in on X. Come on over to YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. That's going to help. It's free to do. And it keeps videos in the algorithm. I'm telling YouTube, we demand Lady Luck Club right now. Without a shadow of a doubt. We enjoy Mala time. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Let's see this platform grow. Thank God. So the little spade here, Stu Peters, is the one that got a preservation letter. And he said, I'm deleting everything. I'm not giving them nothing. Yeah, okay. I hope we keep that energy up. Boy, like they got some, knuck if you buck attitude. And then when they have to stand before a judge and say that same thing, and that video is played of him saying that, then what? Little punk ass. They don't want to get. I don't understand the Candy Ass Cult members. Why do you all get mad? And I'm asking the Candy Ass Cult members. Why get mad at being reported to the FBI for doxing or to the police or local authorities? Or get mad when you see a cease and desist letter or a preservation letter? Then you have all this energy any other time, knowing you're doxing people. So what get mad when you get reported? Take it like a champion. Don't be a wuss. Don't be a coward. You're already simps. All these men sipping for Candice. Stu Peters is another one. Why are you sipping for a woman that you're not married to? And if you get sued, Stu Peters, guess what? You'll be just like Mitch Snow. You will forget that she met you. Mitch Snow, how's it hanging? You dumbass. He's got to use all that $150,000 to get an attorney. I would love for him to be pro se so he can get obliterated in court. He will not understand none of the legalese. None of it. Oh man. Oh good God. What's going on, Realtor? I appreciate you all. Thank you all so much. Oh man, hit that like button, you all. Shout out to all the mods up in here. Y'all have the best mods on YouTube. Never let anybody tell you anything any differently. I see y'all up in here, Moki, Mindy, Susie Q. How many of you all at work listening during your lunch break? Realtor, Jackie. If you are, then don't laugh too loud because your boss might get mad now. Jim, what's going on? You said go to Bronson's? Bronson has this? He has this? Does he pause and give commentary? How long is his video? Hold on, let me see. I think that's what you sent me, Jim, but I looked at it, I was like, wow, this is a long video. Wasn't that it? I could be wrong. Let me go back. Let me pull up his thing. Yeah, his is like 3 hours. Oh, that's so long. Yeah, that's 3 hours. Yeah, I'll have to put that on 1.5 speed if we listen to his. Because it's 3 hours. And then we got another live at 4 and then one at 8. Because it's easier for me to go live than anything. I don't know why. It just is. I mean, I try to do pre-recorded videos here and there, but I actually prefer going live. Yeah, his is 3 hours long. So if we listen to that one, I gotta speed it up to like 1.5. If y'all good with that, then we'll check it out. They're in the same video. Wait, he had something else different? What did Bronson do differently? Hold on. Let me see. So he watched the whole debate, right? What did he do after that? Oh, y'all said there's an X space. I see. Okay. Okay. What was this about? He had an X space, or is he just listening in? Why do these? I don't get notifications. How do you get notifications for X space? How does that work? Why do I miss out on these? Because I'm gonna start listening to them. Because man, folks be saying all kinds of crazy stuff in these X spaces. How do you all get
Kirk is in Valhalla.
How you get notifications for X space? I don't want to join their I don't want to follow these people. I just want to be able to do that. Listening in on X space. How do you get a notification when it's starting? I don't think you can get notification unless they assign them. Okay. Well, shoot. I guess I gotta catch an email then. Because I mean, I don't have a listening in the X space. All right, let's go to the first part. That's why it's 3 hours long. Okay. We still gonna speed it up. Child. Hold on. Does he pause or anything and talk, or he just kind of let it go through? Okay, I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. It'll be all right. It's not gonna be too bad. All right, y'all ready? This is a watch party now, so that means the 4 o'clock one might go over. He pauses. Okay, I just like fast forward through his pausing if it's a lot. Well, we speed it up a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna put on 1.25. So the one at 4 o'clock, we're probably gonna go over that. He talks a little. He talks a little bit. Okay, cool. I thought it was good. Only Andrew won. Andrew won. Of course. When Stu Peters was rude to someone challenging him, and Bronson was wondering why Stu didn't make the same allegations with Andrew Wilson. What? So all that shit he talks on X, all of a sudden he just said that to Andrew Wilson. What was the debate about? It was about Charlie Kirk? Child, you can't make this up. All right, let me get pleasantly surprised. Make sure you guys go check out Bronson. Hey, Bronson, how you doing? Let's see here. I'm gonna put the video link in the chat, and you guys go show your support. If you have not seen his video, hit the like button and come back and hit this like button over here. All right, y'all ready? Get your popcorn chips. If you're ready for lunch, if you're at lunchtime, get ready to eat. Listen in. Don't laugh out loud at work. Hit the phone you can see in here. Let's go.
Oh, there you go. Looks good now.
Oh, well then. Thanks for that one, Mr.
Can you hear?
All right. So, Stu, how much time do you have today? Because, Andrew, we were discussing it. You have an hour? Okay. Is that okay, Andrew?
I mean, I guess it's going to have to be.
All right. So I want this to be a fair, open discussion. This is a Charlie Kirk debate about his assassination. There's a point of contention about what happened. And I would like to do a 2-minute intro and then a 1-minute rebuttal, and then we can have free flow discussion. And then I'll only interject if there is too many interruptions. And also, I don't like ad hominem attacks. I want this to be fair and wanted to discuss what's really happening. So I'll give one warning for ad homs, and then the second one just
Hey, let me tell you something. All they do is ad hominem. You know how many times they say you don't know anything, you're so stupid, you're an idiot. Y'all remember the dude now that Jay Wood had to chew out? That's all he started doing. You don't know anything, man. You don't know nothing. You have no idea what you're doing. He couldn't even pick between having a British accent and an Australian accent. Which is why I keep saying that he's faking. He's a broke-back actor that tried to get 15 minutes of fame and decided to troll that entire panel. He was just trolling. He had no good faith to tip at all. He was an idiot. He was trolling and being aggravating and annoying, like a child. But then talk about he's a Christian. God is not the author of chaos and confusion.
We'll disqualify and then end it. Does that sound good?
It does. Give me one quick second to fix the camera here.
No problem.
That my producer messed it up.
Uh-oh.
Go quick.
Oh, Lord.
Not the time for this problem, bro.
Stu, did you see Pablo tweet? Apparently, I'm the reason that people hate Muslims in America now.
No, that's supposed to be out of scene.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I just
Source. It's supposed to be source. There you go.
Yeah, and flock cameras exist for you and I, right?
Yeah, flock cameras are good now. That's what that's all about. Stu, can you raise your microphone a little bit? It's a little low. Your audio.
I don't know. I don't.
What? Oh, come on.
I just joined Zoom.
A cigarette. That is evidence I'm holding one. But if I show you that I'm holding a cigarette,
All right, let me go back.
a cigarette
They trying to get everything ready.
have been a conspiracy to murder Charlie Kirk, though it's more likely it would have come from left-wing groups or agitators. But what I assess is evidence, and it's standard. Just to clarify this very quickly, evidence is information, facts, data, or materials which support a claim and truth, hypothesis, or assertion, and it doesn't always support a conclusion. Proof is a successful demonstration of a claim. Stu Peters, like many of these independent investigators working on the Kirk case, produce some evidence for some claims, but never proof. And their evidence always falls short for there to be a conclusion, especially the ones that they propel as being factual. An example of this, if I say I am holding a cigarette, that is evidence I'm holding one. But if I show you that I'm holding a cigarette, that would be proof. Stu has made many claims. Some he just plain has no evidence for.
Oh, I'm so glad he just did that. See, this is the problem. They act as if they're in an alternate reality where words don't matter and they don't know the definition of words. Like you ask them, what is the definition of evidence? They can't tell you that. What's the definition of documentation? Can't tell you that. But then they sit here and try to purport their opinions to be a matter of fact. That's not how facts work because they can't define that word either. These people go to stupid land willingly for no reason at all, just to get views. Sitting over there acting like duh.
Or in some so little, it just doesn't support his conclusion. He's going to ask a lot of questions, but he doesn't seem to be great at demonstrating the claims that he's already made. Claim one, Stu Peters says Andrew Colvett is Jewish. This was posted by him September 21st. Quote, Andrew Colvett is a Jew, and I'm not buying even one piece of the official Charlie Kirk assassination story. No evidence given for the claim at all. Both Colvett's parents were Catholic. There isn't any evidence he has any ethnic Jewish blood at all. So that's just totally made up. Claim two, quote, we now with 100% certainty know that Andrew Colvett was linked to Fort Huachuca in the days and weeks leading up to Charlie Kirk's assassination. That was July 17th on X. Colvett denies the claim. The only evidence Stu has made for the claim is a man named Snow, who also believes his... What? You said 3 minutes.
That's it, Sue. I can push it to 3 if you guys both agree.
Yeah, you said 3 minutes.
I'll go through 3. You have another minute, Sue. I'll give you 3 as well. Go ahead.
Colvett denies the claim. The only evidence Stu has made for the claim is a man named Stowe, who also believes his father is the Zodiac killer and that a cockroach he captured was actually a spying device. Thus far, he hasn't shown us the cockroach even. Snow has provided no evidence for the presence of Andrew Colvett, Erica Kirk, or anybody being at.
Wait, what you mean? What you mean, Andrew? You didn't know this? I got the cockroach. Andrew, you ain't seen that cockroach. You know it's an Autobot, right? It's a part of the Transformers family. He didn't see this. Oh, Andrew. No, it's a thing, you know, in his alternate reality. We got a photo of it. We got evidence. No. Oh my God, that is too funny for him to bring this up. Oh, how priceless. Y'all hold on with it. Andrew, here it is right here, man. You didn't know? Oh, it's Mala time. Make America laugh again. At Mitch Snow's dumbass. Here's the bug. Yeah. Oh, he's such a low IQ, everything. Y'all know he's special ed. Mitch Snow rode the yellow short bus to school with a helmet on. I'm the water boy. Oh my God. Y'all, here it is. It's a whole Autobot. Look how cute it is. Oh, you know, who think this thing could just let out 1.21 gigawatts of electricity? We got to go back in time. We got to go back in time. There it is. Somebody send this to Andrew. Send him the video of mine. Show him. I showed the bug. The Autobots taking control now. Oh my God. All right, I'm done. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, Andrew, come on. You got to give us an A+ for creativity over here. Which one of y'all made the photo?
Fort Huachuca. Past, trust me, bro, I saw them. Next, he uses Anna Escobar and her Google Analytics, which can't be replicated as the data isn't there. But most importantly, from her own admission, not have come from the base at all, as there are 45,000 residents in that suburb, 6,500 the base. She says this herself. There's no good reason to believe, based on this evidence, that Erica Kirk was ever there, or Andrew Colvett, or anybody else No Claims was. In other words, Stu Peters can't actually tie anybody to actually being there, even though he claims Andrew Colvett is 100% tied to the fort, a guy who's never been there. Thus, the evidence doesn't support the conclusion. His conclusion is that TPUSA reps Erica Kirk and Israel worked together to kill Kirk, and we in no way ever get to that conclusion. I think that it's a bummer. We only have 3 minutes.
Yo, you guys see what's the deal with Sneako's 90s TV in his background? What the hell's going on there?
So the reason why I took this debate is because Erica Kirk and Andrew Colvett and Blake Neff won't debate. Jack Posobiec won't debate. And apparently you are the paid shill to come out here and push the idea that Tyler Robinson
They always say we get
is
paid.
definitely guilty and he shot and killed.
But where's the money? Where is the money? Who do I contact for the money? That shit don't work on me. I'm in between jobs, Sue. Who the hell do I contact? Candice, you owe me $10,000, you bum ass. Run me my money, heifer. They always say this. Who is paying me? Can you give me a name so I can send them an invoice? Because we already did that with Benjamin Netanyahu. Yeah, I cannot make this up. Go to my ex and you will see I have sent an invoice to Benjamin Netanyahu. I was not playing. Where is my money? 7,000, 10,000. They just come up with random numbers. Candace, I went to lunch with Ben Shapiro. You said you would give out $10,000 to the person that confessed. I did it. So where's my money? That bum heifer lying about giving people 10 grand. You know you can give up $10,000. You're a multi-millionaire. The audacity.
Old Charlie Kirk.
You paid
With his
shill.
grandfather stolen 30-06.
Where the money at?
You spoke of evidence and you spoke of claims. Jack Posobiec made a claim. He claimed that he saw a 4K HD video. Benny Johnson made the claim that you can see Tyler Robinson taking the shot and that this is an open and shut case. Fact is that there is no evidence that is convincing anyone that Tyler Robinson is in fact guilty in the shooting death of Charlie Kirk. And that is what has led to what I would say is inarguably the world's largest in history crowdsourced investigation into who it is that's responsible for the murder of Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, because Candace made like what, $56 million on her BS. She didn't investigate a damn thing. Another word he cannot define. They don't know the definition of the word investigate either. And then when you say that you're impersonating an investigator, then they get mad because they know then that's a felony. Another word they cannot define. Felony.
So, I mean, I can yield my time because I'm just interested in
Of course, he has
in
nothing to
Andrew's
say.
date points. So what evidence do you have rather than
Why does he have to prove that? He is not the trier of fact. I know that's a big concept for you, Stu Peters. It will go over your head because you're a simpleton. He is not the trier in fact. It is the prosecutor's burden to prove. Why can't you sit down and ask questions to the prosecutors that is spearheading this murder case in the state of Utah? You won't even talk to an FBI agent about it. How ironic is this? For them to keep saying Fed slot, but they don't want to debate anybody in the FBI about it either. Because they some punk asses. They want everybody else to prove something that they're not obligated to prove. No one is obligated to prove it to anything, these clowns. For what? Most of the words that we use, they don't understand it. So why do they want us to prove something to them? And it will not be good enough. You're talking to the wrong person. You should be trying to reach out to the prosecutor in the state of Utah. And whatever information they're willing to give you, then that's that. Because we have laws in place to preserve evidence for the jury. That's how stupid he is. He's an idiot. Oh, I hope they sue the hell out of him.
shifting the burden on Stu Peters rather than shifting the burden where I have to prove that it was a trapdoor and a magnetic force field and a drone swarm and an exploding mic and a second gunman on the Losi Center, rather than talking about Ana Escobar and Google search images.
They can make claims, but they don't have to prove them.
What evidence is
Seems
it rather
fair.
than shifting the burden onto me? That
No, you don't want to make your cult leader made the claim about the damn Fort Huachuca and all of that in the underground tunnels and alleyways, and there was a bee, and then she saw a spaceship, and then John Mappin came with Xenu, and then they had all these Thetans. Candace came up with all of that. Tell her to prove that. Go to your cult leader, your God that you worship as Jesus, and tell her to prove all that BS she has been putting out there. Candice, you gonna tell us the names of those people that are direct sources and contacts living in Erica Kirk building? Are you ever gonna tell us those names? Because I don't understand why you think they should be allowed to commit more felonies by stalking.
You want to debate that will satisfy the audience that Tyler Robinson definitely shot Charlie Kirk.
What audience?
You have
We're
1 minute, but
satisfied.
I think you can yield the time. So let's do 1 minute rebuttal uninterrupted from Andrew, and then another 1 minute rebuttal from Stu, and then we can go to free flow discussion. Andrew, you have a minute.
Yeah, so these aren't the claims. Right now, there's a trial going on. Neither of us have access to the totality of the evidence. So I don't even need to make the claims. Not necessary. You have made actual claims here. You have claimed that Charlie Kirk was killed by a microphone. He was murdered by a microphone.
So
even
that
though
is
it's the
your
case
burden.
that when Jews did this and the Israelis did this and they had exploding pagers, there was smoke, there was all sorts of things like this. You have never provided a single piece of evidence for that absurd claim. Not one in that claim. You're avoiding your claim for Fort Tajuca. You're not actually telling us how it is that you could make the claim that Colvette was 100% there. That's what you claimed. Do you have any evidence to support that other than Snow saying, trust me, bro? No.
Okay, so
how do you
what
get to
you're-
these conclusions, dude? How do you get to the conclusions of what it is that you think? Right now, we have a trial going on. And here's the thing.
That's
I'm
a
happy
minute.
to take.
That's a minute, Andrew. We can do free
just
flow.
clarify.
Let's give a minute.
We wouldn't be
We'll go to free flow.
talking
Do a minute from Stu, and then we'll go free flow. Go ahead, Stu.
We wouldn't be talking about any of this at all if you're here to debate the claims that Erica Kirk makes that Tyler Robinson's guilty. That Jack Posobiec says Tyler Robinson's
We
guilty.
wouldn't be talking about any of this at all if your dumbass cult leader had not made it all up. You see how that works, Stu Peters? We would not be talking about this at all if your dumbass cult leader was not a narcissistic piece of shit that wants all of the attention on herself. Never mind that a man is dead and he left behind a wife and 2 kids. But then somehow your cult leader wants to be on the payroll of TPUSA, and they're so quick to allege and blame, accuse us of wanting to get money from Israel. But Candace said twice, they should put me on the payroll for TPUSA for PR, and said once, I wish that Erica Kirk would do the right thing. TPUSA should do the right thing and give me a monthly retainer for their PR. Because for some reason, she wants TPUSA to give her money. The same organization she is loathing right now, shooting out all this venom towards. Y'all saw the thumbnail. All this yeasty venom out here for against TPUSA and Erica Kirk. But she wants them to give her money for PR. No one told her to say that. But she said that 3 times in combination. And none of the cult members are going to sit here and say, why do you want them to why do you want to work for them? You want to be on their payroll? You understand that you saying you want to work for them. So you want to work for the enemy now? How dare you?
That's the claim that has been made. That is the man who's on trial for his life.
Hey, mods, don't block any.
And there is no
dissenting
trial. Actually,
opinions.
Preliminary hearings have taken place.
Let
at
him
which point
buck.
The prosecution was supposed to provide the most damning evidence possible to take this thing to a trial where they'll stick a needle in his arm or put him in a gas chamber or blow his head off or whatever it is that they're going to do so they can get him out of here. Jack Posobiec, Erica Kirk forgives this man as if he's already guilty. The claims have been made by everybody that pays you. You're paid by Turning Point USA.
Yeah, but they forget that he admitted it. They don't think admission counts as evidence when it does. He admitted it. If he takes a plea deal and there's no trial, then what? Because either way, the prosecutors want the death penalty. So it's nothing for them. They're like, whatever. If they can get a plea deal would just be for the avoidance of the death penalty. Not because he's not guilty. If he pleads guilty and accepts a plea deal, Stu Peters and all these dumbasses are going to have to put their foot way down in their mouth and then poop it out. Because then you won't be able to say he's not guilty when he is pleading guilty. But he admitted to it. I honestly don't understand why do they keep forgetting that part?
Apparently,
want
nobody that
Carson
likes
to
them
say
wants
I
to do
did.
business. They come and get a guy that hates them. You're on the record saying Erica Kirk is fucking retarded. until the minute that you take a paycheck, and now she's the best at everything, and Tyler Robinson is definitely guilty. So we are here to talk about the evidence that you have.
10 seconds.
Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk.
No, that's not what we're here to discuss. We're here to discuss all claims being made. And if you want to take, hang on. If you want to take 30 minutes,
you don't have any
if you want
evidence.
to take, hang on, bro, listen to what I'm saying. If you want to take 30 minutes to discuss your claims and then 30 minutes to discuss mine, I'm happy to do that. But you can't shift out of the burden of your own claims. Can we start with those? And then after that 30 minutes is done,
the
you
burden
can ask me whatever it is
the
that you want.
burden isn't on me.
The burden is on you for claims that you made.
on Candace Owens. It's not on Baron Coleman. The burden is not on any of us.
Then let me just ask you directly.
That's not how
He doesn't understand how a burden works. That's how retarded he is. He didn't understand that. No, I don't have the burden. What do you mean? You brought forth the allegation. It is your burden to prove your allegation to be actual truth, to be factually based. You have to provide the evidence. Why is that such a difficult concept for this moron? What a moron.
Erica Kirk and TP. By the way, I don't work for TPUSA. That's a lie. Secondly,
what do you mean? You went on stream and said that you took a job with Turning Point.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
I went on stream, and here's my exact words.
You're denying
I have self-anointed myself. I don't work for TPUSA.
You didn't get
I never made the claim. Sure, to give a debate course.
Okay, so you've been paid by Turning Point USA.
So has their guys who, mow their lawn.
Okay,
well, so they work for TPUSA too.
Stu Peters, can you tell TPUSA to give me some money? I mean, I won't even turn it down. I'll do a whole video and thank Erica Kirk and everything. I'm just saying. They think that saying, "Oh, Lady Luck Club, you're just a paid shield." I haven't been paid yet. I've been telling your dumb cult leader to pay me my money. You gonna pay me what you owe me, Santa?
They work for the Jews. They work for the Jews because
the guys that mow the lawn, Andrew, are not saying on stream, and they're not saying on social media platforms with a big following that Erica Kirk's fucking retarded, and then automatically and then turning quickly right after they get paid for their lawn job and the edging and the weeding.
Keep saying Erica Kirk is effing retarded. Stu Peters, you are effing retarded. You dumb ass. You're a whole B word. The audacity. Why are you whining like a little girl, Stu Peters? Why do you keep going after a woman? That's what I don't understand. You got two men on this panel. Oh, one that's supposed to be mediating this whole thing. Why don't you say this stuff about this grown man that you're talking to? Why do you keep calling Erica Kirk an effing retarded? What the hell is wrong with him? And yet they want us to believe that they truly care about TPUSA, Charlie Kirk, Erica Kirk, or any of them. People like Stu Peters want us to believe that he cares about it. You want to know what happened to Charlie Kirk so bad. Oh, shut your ass up.
Blowing that she's the greatest at everything.
When did I ever say that?
That's what we're here for.
When did I ever say that she's the
greatest
and the bestest at everything? Just making shit up, bro.
She's not retarded anymore.
You're just making shit up. All women are retarded. All women are retarded.
Okay, so anyway.
All of them. Am I stuttering? Hang on, listen closely. All women.
They can't
that would necessarily include Erica Kirk. Are fucking retarded.
Okay, this is what you're telling.
Well, there's that, because Andrew Wilson certainly will not come over to the LLC if he thinks I'm retarded. Oh God.
Tactic is you want to move away from what the debate core is. You want to shift the burden.
I want to know first of all, do you believe that there was an exploding microphone?
Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, and I'm happy to get to all these claims. Let's start with
that's what
yours.
We're here for. So start
you
there.
have
you
made
are the guy
claims.
who's been paid by Turning Point to come
you
and
have made claims.
How I'm crazy and Barron's crazy.
Yeah, so let's start with your claims. When was Andrew Colvett at?
I'm investigating.
I don't have any claims
because I don't believe you. I don't
was
believe
Andrew
pussy.
Why do you need to believe him?
What happened to all these fucking claims?
Or not?
We're not here to discuss.
Now he doesn't have any
claims.
Was
he there or not?
Are you telling me?
Was he there, Stu?
Are you wasting everybody's time?
Was he there, Stu?
Do you not have any evidence that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk?
Stu, was he there or not?
Did Tyler Robinson kill Charlie Kirk?
Was he there or not?
Did Tyler Robinson kill Charlie Kirk?
I think the evidence supports that. Sure. Now answer my question. Was Andrew Colvett at Fort Huachuca or not? Was he there or not, Stu?
Where's Andrew Colvett?
Yes
Why
no.
answer
the question,
question?
Hey, why don't you answer the question since you made the claim? Was he there or not?
Where is the evidence that Tyler Robinson?
Why is he avoiding it like a child? Oh, he acting like a dumbass. Oh, you acting like a dumbass donkey. Not using the common sense God gave a billy goat. If Stu Peters was that ram in the bush, yeah, I would have went ahead and sacrificed that thing. Oh my God, you can't make this stuff up. How does this guy sit here and he doesn't even move? He's just putting up the clock. How is he so calm? What the heck? Who is this guy over here with the gray suit on? He is calm as hell. Y'all, this is why I want to do a mock trial. Mock trials allow you to be able to present legal arguments. And oh man, it would be so much fun. It just would be so much fun.
Answer my question. Was
I'm
he
not
there
here
or
to
not?
answer your question.
You're not here to answer any questions about any of the things that you postulated as being true.
You're
You
not
can't
here to
support a
answer any
single claim.
questions as to how it is definitely true that Tyler
I
Robinson
swear to
is
you, I'll
guilty.
answer all of yours if you just answer
You've
mine.
been on the internet demonizing everybody who's looking
Yeah,
into the murder of
'cause you
Charlie
won't
Kirk.
answer
You were begging
questions.
for Baron Coleman
And
to
you
talk
won't
about how
answer any
Tyler
questions
Robinson is
about
so
your
guilty
view.
until I came into the chat.
Was
Filibuster,
Andrew Colvett-
filibuster, Spurg,
Tell us
Spurg.
how.
Was
Tell us
Andrew
how.
Colvett
I
at
don't
We
know
were
if
just
Andrew
sitting
Colvett
there.
was
Then
at
why did you say you
forfeiture.
were 100% sure he's linked to it?
Yeah, pictures, right?
Answer the
100%.
question.
Yeah, because Mitch Snow said he was 95 to 99% sure he saw Brian Harper and Erica Kirk. Yeah, he said that on Candace's show. Those words came out of his fat mouth. While he's got an Autobot hiding in a Ziploc bag in his house. Audacity.
Ben,
You know all of
guaranteed.
the evidence that you would have to ignore to consider that to be an outlandish consideration.
You said he was
Oh,
100%
you know, Caesar,
linked.
you guys are moderating.
Was that a lie, Stu? Were you lying?
No, I wasn't lying. You
Okay,
said
great.
that
So then
Hey, but
show
you-
me the
Robinson
100%
killed
link.
Charlie Kirk.
What?
Everybody
Show me
at
the
Turning
100%
Point has
link.
said that.
No, they have. In fact, here's the thing that's really funny. First of all,
Erica
I don't
Kirk
work.
forgives that
I don't
man.
work for TV
So
USA.
if Erica
That's
Kirk
first.
forgives
Who is
him,
the
then that
moderator?
means that Tyler Robinson killed him. So where's the
Yeah.
evidence of that?
Based on
Jack
the
Posobiec, who
supporting
works for
evidence.
Turning Point USA said, and none of these people, all these people,
I'm
are
sure that they
by the
do
way,
think
none of them
that
will
he
come
does.
here and tell
Yes.
me how this is
It
true.
is-
Yeah, but
You're the
you
big
won't
guy
even
who doesn't even
support your
like
claims.
them,
You won't
who's out
even
here
support your claims
trying to
now.
lure people
Hold on,
into
a lot of
defamation
interrupting.
lawsuits.
Let's try to go one at a time
Okay.
right now. But
Go ahead.
You're the
You're
guy
the
who's
one
out here trying to lure
interrupting.
people into
Overtalk.
defamation lawsuits to make specific claims. When the claim has been made that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk, it's been made by Erica Kirk, it's been made by Don Trump Jr., it's been made by Jack Posobiec, it's been made by other Turning Point paid chills just like yourself.
Who doesn't work for
Where's
Turning
the
Point?
evidence of that?
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yeah, I'm a pay shield. Somebody send me the payroll information over there at TPUSA. Erica Kirk, girl. I need like $25,000. Yeah. Just so I can show it off. Y'all try me if you want to. Candy ass Coat members. I always tell you all you enter my chat at your own peril, and I don't give a damn how you feel. Erica Kirk can send me a check right now, and I will flash that check and rejoice around the driveway for many, many hours. You talking about hallelujah and then praising God until I get tired and pass out. That is most certainly going to happen. Erica Kirk, if you send me $25,000, girl, I'll be good. And then I'm going to floss that money. What you mean? What is wrong with this clown? Like, giving money is a bad thing. So Stu Peters should not care about losing views and losing sponsorships, right? Because he doesn't care about money. He's not in this for the money. So no one should be watching his videos, and he should be demonetized, and he should lose his sponsors and everything else, right? Because it's not about the money for him. They make it about the money with everybody else, but you take money away from them, then they're going to be in an uproar. I can't believe this. I'm supposed to be penalized financially for asking questions. You're not asking questions. You're making allegations, affirmative allegations. And then you received the preservation letter and you scoffed at it while it had laws on it. Laws that say you are to maintain evidence for this case. He scoffed at it and said he was going to erase and get rid of all the evidence. He was going to delete everything. I would love to hear his explanation in front of a judge, because willful ignorance or tactical stupidity of the law is not a defense. Let the church say amen. Erica Kirk guy, listen. Cash at me, $ Lady Luck Club LLC. Zelle me, Lady Luck Club LLC at yahoo.com. Erica Kirk, if you send me 25 grand, I will flaunt it. Do you understand? I will piss off all these candy ass Coat members. We will bless God for many hours.
So I'm happy to get into all this. In fact, you know what?
That
promise
scared
you
me.
this.
That stuff
Can we
don't
do a
work on
question
me.
for a question? How's that?
that's fair.
That's fair. So here's my question.
I'm not
You answer it.
No, I'm not here to answer your questions.
That Tyler Robinson killed
I'm
Charlie
not
Kirk.
here to answer any. Okay, here, I'll start off. Okay, we have
Yeah,
text
so do
message.
you have evidence of that?
we have a text message confession, Stu. Yes.
Okay, what else?
We have text message confessions, Stu, that they not only took screenshots of, but then they pulled the data off which show that he texted his boyfriend and admitted to the crime, Stu. Text message confessions. Now, I've answered your question. Please answer mine. Was Andrew Colvett or Erica Kirk at Fort Techuca or not?
Let's talk about the confession.
Oh, my God, this guy.
That was made, because
Are we going to get some moderation? If you want to debate, you have to answer questions too, Stu. Answer my question.
I'm here to debate whether or not Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk.
I'm here to debate.
Made
Yeah,
by the
and I'm
people
here to
who
debate.
You are out shilling for.
No, the debate
They won't
topic
come
is
into
Charlie
debate.
Kirk assassination.
You said
And
I'll
so
come debate. So
I want to
that's
know
what you're
your
here for.
claims. Answer my
Trying to
question
shift the
now.
burden.
Answer my
This is
question.
not debating the topic.
And yes, it is debating
which
the
is
topic. Answer
Tyler
my
Robinson
question.
killing Charlie Kirk.
Okay, you know what? Here, I'll try.
The state of Utah is making the claim that Tyler did it, for fuck's sake.
Is it the
Thank you
case
for the
that
$10 super
you
chat.
believe that a small insect
Crashman,
flew
always
into Snow's
appreciated.
room and it was actually secretly a government device?
Are you serious? None
Yes.
of this would be a topic of discussion if you could just tell us how Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. That's the claim that's been made.
Wow.
by
I
Turning
just gave you demonstratable evidence that was introduced at the preliminary hearing of text messages, which were taken from Tyler's phone, where he admitted to the entirety of the crime. Stu,
Did Tyler
all of
Robinson
it.
write those messages?
Yes,
How do you know that?
because the chain of custody of his phone he had in his pocket when he came in.
His phone was taken from him immediately, and then a confession was disseminated on Discord.
So
servers.
do you
How
think
does
that the
happen?
cops? You think that the cops sent them to themselves?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
asking you if you
Exactly.
have any evidence that
That is
suggests
evidence.
Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk.
Are you saying that those text messages?
That is evidence, you moron. See, here's the thing. When it comes to debating, let me tell y'all this. Because I just, my godmother would take me to mock trials. She's a retired federal magistrate judge, right? So sometimes she would officiate over mock trials. The first thing that you understand about debating one-on-one, if we cannot agree on a set of facts, just a basic set of facts, such as, dirt is dirt. What color is the sky? It's blue for the most part. 8 times 4 is 32. Like, we agree with mathematics, basic fundamental things. You know how lightning and thunder works. We know that freezing point of water is 32 degrees. Like, if we can't even agree on a basic set of facts, having a debate would be moot. Because he wants to act as if he does not understand the definition of the word evidence. And because he does not know how court works, he doesn't understand what type of evidence would be admissible. A confession is admissible as evidence. But because he's an idiot and he does not know that, Andrew Wilson's point is being just kind of lost in the wind. And for some reason, he had to start off with the definition of the word evidence or proof, facts, because this is what happens when you have people that are being disingenuous. All of a sudden, they don't know what words mean. And then the whole debate comes down to, why do you not understand how evidence works? Because he wants to be stupid. So we're going to treat him like he's stupid. Stu Peters, if you want to act stupid, we're going to treat you like that. Because at this point, it's just a dumbass, stupid debate. Because he wants to act like he doesn't know the definition of the word evidence. Or a burden. Or somehow, if you make an allegation, someone else got to prove you wrong. No, prove yourself right. They won't do that because they're idiots.
Aren't evidence of Tyler Robinson
I
murdering
have
Charlie
no
Kirk?
idea if those messages belong to Tyler Robinson or not. Do you have any other evidence?
Yes, they
there
pulled the
anything else?
data
What?
off the phone. They pulled his Google as well. They pulled his Google
There's
data.
no evidence.
Yes, there
that
is
suggests
evidence.
that Tyler Robinson.
That is
Not only
evidence.
is there,
wrote those
not only is there
text
evidence,
messages. Is there
I
any
just
other
gave you
evidence other than
great-
text messages? Is that what
That's
we're
the
putting the whole
bro.
murder case
That is.
on?
I don't.
That
I
is
don't think
evidence.
that I would need to go beyond a text message confession. Besides the fact that what the hell would you even need to go past? That I texted my boyfriend that I
Well-
murdered this guy
Well, how
and
about
told him
this?
how I did it.
How about the fact that we were told that Tyler Robinson confessed to his dad, confessed to his mom,
Yeah.
confessed to a minister, confessed to a U.S. Marshal, confessed to a sheriff?
Yeah.
So we weren't
So
told he
in
did
a
any of that.
preliminary
Stu
hearing,
just making
which
shit
is
up
the
out here.
equivalent of a- Which is the equivalent of a grand jury. Why would
Stu
they not
just
call
making
any
shit
of
up
those
out here.
witnesses to say
Because they didn't need to.
my son confessed that he
Because
killed
they
Charlie
because
Kirk?
they didn't need to.
They are to provide their most damning evidence during a preliminary.
That's not the
hearing.
most damning evidence. The most damning
What
evidence
is the video
the
that
text
Jack
messages.
Posobiec saw?
No, the text message confession is the most damning
Well,
evidence.
then
And
why
the fact
would
that they were
Jack
able to pull
Posobiec
the
and
data
Benny
off of
Johnson
it.
come out and say that they saw a video. It's case closed. It's open and shut.
Yeah, both
They
of those
saw a
guys were
video.
wrong. In fact, the
They
stuff
were
that they
wrong.
said
You
that,
mean they
yeah.
lied?
Thought it was
told-
question
I
for
told both
question.
those guys that was stupid to do.
There's
What the
a
hell's wrong
difference
with
No,
you?
he did
wrong
confess
and
to his
right.
parents. He
Well,
didn't
what-
confess
why
to his
swimmer-
sheriff and all that other
Side
shit
of our
Stu said.
conversation today, the
Yeah,
side
I'll
that you're
answer.
supporting
That was
is filled
never-
with liars.
that claim
The
has
side
never
that
been made.
that I'm here representing
Well,
is
yeah,
filled with
made
people
this
who don't
stuff up.
believe the liars.
Okay, great. They
So
don't
they're
believe the
looking for
liars,
other
huh?
theories.
Would you say that a
there's people
liar?
talking about fold ARs, and there's people
Yeah.
talking about trapdoors and
And they're
magnetic
talking
force fields
about-
and drone
yeah.
swarms and everything.
Mics
else.
exploding mics,
Microphone,
yep.
Yeah, all of that.
You
None-
Candace is saying that stuff. Why don't you get mad at her? Take all this energy over there to Candace. Why you keep talking about Erica Kirk is effing retarded? Take that energy to Candace. Hey, Smiles, how you doing? Oh, Lord have mercy. Mama Sage, adorable patterns. Somebody said Stu was a bounty hunter. He's pathetic. He's an idiot. You think he would just know, hey, Sane, how you doing? Always good to see you. I was just thinking about you and Candia. Hope all is well with you, girl. What's going on, James? I'm just giving shout outs to everybody in the chat. You can't make this up. He won't take this energy to Candice to save our lives. She the one that said all that. We not sitting talking about no trapdoors and all that BS. Candace is the one talking about all that nonsense on her show. But Stu Peters don't have this energy for Candice. So you want to nuck if you balk at Erica Kirk, but not at Candace Owens? The hell you mean? Why are you afraid of Candace Owens, you simp? They just simp. They're simps. They're punks and wimps. Like that lavender husband, George Frank. George. Are you ever going to bring your ass out the closet?
None of that would be considered if we weren't talking about a group of people who have continuously been caught lying,
great.
including something that they saw in a courtroom, which in my opinion should be against the law. Jack Posobiec, in my opinion, should be arrested for that.
Great.
For
You
what?
should be arrested for it. In what way, though,
For
does this
what?
in any way provide for your theories that Andrew Colvett and Erica Kirk were at Fort T'Chaka, which you've said on stream hundreds of times? You said that there's a 100% link to Andrew Colvett and Fort T'Chaka. You've said this so many times, Stu. And now, when you're in front of the world, you won't say a word.
You've been running your mouth about how Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk.
No. All I've said is that the evidence supports that he did.
Everybody at Turning Point, from Blake Neff to
Great.
Andrew
I'm not
Cole
a
to
Turning
Tyler
Point.
Boyer and Erica Kirk, that's
Great.
who I want to debate.
That's
You were
nice.
out- you were
Can
out
you
shilling
tell
for
me
that.
how
So
Andrew
I'll debate you.
Colvett-
I'll debate you. So
Can
here I
you
am
tell me how
asking
Andrew
you to
was
show me the evidence
Andrew
of Tyler Robinson killing
Colvett
Charlie Kirk.
was Andrew Colvett at Fort T'Chaka or not, Stu?
Yes or no?
I'm not here to talk about
I'm
Andrew
not here to
Colvett.
answer any of your
Oh my
questions.
God.
I'm not here to answer any of your
What a
questions.
We're here to discuss
bitch.
whether or not Tyler
All
Robinson
right, how about
killed
this?
Charlie
Do you
Kirk.
believe-
He's on
Dumbass
trial for his
debate.
life.
Go into
Well,
that
look,
spaces last
part
night,
of that
guys.
is
He's on
And listen
trial
to the
for his
amount of
life.
shit
Erica
this
Kirk
dude
is
talked.
crying and saying she forgives him, and while
This
Jack
is a dumbass debate. What do you mean you're not here to answer questions? None of this energy for Candace, though? Because you're a punk ass, you say Stu Peters. Oh, okay. At least Andrew Wilson was honest, even though I would take great offense to that. He said all women are effing retarded. You can't make this up. Candice, you bringing down all women at the same time. Okay? Because you're so stupid. And then you have people leaving me comments talking about because I'm black, I'm supposed to support her. I don't support stupidity or aliens. I owe this alien nothing. If anything, I will support people who are honest human beings. Get this alien off of our planet.
Posobiec and while Andrew Colvett are saying, and Benny Johnson and Officer Tatum go into a preliminary hearing where for the first day there's no camera allowed. The same guys that were in the Epstein Phase 1 Bindergate Jew crew, and they came out and they said, we just saw a video. I saw it with my own eyes. Quote, you see Tyler Robinson pulling the trigger.
So what? So what?
It's another lie. There has
Yeah,
been
how does that prove
nothing
your
but
theories, though, Stu?
Lies when even telling the truth would suit them better. Lying about alibis, lying about the dates when they were
How does this
somewhere, lying about
support any
drinking,
of your,
lying
I'm
about
going to grant
dating.
it, bro. I'm going to grant it. They're all a bunch of fucking liars. How does this support
Okay.
any of your theories?
There could be 6 million theories.
I'm asking you about yours,
You don't
Stu.
need 6 million
I'm asking
theories.
about
That don't fly in
yours,
court.
Stu.
The
My
difference
bad.
is, in one of them, a man is on trial for his life, Andrew.
If
and
you
these
held
are
the
the people
same-
you're out here shilling for. You're paid
Stu,
by these
if
guys
you,
to do
I'm not
this.
paid by him. Great, you're just lying again. So it's great, Stu. Start with this. Let's just start with this. This is really simple.
Did you take money from Turning Point?
Do
Andrew?
you to teach
Stop
a
lying
debate
about
course
that.
for one
You're
day?
trying once again to displace further.
I
Oh, dear
literally
Lord.
trained a debate course for one day, which I do all across the world for people,
You've been
Stu.
paid by Turning Point.
So
Up until you were
was
paid by
Candace
Turning
Owens.
Point,
Candace
Thanks for
Owens
the
was
super
paid-
chat, Jay Witt.
Candace Owens was
Not
paid
gonna
by
happen.
Turning Point. What if we established
I'll just say, I
Stu?
think Candace Owens could be Charlie Kirk's only real friend.
Yeah, but she was paid by
No,
Turning
she's
Point a whole
not.
lot more than I
She's
was.
saying them.
So that aside, here's what's really funny too, Stu.
Candace Owens
we're
has been
trying-
cheering for
if
Tyler
we're trying
Robinson be
to
put down like a
eliminate-
dog for a
if
crime.
we're-
that he
Hold on, let's try not to
very
interrupt.
obviously
Let's
If
try
we
not
started-
to interrupt.
Oh,
It's
could be
getting
put
from
down like a
both sides.
dog.
Let me try. How about just 1 minute?
So
back?
dramatic.
Okay, sure. Candace
All right,
Owens,
so we'll make it
Candace
easy.
Owens is not demanding that a man be put to death for a crime that he is alleged to have committed in which no evidence can connect him to committing that crime.
No evidence.
That is what Erica Kirk is doing.
Fucking no evidence, guys.
Erica Kirk is the billionaire leader of Turning Point USA, the CEO of Turning Point USA. She is saying she forgives this man, Jack Posobiec, a Turning Point paid shill. He's at Charlie's desk all the time. They are saying they saw a video. They did not see a video. That makes them liars. This man is on trial for his life. I would like to know what
Right.
evidence you have
Mhm.
that makes you believe that you can run around saying that it's open and shut, that it's cut and dry, and that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk.
Well, first of all, I never said it's cut and dry and it's open and shut. What I've said is that the evidence
That's what Jack
supports.
Posobiec and
Well,
Benny
let's do
Johnson-
1 minute. Let's do 1 minute back and forth.
You're debating Andrew Wilson, not Jack.
Well, let's do 1 minute, Andrew.
Take your issues up with Jack Posobiec. Then with Andrew Wilson, you have to contend with my
Because
actual
they won't
worldview.
be.
You can't talk, Stu. I gave you a minute uninterrupted.
Let's do 1 minute back and forth. Go
So
ahead.
here's the thing that's really funny. I'm just going to grant all of this. They're all a bunch of filthy liars. Those lying bastards, always lying about lying, and then they lie on top of those lies.
Yeah,
Great.
la, la,
How does
la,
any
la,
of this
la.
establish any of your theories? How does any of this disprove that Tyler Robinson fired that shot? How is it that when we have text message evidence and DNA and we have bullet fragments all pulled out and we have a medical examiner claiming he was shot, you run out there and say that he was killed by a microphone? You claim Andrew Colvett was sitting in Fort Tuchanka. You've made this claim many, many times. You say Erica Kirk is as well. Are you the liar, Stu? Because if you're not the liar, then look me dead in the eye and say that they were there or they weren't. But don't lie to me, man, and I won't lie to you.
Stu, you got a minute.
It's not incumbent upon anybody that's investigating the death of Charlie Kirk to prove.
You're making
That they're
claims,
right.
you dumb
It is
fuck.
incumbent upon the people who are
Oh,
trying to
so
hang a man,
stupid.
to kill him, to gas him, to shoot him,
Come
put a needle in
on.
his arm, put him in a chair. It is incumbent upon the state. It's incumbent upon these people who have this man on trial to prove why it's an open and shut case. There is no evidence that links
Hey,
Tyler
Andrew,
Robinson to
Andrew.
the shooting death of Charlie Kirk. You know, you mentioned confessions. Nobody knows who wrote them. You mentioned DNA. Lance Twiggs' DNA is on it too. This guy's only been talked
Dude
to
talks
twice
such
by
a
the Fed
big
and by
game.
immunity.
But won't
He's
answer a
just as much
question.
connected by way of DNA as Tyler Robinson is, but nobody's calling for him to be put on trial for his life. So why Tyler Robinson? Why this patsy? They are demanding. She's forgiving. It's
Claim that
open and
Tyler's
shut.
a patsy.
Case
What evidence
closed.
do you
I
have
saw
he's a
the video.
patsy?
It's 4K. You see him taking the
Fucking
shot.
Come on.
It's
That's a minute.
incumbent upon these people to prove the guilt of Tyler Robinson.
Andrew,
It's not incumbent
you got a minute,
upon me
Andrew.
to prove
But it's not
Andrew
incumbent
Colvett
upon
was
you
somewhere.
people. It's
But
not.
when you ask
Hold on,
these
hold on.
Oh, it's my
people if
turn,
they were on
Stu.
Fort
It's my
Huachuca,
turn,
Hold on. Andrew, go ahead.
I just let you go. I didn't.
Go ahead, Andrew. Starting out. Go.
So anyway, it's not incumbent upon you people to disprove anything either. The problem is that if you go about your day trying
I
to
can't tell
disprove
if-
everything that the state says, and then you
I
have
can't tell if
alternative
he's doing it
theories,
on
you
purpose
do
or
have
not,
to
Jay
prove
Witt.
those. Yes, you do, Stu. You can't say, "Well, I have a ton of
I say
alternative
whatever the
theories,"
fuck I want.
which helps clear this guy. I have a bunch of alternative theories which will assist in helping to clear this guy, right? I'm trying to disprove it, but I'm not going to stand behind any of them. I'm
Yeah,
not
we're
gonna actually
probably
tell
gonna
you
have
what
to
they
do an
are.
After Dark
I refuse
tonight.
to actually dive into my own worldview on this when I'm trying to disprove. By the way, if you held the same rigorous standards that you hold for the evidence requirement that you have for Tyler Robinson to be guilty for your own bullshit, you would never believe your own shit. You would never believe your own theories if you applied the exact same evidentiary standard that you apply for Tyler Robinson to the very things that you profess on your channel as being true. How is that possible, Stu? When you say there's no burden on me to prove, you do have to prove your claims, especially those claims you're focusing on them to say that you're disproving what the state's case is.
Stu.
I have tons of evidence. I have text message evidence. I have DNA. I have
All right, Andrew,
bullet
let's go.
fragments.
So when you speak to the tons of evidence that you have, first of all, I already explained the DNA. Lance Twiggs is equally connected to the murder of Charlie Kirk as Tyler Robinson is when we want to talk about DNA. The guy was already in custody when Discord messages are being sent. There was no confession. They said that he confessed. There was
great.
no confession.
So you admit
So,
that
like, all
Tyler's
of these
connected
things,
to the unaliving.
They leave
Awesome.
a whole lot of questions about Tyler
Fucking
Robinson.
dumb.
There is no definitive evidence. That's why you can't come here and defend that position. You have to instead start talking about
Lance
you know,
is just as
explaining the
connected.
theories that
So
people
Tyler's
do,
connected.
because
Gotcha.
When you ask,
Appreciate
Kirk,
that.
well, were you on Fort Huachuca? What does she do? She lies. She conspires with Andrew Colvett to produce a fake alibi for the wrong day with somebody else's kids and then hand them to some never heard of before Gary Melton Paramount Tactical
What?
YouTuber who like literally outs that, yeah, it's confirmed Mitch Snow was on Fort Huachuca that day.
None of this matters in court. Objection, Your Honor. He's rambling and saying dumb things that no one cares about. The jury will not hear any of this bullshit because it's irrelevant. Half this stuff would have already been objected to as speculation because, you know, he keeps throwing out how he feel, like the law cares about that. This is the same person that said he's going to destroy all his so-called evidence that they told him to preserve in a letter, supported by federal laws. And let's not forget federal rules of civil procedure. This idiot already said, I'm going to delete everything. So why is he trying to debate anybody?
They have
And
Gary
confirms that
Melton
Andrew Corbett is
derangement
a source
syndrome,
of
guys.
Information rather than just saying, well, yeah, I was on Fort Huachuca because my mom, Lori France works there. Or, yeah, I was on Fort Huachuca.
They're
bringing her
obsessed with
sandwiches. I
Gary.
basically grew up on Fort Huachuca, so of
Yeah.
course I was there.
They
Just a
are,
minute.
'cause
But
he
instead, she
put-
lies
he
and
put on
produces a
his-
false,
on
a
his-
fake alibi.
Andrew, go ahead.
So
Yeah,
when you're
for-
talking about
okay, my
asking
turn, Stu.
questions
Hang
and
on.
not getting
Hang on.
answers, these
Yeah.
are the people who need to be answering the questions, but they're
All right.
cowards and they won't come out here and debate, so they sent you.
But they
Okay.
do.
Here's your evidence.
Andrew, go ahead.
They don't
Andrew,
owe
go
you
ahead. You got a
a
minute.
debate.
Go ahead.
Charlie Kirk.
They do.
Andrew,
They
go ahead,
do
you got a
ask
minute.
you. They do ask you for your evidence, and I'm just as connected to this case as you are, which means not at all. Were you some great friend of Charlie? Are you somehow
No.
super connected to this in a way that I'm not?
No,
Nope.
he
What gives
hated
you
Charlie.
right to
He
represent a
hated
few
Charlie
against
Kirk.
USA, but not for me to represent a few on their behalf if I agree with them. What?
Okay, so represent
Hang on,
Sue,
how is it that
Hey,
you
hold on.
My turn,
Let's do
Stu.
uninterrupted.
Yeah, chill out, Stu. What is
Come on,
it?
come on.
Well, how is it that you have some great authority as a questioner, but I have no great authority to question you with my own questions as my own form of question?
Who's getting Tyler off today? Mama Albert.
Tell me where it is that you end up with this
She
great
is?
authority and I don't.
Oh, I'm sure.
Why is it that you deserve to talk to these people, but I'm stuck talking with you instead of the people who profess most of this? You're stuck talking with me for the same reason I'm stuck talking with you. It's because the people on your side are too cowardly, the ones who actually profess this stuff, to stand by any of their views.
No, it's the people on his side that can't, pronounce the word bureau or accolades or show proof of the 2 degrees that Candace said that she earned or define the word evidence. I mean, they literally have no concept of how court works or math or science or history. They're the dumbest people on earth. And they always quick to say, you know nothing, Lady Luck. You don't know anything. Reading is hard.
yourself, sir, will not stand by your own views right this second. You ask me for evidence, I give you tons. By the way, with Tyler Robinson, there was way more Robinson DNA than Twigs. That's a lie. You say that these photos, you say that these
Hold on,
photos,
hold on.
it's my turn to Stu.
Almost
You
done.
say
Yeah,
that there's
10 seconds,
photos?
Andrew. 10 seconds.
You say there's photos there that were wrong? That's a lie. You're just making shit up, Stu, because that's what you people do. You just make it up.
Go ahead, Stu.
What did I make up? What photos are you talking about that I made up?
You
I'm
said that
talking
Eric.
about
Hey, Andrew,
guys that
Andrew,
work for I'm
He asked
talking-
me.
No, I don't care about the 1 minute. You make some bullshit claim like that. I
Mhm.
want to know what the fuck you're talking
What
about.
He
photos?
said it
do
in the
you-
spaces
of
last
you're
night.
claiming
Said
that-
it in the
that Eric
spaces
forged
last
the kids
night.
that weren't hers. What?
Well, you know that picture with her finger over it. That was
Yeah.
the alibi. I wasn't on Fort Huachuca. The
Prove those
entire
weren't her
world has
kids.
Seen that. The entire
Prove those
world has
weren't
seen
her
that.
kids. Prove that. Prove it. How do you know those weren't her kids?
I have seen the pictures of Charlie Kirk's kids.
That doesn't prove
Everybody
shit,
has.
Stu.
Everybody knows.
The
And
faces are obstructed,
It was for the
Stu.
wrong day.
The faces are
That's not an
obstructed,
alibi. It's
Stu.
for a
By the way,
completely
it wasn't for
different
the
day.
wrong. How do you know
And
it was for the wrong
actually-
day?
And
How do you
actually,
know?
from what I understand, it's already been confirmed from Turning Point that one of those kids, in fact, wasn't her. So you guys can't even keep your story straight.
No.
From the shill to the Turning
Okay, who
Point people
confirmed
paid.
it? Yeah, who confirmed it?
From what I have heard, somebody in Turning
Oh,
Point
from
has
what you
acknowledged.
heard.
Yes, somebody
Oh,
in
great.
Turning Point. You can maybe that's wrong. I don't know. But
Yeah,
I can see
Steve, that's
clearly
great.
that
You
these are
heard
not
it.
her kids.
Oh, that's great. You heard it.
Yeah,
from
maybe that's
somebody
wrong. Yeah,
who's
maybe you
supposedly
get a lot
right
wrong,
behind.
Stu.
Even
This is great evidence, Stu.
regardless if that's true or not,
Uh-huh.
she provided an alibi for the wrong day. She was
No,
using Andrew
bro.
Colvett to provide that alibi to Gary Melton.
Where did
Where
where
at the
did
same time, he
Yeah.
accidentally outed Andrew Colvett as
uh-huh.
being his source of information.
So you don't believe that
These
Erica
people have
Kirk?
lied when telling the truth
Yeah.
suits them better.
You don't believe that
The
Erica
center
Kirk was
of
at the hospital
the
with
most
her mom?
consequential political assassination of our lifetime.
Erica
These are
Kirk
the
wasn't
people
at the
who are
hospital with
lying.
her mom.
Tyler Robinson has not told a lie.
Dude, this guy will filibuster forever, dude. If you don't do the time.
Where are
Yeah,
Tyler
we won't answer
Robinson's lies?
questions.
I can point out all kinds of lies. You're
You're just
here
gonna
to
filibuster,
tell
bro.
me why Tyler
You
Robinson
gotta enforce the
should be
time
put
so
to
this guy
death
will
for
never
killing
stop,
Charlie
bro.
Kirk.
Okay, we're going in circles with this back and forth about these claims.
And
Do
we
you,
will be because the debate here was his position is that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk.
It
And
still
that's
is. The
what
evidence
the
supports
entire
it.
camp- all of the people,
Yeah,
all
the
of the
evidence
people
supports
at
it.
Turning- none of them will come out and say that. You're out here asking.
I thought
I'll
you
debate
said that that's all they
I'll debate
say.
you on that. Do you want to come and have a discussion about that? Yeah, I would love you to tell me
Uh-huh.
where's all the evidence that Tyler Robinson should be put to death.
Yeah,
You can't
let's
even do
start-
that.
Let's
So you
start
do
with
what
the
you always
text
do, which is
message
the shifting of
confessions.
burden.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
have,
even know.
we have
Nobody
text
knows that
message
Tyler
confessions,
Robinson wrote
Stu.
those text message confessions. They sound
Oh, I
like they
know.
were written by GP, chat
So who do
GP
you
cop.
so who do you think wrote them, Stu?
Chat GP Cop.
I don't know.
What the heck is
Who
that?
could say?
Are you
The
ignoring
Jews.
fact- are
The
you-
Jews wrote them, Andrew.
Okay.
Who do you think wrote them, bro?
Okay, so you must be ignoring the fact that our government continuously lies. Like, are you?
Okay,
do you
great.
think
Yeah,
that
the
this
government
government
lies.
The government has nothing to do with this case because the government is not spearheading it because Candace Owens' dumbass cult members somehow continuously forget that part. Candace, You know the FBI is not spearheading this. It is the prosecutors in the state of Utah. Funny how you don't have any of this energy for them. You know, perhaps giving them the credit they deserve will take you much further in this dumbass debate. This debate is dumb. It's so dumb. It's like listening to Candace, except a white man with a raspy voice. I can barely understand what Stu's saying at this point. What is he talking about? This random nonsense, just babbling. Baby bop bimbo babble.
Who do you think wrote them, Stu?
I don't accept the government narrative.
I know. Who do you think wrote them,
Charlie
Stu?
Kirk or any of the made-up evidence?
Who do you think wrote them?
confessions.
You don't have to. The jury will. And we bless God for it. No one cares how you feel.
Who do you think wrote
Why
them?
didn't his mom confess? I don't know
Who do you
who
think
wrote
wrote
that.
it? I don't know.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Who
Mom,
knows? Who
that's
could say?
what?
The burden
Yeah,
is on
they're
the
on
side
his
to make
phone.
that they're
They're
Tyler
on his phone.
Robinson's.
They take pictures of them on the phone. Then they pull the data off the phone. That's not
Okay.
enough evidence for you, though, Stu, because at some point the Jews could have written them somewhere, right?
Okay, I thought you didn't want to do
All
that.
right,
Where
that's
the
not
Jews
an
come
ad
from?
hoc.
Jews
Awful.
are everywhere.
How is that an ad
Awful
hoc?
debate.
Because you know that's what you've been watching my show.
Because you know that's what I
You
say all the
you want
time.
a Jew which I can do. If you want to debate the Jews.
Because you know that's what I say all the time. How dare you bring that up?
See
Anyone who wants to blast-
here. Chris, didn't I just say that? I haven't seen this, and it's still stupid. Stu Peters is not producing any evidence. Words are hard. I get it. Words are hard for you all. Didn't I say that already? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that this is a dumbass debate. What you mean? I gotta watch this whole thing then to conclude the same thing that I'm saying now. This is not how debates work. Candace does the same old thing. Let me overtalk and just say all kinds of random things so I can sound like I'm winning. At least that's how she feels. We don't care. She won't produce any evidence. I want to know how Mitch Snow got that Autobot cockroach in his possession. Did it come via UPS or something, or FedEx?
Did it? Whoever, whatever, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Whatever.
So I'm talking about
is
something.
you want, you
Is
can
Lance
do
Twiggs' DNA on the screwdriver and the rifle?
It is.
Was
And
it
very
not?
and it's much lesser to
Yeah, like we
a
gotta
don't
see
think it's
it.
on the rifle,
Have
right?
our
Pretty sure
brain
Andrew
cells.
Burkhart
I didn't see that
clarified that.
in there.
Pretty sure Lance's
So do you know
DNA
if it
is
was
not on the
phone?
rifle.
Did
I
Lance
don't.
Twiggs write the confessions? Was
I don't.
Lance Twiggs riding around in an
Who
SUV?
cares?
I could be wrong, but I think
Tyler
Andrea
Robinson evidence on
clarified that.
Palantir property?
Do you
No.
have any evidence that
It's
Twiggs was
not
doing that?
incumbent upon me to prove.
Thanks
that
for the
Tyler
super chat.
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. When you're making these allegations, you are set to prove it. Because, see, here's the thing. When Stu Peters gets sued, the claim will be that he lied and that there is no evidence to prove anything he's saying to be factual. For those who did not go to law school, let me help you out. This is how it works. So, Erica Kirk sues Stu Peters. Her allegation is that he defamed her because he gave provable false statements. There's no evidence to prove any of this crap. And then they go to court. The burden that Erica Kirk would have would be to prove that he lied and that those provable false statements caused damage, reputational harm, mental emotional distress, blah, blah, blah. It's a type of tort. So he would have to either come to court with evidence to prove that he told the truth or pay all the money because he has no evidence. And the lack of evidence would prove Erica Kirk's her complaint. You lied by making this stuff up and you had zero evidence to support it. So that lack of evidence would prove Erica Kirk to be the one that's going to have that judgment granted in her favor. She would meet her burden by showing that there's no evidence to prove that he's saying of what he's saying to be accurate or true. And because he knows there's no evidence, he would be screwed. It's the same thing with Candace. Candace making all that dumb shit about everybody. She lied on the Macrons, lying on TPUSA, lying on Erica Kirk. All these dumb lies she telling. Lied on Brian Harper. And because she lied and knew she was lying and did not have any evidence to support what she was saying to be true, she's going to lose. I just don't understand why she keep filing a motion to dismiss. Thought she wanted discovery.
Is the
Understand how
second
the
you
system
post
of
it as an
justice
alternative
works?
theory, as soon as you post it as an
Shout out-
alternative
shout out to
theory,
Steph.
it becomes
Investigation.
incumbent upon
What
you.
theory we on?
That's
You're
called an
number 10.
investigation. I'm not
And what
putting
have you
on
learned?
trial for your
Okay.
life.
I'll
You
tell you
people
what.
have this guy on trial
Yeah.
for his life saying,
I am
"He
absolutely a crucible cuck.
Learned in
The
your
criminal
race-
For
justice
sure.
system
Yeah, what have you
is
learned?
Name
You
one
nailed
of
it.
the code
the
offense.
Good
burden of the prosecution
Stu,
to show
what have
us
you
how he
learned
did it.
in what have you learned actually in your investigation here? What have you actually learned? Just that TPUSA is full of
I've learned a
liars?
lot of things. Oh,
What?
Yeah, of course they are.
Okay, what? What have you
Primarily-
actually learned?
I've learned a whole lot,
What?
but that's not what I'm here to discuss.
Yeah, what?
I'm
Lots
here
of
to
Okay, so
Please
right.
you
in the
tell
I'm,
me
chat.
here, I'm
how
running an investigation,
Tyler
but I
Robinson
can't even tell you
killed
what I've
Charlie
learned. I can't even tell you what I've learned.
Let's get into the theories instead of getting into more personal claims. How about we get into? We haven't seen it spelled out, but what we actually think happened or what is really going on. This is still going on. It's in trial. I would like to hear from both of you guys. Are okay with this? If we hear some theories and we hear what do you think actually happened? What's the truth?
So, but
Great.
hold on a second. To do that, what we're doing is we're prosecuting the investigators, which is millions of people who don't believe Turning Point USA that Tyler Robinson shot Charlie.
So what?
You're prosecuting the investigators. How does that work? Oh man, that's so priceless. You talk about low IQ. Stu Peters coming in the chat. If you come in my chat, Stu Peters, you come in as your name. Clown. Candace, put the phone down. Stop playing on the phone.
But that's not what I'm here to discuss.
Yeah, what?
I'm here
Okay,
to
so
have
right.
You tell
I'm
me
here. I'm
how
running an investigation,
Tyler
but I
Robinson
can't even tell you
killed
what I've
Charlie
learned. I can't even tell you what I've learned.
Let's get into the theories instead of getting into more personal claims. How about we get into? We haven't seen it spelled out, but what we actually think happened or what is really going on. This is still
You don't know. He just throwing out
I
everything.
mean,
at
to
the-
prove
Thanks
that
for the
Tyler
super chat,
Robinson
Steph.
is innocent. Do
It
you
is the
understand how
second you
system
post
of
it as an
justice
alternative
works?
theory. As soon as you post it as an
Shout
alternative
out-
What do you
shout
mean?
out to
That's
Steph.
called
you,
an
it becomes
investigation.
incumbent upon you.
That's called an investigation. I'm not
And what
putting
have you
on
learned?
trial for your life.
I'll
You
tell you
people
what.
have this guy on trial
Yeah.
for his life saying,
I am
"He
absolutely a crucible
What have you
cuck.
learned in
The
your
criminal
race-
For
justice
sure.
system
Yeah, what
is-
False. They want the death penalty. You know, we got laws in place for a reason. No one told him to take somebody else's life. All this blah, 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 hoopla. They can't even give a reasonable debate that would actually, raise an eyebrow in the court of law. Everything he's saying would be objected to back to back to back to back. I just want to see him go in court and knuck if he buck there. And then have that judge sit his ass down. Rightfully so.
You learned in
You
your
nailed it.
investigation?
the
Good
burden of the prosecution
Stu,
to show
what have
us
you
how he
learned
did it.
in what have you learned actually in your investigation here? What have you actually learned? Just that TPUSA
He
is
didn't
full of
like
liars.
Charlie
liars.
Kirk. Why
What?
is he playing around?
Okay, what? What have you
Primarily.
actually learned?
I've learned a whole lot,
What?
but that's not what I'm here to discuss.
Yeah, what?
I'm here
Okay,
to
so
have
right.
you
Oh, no,
tell
I'm
me
not-
I'm
how
running an
Tyler
investigation, but I
Robinson
can't even tell you
killed
what I've
Charlie
learned. I can't even tell you what I've learned.
let's get into the theories instead of getting into.
Are you here for the same thing, Chris? You're not here to discuss anything real here on earth in this reality? Candace, you come to my chat, you better come under your name. Man, these cult members are something else. They can just copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. They say the same thing. Don't block them. I'm just gonna keep clowning you. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hurt your feelings a little bit, and then we're gonna have a good laugh at it. He's just copying and pasting the same old shit. Chris. Are you still here, Chris? Chris, can you be creative for once? Can you not just copy and paste the same old crap over and over again? You know how many times I've seen this comment? It does not work on me. Chris, come back in the chat. Come on, Chris. Sneak gonna need a moderator. I don't understand what he's just sitting here letting this happen. How many times has he had to tell Stu Peters to shut the hell up? Oh man, this is why I don't sit here and entertain these Candylands like this. I will have the upper hand. Chris, if you come up with a whole new quip, a whole new comment, a comment that you could think of off the top of your head, from whatever brain that you were given, created by Lucifer, then put it in the chat. Don't copy and paste. Say something original. Be yourself. Be yourself.
more personal claims. How about we get into? We haven't seen it spelled out, but what we actually think happened, or what is really going on. This is still going on. It's in trial. I would like to hear from both of you guys.
People are
Okay with this? If
stupid.
we hear some theories and we hear what do you think actually happened? What's the truth?
So, but
Great.
hold on a second. To do that, what we're doing is we're prosecuting the investigators, which is millions of people who
God.
don't believe Turning Point USA that Tyler Robinson shot Charlie.
So what? So
There
what?
should
So-
be no problem providing evidence to
So he's not going to
argue,
give you one,
debate
Nico.
that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. I
He's
talk about
not.
this shit every day.
He's not going to
I
actually
talk
give
about
you.
this. I talk
anything.
about
What are you
my
doing?
perspective.
Nico,
What
can
I
you
have
tell me what you think
learned
happened?
every single day.
I'll tell you what I think happened if you tell me what you think.
His name is Sneeko. I thought that was the app. Oh, Kick. It's something like that. One of them. His name is Sneeko. Am I saying that right? Like Sneeko, like almost sneakers. You gotta be kidding me. He's just sitting here letting this dumb shit happen. Oh my dear Lord. Oh man, which chat is whose? Okay, this must be Bronson's chat over here. This is the chat over here in whatever this is. The beta thing. It's like, oh my God. Tell Stu to shut the hell up. He doesn't, you have to keep telling this grown ass man child to stop talking over him and to answer one question. And then he says, I'm not here to talk about that. Why are you on Earth? Get off of our planet.
Cap, go ahead, Stu. What happened?
I talk about every single day what I've
Yeah,
learned.
what happened?
That's what I spend I'm here to debate you about.
I know, and I'm
Tyler
asking
Robinson
you what
killing
What
Charlie Kirk.
happened?
What do you think happened?
Oh,
That's what Sneeko wants to know. It's what the audience want
We
to know.
can
What do
find
you
a
think
point of
happened?
contention if we both spell this out. Then
waffles.
we
Yeah,
can
what
find
do you
a
think
way
happened,
to lead the
Stu? Tell us.
discussion.
What I don't believe happened is that Tyler Robinson shot Charlie
Oh, yeah.
Kirk in
Well,
the
he
back
just
stealing
won't.
His grandfather stolen 30-06 and confessed
Oh,
to his
wow.
dad and confessed to a
You know
minister
how
of the
many
US
people
and turned himself
have
in.
debated
Yeah, so what do you
Andrew on
think
this.
happened?
Let him answer.
And have
Let's
actually
continue
answered his
speculation
questions.
as to what happened.
This is your guy. Stu Peters, this is your guy.
Data, including image searches.
Uncle
including
Tom
flight
has
tracking
more
information.
balls
For
than Stu
example,
Peters.
Turning Point
Okay.
USA planes being on tarmacs in the middle of the night in airfields, the same airfields that were involved with.
Who claimed that? Oh my God. Tarmacs in the middle of the night. And yet those tarmacs are not dead center on the campus of UVU. So funny how they nowhere near UVU where the crime occurred. They don't even know why the state of Utah has jurisdiction over the matter. Like, that's how stupid he is. He can't even articulate why the state of Utah has this case. Keeps trying to give it to the FBI. This is not an FBI case. This is the case for the prosecutors in the state of Utah. Dear Lord.
The cocaine cowboy with Iran Contra. 1
Yeah, no,
o'clock, 2
Andrew
o'clock in the
didn't
morning,
hate
they're on
Charlie
these
Kirk.
airfields for 20 or 30
Stu
minutes.
Peters did.
They leave there, they go to a bigger airport. Then they overlap 24 to 27 times with aircraft that are owned by Miriam Adelson. They're on the tarmac with Miriam Adelson's planes for 1 to 2 hours. And then every single time Miriam Adelson's plane leaves and it goes to to Israel. I think that's really interesting. These are all types of different things that I have been investigating, and I would love to ask Turning Point USA about them because I think that they are relevant and pertinent. But it's not
That at a
incumbent upon me
military
to
base?
prove- It's
That
not
at-
incumbent upon me to prove that that has something to do with the death of Charlie Kirk. It's
Great.
incumbent upon the people who
Yeah.
are trying Tyler Robinson
Uh-huh.
for his life to prove that he actually did it. So where's the evidence of that?
Okay, so here's
Aside
what
from
I.
a confession that we
I'm
don't
going
know
to give you
he
the
made.
same.
Okay,
I'll
Andrew,
give
go
you the
ahead.
same
Go ahead.
exact. I'll give you the same exact answer back. Here's what I don't believe, Stu. I don't believe a microphone blew his neck out. I don't believe that Snow saw anybody at Fort Tajuca. I don't believe that you can tie Colvette to anything.
Tajuca.
I don't believe you can tie Erica to anything. I don't believe you have a single credible eyewitness or alternative theory. I don't believe that you have anything, Stu. Nothing. I don't think your investigation has proven a single thing.
But what do you
not
believe?
One.
What do you-
Not
what-
yours. Not Candace's.
I don't believe that the
nobody's.
state's
In fact,
prosecution
hang
of
on, my
Tyler
turn.
Robinson has
My
proven
turn.
a
Well,
single
hold-
thing.
the answer to the question is,
I
what
don't
do you think
believe
happened?
it's proven a
What,
single thing.
Andrew,
Well, okay, but how come he didn't have to answer that question then, Sneeko?
he said he doesn't believe in the narrative, so he's
That's
giving.
not what happened. That's what didn't happen. I'm answering in the same way. So tell me, if he tells me what he thinks happened, I'll tell what I think happened. I think that's
To be fair, it sounded like he was rejecting the official narrative. So I would like to
No,
hear.
to be fair, he literally refused to answer that
Oh.
question that you're now demanding that I answer, which is
Come
what
on,
happened. What do you
moderator.
think
Supposed to be
happened? What?
unbiased, moderator.
What?
I just told you that I don't believe the official narrative. I answered your question.
That's
There's
not
been
answering
nothing
the
but
question.
lies. I have talked to you about Miriam Adelson's planes being with Turning Point planes and then going directly to Israel.
So do you think Miriam
27
Adelson
times.
had a hand in murdering Charlie Kirk?
Do you think that Tyler Robinson had a hand in killing Charlie
Yes.
Kirk? It's not
100
me
yes.
that has the burden to prove that Miriam Adelson
Oh,
or
man.
Erica Kirk or Tyler Boyer
Mhm.
or Andrew Colvett or anybody, the Jews, It's not
Mhm.
incumbent upon me to prove that these people killed Charlie Kirk.
Then how's it incumbent
Tyler
upon you to
Robinson
disprove?
on trial for his life? That is
Yeah.
how do you understand how the judicial process works in this
I
country?
do. Yep. Innocent until proven guilty.
So,
Do you understand how?
Do you understand how the legal process works in this country? Do you understand how the legal process works in the state of Utah? Can you cite one state law in the state of Utah? Do you understand how preserving evidence works? Because you can F around and find out the hard way with that one, you dumbass stupiders. You literally said in the video, you're going to delete evidence. And you got the audacity to ask somebody like that, Andrew Wilson, a question like that, when you are disregarding federal laws regarding preserving evidence. They didn't make a demand of you. They reminded you of the law and what the law says you should do. And you are not above the rule of law. You're just retarded.
Evidence works in
Do
this
you
country that
understand
you
that
can
it
be
is the
guilty.
burden?
Yeah, you can still be guilty of a crime even if you're presumed innocent. In this
So-
particular case, we have lots and lots of evidence that you have not refuted. You haven't refuted the text messages. You haven't
Yes, I
refuted the
did.
DNA. You
Yes, I
haven't
did.
refuted any. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's start with the easiest one possible for you. Is it actually impossible, Stu, that a 30-06 hit Charlie Kirk? Is that actually impossible?
Based on my experience with 30-06,
Uh-huh.
everything that I've seen with 30-06,
Uh-huh.
no, I don't believe that he was shot by a 30-06. And I think
Okay.
just 20 seconds ago, I said, I don't believe the official narrative.
So then, yes,
That
your answer would
includes
be yes. It's
a
impossible.
transgender, furry, homosexual climbing or scaling the side of a building in broad daylight without
Scaling
being
the
detected.
side. Took the
Hang on, hang
stairs.
on. Let's just start with the
Down the
30-06.
stairs.
Tyler
Let's just
Robinson
start with
put the trans thing to the side. Start with the weapon and the DNA evidence on it. DNA evidence is also admissible evidence. He does not know how court works. This is the same idiot that said he is going to destroy evidence that federal laws say he should preserve for a civil matter. Specifically, a federal lawsuit. So federal laws are applicable in this situation. And he wants to destroy evidence where he received a preservation letter. Because he's sitting here parroting Candace's talking points. I mean, seriously, if I want to know how Candace feels, I can just listen to her dumbass. Now we got to listen to little spade number 2.
30-06. Let's do one claim at a time.
I'm just telling you what I don't believe.
I understand you don't believe, but you see
said
what you
start with the
did.
easiest thing, the 30-06.
Yeah, and now we've got the easiest thing. You just made a claim. You do not believe. You say this did not happen. He was not
But you
The
shot
burden
with a
of
30
proof
6.
is not
That is the burden
incumbent
of proof
upon
now.
me.
It is
No,
the
it's
second you
not.
say that's not true.
Me proving Tyler Robinson innocent is not where the burden
No,
lies.
no, no, I
It
didn't
is
ask
you
you.
to prove
I didn't
that there
ask
is
you that.
evidence that
I
says
asked you.
No one said for him to prove that. That's why he keeps over talking. Because he knows no one is asking him to prove anything. He's not smart enough to do that. You're not smart enough, stupiders, to prove anything regarding Tyler Robinson or anything that's happening in the court of law. You're not an attorney. You're an idiot. You talking about underground tunnels and bees and, the official narrative. No. All the claims you're making from your cult leader, the woman that you're worshiping on the throne right now, that they see as Jesus Christ, all that blasphemy. No, prove her BS to be true. Where's the evidence on that? Why can't he just call Candace and say, can you just put up the Egyptian plane data? Because, Andrew Wilson is not going to let this go.
it's an open and shut case.
I asked you to prove it was impossible.
Turning
Stu.
Point USA is saying
Oh,
it is
God.
an open and
Stu,
shut case, and
Stu,
that
answer the
Tyler
question.
Robinson is guilty.
Stu,
When you said
when
you
you
wanted
said-
to debate that,
this guy's
I said
just gonna
I would be more
filibuster
than happy
forever.
to debate that.
Yeah, let's go
You
back
wanna
to
talk
We're
about
debating
exploding
this.
microphones.
this
You
guy.
want to talk
He'll
about
never answer
documented
anything.
open source
Dumbass.
irrefutable
Oh,
data
no.
that
We'll
nobody
do,
can
you know
explain
what?
away.
I'm just going to sit here
You
and
want to talk
filibuster
about
too,
Google
then.
image searches.
I
You want
will-
to talk
I'll
about
read my
traffic
sources.
laws,
Yeah,
you want to
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about exploding
Yeah.
microphones.
Why not just address some of the
I
claims?
want to talk about what the
Because he
claim is that
can't
you're
I'm
making.
trying
address
to.
the claims.
What I said I would
Because
come
the
back
second
to
he
you is
tries
that
to address the
Charlie
claims,
Kirk
he
is
fails.
you're
That's
But you're
why.
filibustering. I gave you tons of evidence. You're not addressing any of it. Let's start with the 30
I
6.
did.
Let's start with the 30 6. Is that possible or impossible? You say that it's impossible. I heard you say that, the steel neck
I didn't
theory is
say it was
ridiculous.
impossible.
Okay, it's not impossible. then.
Based on what I saw, no, I don't believe that that's
Okay, why is he interrupting? Sneeko, you gotta put his ass on mute. Because otherwise it's disingenuous. He's either interrupting or over talking. It's disingenuous. That's not how debates work. What the hell is going on?
what happened.
Okay,
I don't
so
believe
then,
that Tyler Robinson's lazy eye
uh-huh,
Yeah,
and his
it's
sniper
odd.
abilities
It's odd.
shot Charlie
I
Kirk
see
in his
with my
Superman
at
laser eye.
140 yards.
steel. No, I don't.
Did,
I don't believe
did
that.
Martin Luther King have a super jaw?
I believe his grandmother when she said that she's never even seen Tyler Robinson with a rifle.
You know,
with a
That
they
firearm.
only
never,
resort
that
to
never
the
happened.
firearm.
That literally never happened. You just made it up.
But
Can
it
you
did.
show me
His
one?
text message.
Oh, bless your heart, girl. Kristen, I'm sure those are the only words that you know. Is there nothing else you can say? You know how many times I've seen this comment? It's like Chris, all over. Chris, did you come back as Kirsten? Were you in my chat earlier as Chris? Chris. Y'all hit that like button. Chris, are you here, Chris? Come back to the chat, Chris. Can you all come up? Maybe you and Chris can come up with something clever together. I'll let you two huddle, and then you guys can come up with an original comment. That's not a copy and paste of what thousands of other cult members have already said. Is Candace not reading you all bedtime stories? She's not challenging you all at all, huh? In that cult. When do you all go worship the throne you think she's sitting on? Is it possible to say, hey, Candace, can you please read a scripture from the Bible today? We would just love to see how that works for you. What is English language arts like for you? You know, kids going back to school. So in honor of kids going back to school, the next time you guys have your little seance sessions where you're worshiping the shrine of Candace Owens, can you at least ask her to put her hand on a Bible and read one scripture? Is that possible? Kristen, that is not Christ-like of you. They come in my chat, they don't say nothing else. Kristen, come back. This shit don't bother me. They think that's gonna work on me. Kristen, I mean, I'm gonna let you get another listen. I'm willing to give you another chance to take a good dig at me. Okay, come up with something clever, because this ain't it. I done heard all this before. Girl, please. Kristen, where you going? Is it Kristen? Kristen. It's about you're not an attorney. I know that. What the hell? They won't even try to be original. Alexa, call Kristen. Oh, look at the name, the sounding of the names. Starting to rhyme. Kristen. It's got to be Chris. Chris, did you change your profile picture and your username? You just came back over here. Come back as yourself. We're not blocking you. You can't make this stuff up. No, you don't need to be an attorney, Kristen, to call Stu Peters an idiot. He's a dumbass. He's a dumb elf. He's a moron. You know, he's the idiot that you sit back and you say that boy should definitely be wearing a helmet and knee pads at the ripe old age of 42, however old he is. No, he's the one that needs to be practicing, you know, his multiplication table. Kristen, can you ask Candace, where is my $10,000? I went to lunch with Ben Shapiro.
Messages about that.
Where, show me.
They're
are they?
on X.
Okay,
Somebody
they're on
went to
X.
Tyler
Tell your
Robinson's
cult
restaurant.
So
Give me
those
my
text
damn
messages
money.
are legit, but not the
So
Tyler
can we
Robinson
talk about
text
some of
messages.
the? We're going back and forth with 30.6 and the different evidence and claims.
Yes.
What about
start?
some?
I'll give you.
No,
I'm going to
I
start.
do
I'll
not
start with my
believe-
evidence.
I do not believe that the 30-6 was used to shoot Charlie Kirk in his neck. No.
Gotcha. Okay, understood. And Stu, are you a ballistics expert?
Andrew, you're not going to shift the burden here. It is
I'm not.
my responsibility.
You just said you don't
to
believe
prove
X.
Tyler Robinson's innocence.
I understand. Is
Do
it
you
the case
consider-
though
let
that
me
you
ask you
just
this.
said?
Do you
Hang on, you
consider
can't
Rob O'Neill to
disbelieve
be an
something.
expert?
How am I supposed to
I
even
listen to
question this guy,
experts.
Sneeko? You want to answer any questions? Are you a
Sure.
Put
ballistic
him on
expert?
mute.
Do you consider Rob O'Neill to be a ballistic expert?
Which guy's Rob O'Neill?
Rob
Osama bin
O'Neill's the
Laden
guy that-
assassin.
Yeah,
Brendan.
he killed Osama bin Laden. He's
See, this is the thing with them. They want control. He just wants to control the conversation. He doesn't give a damn about what Andrew Wilson is saying or asking. He just wants to be able to control the conversation. So when, you know, when you're tired of like trying to overtalk him, because he keep overtalking, then you got to sit here and answer his dumbass questions, and you still don't end up, you know, making any arguable points at all, because they want to control the conversation. Plus, they have limited vocabulary. You know, based on what Chris and Kristen have both said in this chat, which is ideologically the same thing. They don't know how to think for themselves. It's a hive mentality. That's what you get when you're dealing with cult members. They don't ever think outside the box. You think these two would clap back with something original? I'm giving them space and opportunity to do it. I will respond, but I'm giving you a chance to at least come better. Do better. They just go straight to name calling. They can't say anything else because they're retarded.
No, he's not a ballistics expert.
440 times. He
Yeah,
was
he's not
the
a-
range
no, he's not a
officer in
ballistics
charge
expert.
of the SEAL team.
Not the
Okay,
ballistics
are
I
you a
don't
expert.
care
ballistics
about this
expert?
ballistic
No.
expert.
Okay, is Gary Melton a ballistics expert?
By his own
Okay,
admission.
is Valhalla, is Erica Kirk a ballistic expert?
Nope.
Okay, but she said she was Tyler Robinson. So she
Yeah, but do you
is saying
see?
that the-
Yeah,
is
hang on.
Charlie
hang on.
Sobek a
Talked
ballistics
about
Yeah,
it.
no,
expert?
of course
Just
not.
say
Well, he
anything.
says
But,
that
so
it's
we've
no
all
ballistics
established
expert.
that none of us are ballistics experts, right? We've established that. Great.
I don't
so
need
now,
to be a ballistics
let's
expert
get into
for
the
you
expert.
to tell me
Or
what
let's get into
evidence
what
proves that Tyler Robinson
going
killed
to
Charlie
give it
Kirk,
to you.
and that's what you said
Bro,
you were here to
You have to
debate.
stop talking, or I can't give you the evidence. Do you want it or not?
You're
So-
asking me if I'm a ballistics expert and if I believe that
Yeah,
Andrew
yeah,
Kovitz
yeah, I
smoked
just wanted a
cigarettes
yes or no
at
would be
some
fine.
fort in Tucson.
Yeah.
Where, when he,
great.
by the way, when he said that and pretended that
Are
he
we
had
ever
no
gonna get to the
idea
evidence,
what
Stu?
was,
Stu, are
do
we
you
ever
know
going to
that
get to the evidence?
immediately
Stu?
after that?
You're just still you're
This-
prattling, bro.
This is when the
Oh my
TP
God.
USA
You're
plane
babbling
actually
like a
landed on
fool
Fort
girl.
Huachuca.
Yeah, can we get to the evidence
But
now?
he's gonna pretend he
Stu Peters is a whole diva. Y'all see how we got the man? These little divas around here. They call themselves grown men. They acting like little teenage girls in middle school. Just babbling on for no reason. Just like a high school teenage girl. What is going on? Stu Peters is another little sassy.
doesn't know
If
what
you
that
guys,
So let's start.
if you
let's
look in the
start with the
description of my
30-06.
video,
Are
I
you
made a
aware that the
prediction.
US
Go
Army
check that
has
out.
Released many studies on the 30-06, including a very comprehensive
is.
study.
Wow.
That does
where they
not
went
connect
over-
Tyler Robinson,
Yeah,
the
dude,
shooting
bro,
death of Charlie Kirk, which is
I
what
don't,
we're
all
here
right,
to
we'll do a
debate.
time limits, Nico. The guy won't even let me speak. He just
We don't have to do the time. You seem to you both abandoned it. But
Mute him.
let's just.
I'm not going to sit here and read you studies from the government to
What are
prove
we
that
supposed
Tyler
to
I'm not
debate?
going to prove
Robinson
any of my
We're
claims.
supposed to debate what? You won't even.
Not even
you
going to
can't
talk
claim
about
it.
them.
Tyler Robinson shot Charlie Kirk.
I'm trying to go
made the
over
claim.
the evidence,
You're
but
all
you
over the
won't
place.
stop
You're
talking,
online
bro.
saying that. So what's the evidence?
The evidence.
You're
Let's
talking
go
about
over it.
citations from the government. You're
Yes, the
talking about-
citations from the government
That's
who
not
used that
evidence.
caliber in 3 wars, Stu.
That's not evidence that Tyler
It's
Robinson
massive
shot
evidence
Charlie
that
Kirk.
this is not only possible, but when we take the 150 grain Corlock Remington,
It's
we
possible
look at the
that
minute of
Jewish space
angle.
lasers killed
It's
Charlie
not
Kirk.
only
That's
it's not only
evidence.
possible, it's likely. And let's point this out too. When you say steel neck, Martin Luther King must have had a steel jaw then, because it stopped there too, Stu. He stopped at 30-06 round two.
None of
Did
what
he
you
have a
just
steel
said.
jaw? Did he have
None
a
of
steel
what
jaw?
you just said is evidence that Tyler Robinson shot
No,
Charlie
the
Kirk.
evidence for that would be his confession.
That
Remember
sounds
when
like
he
an
confessed?
investigation.
Do you remember
actually.
when he confessed, Stu, via text message? You
No,
remember when
I
he
don't.
sent text messages to his
How do you not? He just said, no, I don't. Why are we having this dumbass debate then? What do you mean, no, I don't? He just said, oh, that solves the riddle. Kristen, come back to the chat. Stu Peters said he didn't even know that Tyler Robinson confessed. Did y'all hear that? It's called a confession because that's evidence.
Expert, and if I believe that
Yeah,
Andrew
yeah,
Kovitz
yeah, I
smoked
just wanted a
cigarettes
yes or no
at
would be
some
fine.
fort in Tucson.
Yeah,
where, when he, by the way, when he said that,
Hold on. Okay.
All right,
to
we'll do a
debate.
time limits, Nico. The guy won't even let me speak. He just
We don't have to do the
filibusters.
time. You seem to you both abandoned it. But let's just.
I'm not going to sit here and read you studies from the government to prove
What are we
that
supposed
Tyler
to
I'm not
debate?
going to
Robinson
prove
did.
any of my
We're
claims.
supposed to debate what? You won't even.
Not even
you
going to
won't
talk
even
about
That
them.
Tyler Robinson shot Charlie.
Yeah, we got to debate, what's happening in the alternate reality. It's like war. It's like rivers of milk and honey. The mountains are made of chocolate. The Easter Bunny is hopping around in his two-piece suit, talking about run me my eggs. You got a unicorn sitting in Stu Peters' house. He talking about My Little Pony with his sassy ass.
I'm trying to go over
claim.
the evidence,
You're
but
all
you
over the
won't
place.
stop
You're
Yeah,
all
all that
saying
is.
that. So what's the evidence?
The evidence.
You're
Let's
talking
go
about
over it.
citations from the government. You're
Yes,
talking
for
about-
citations from the government
That's
who
not
used that
evidence.
caliber in 3 wars, Stu.
That's not evidence that Tyler
It's
Robinson
massive
shot
evidence
Charlie
that this
Kirk.
is not only possible, but when we take the 150 grain Corlock Remington,
It's
we look
possible
at the
that
minute of
Jewish space
angle.
lasers killed
It's
Charlie
not
Kirk.
only
That's
it's not only
evidence.
possible, it's likely. And let's point this out too. When you say steel neck, Martin Luther King must have had a steel jaw then, because it stopped there too, Stu. He stopped at 30-06 round two.
None of
Did
what
he
you
have a
just
steel
said.
jaw? Did he have
None
a
of
steel
what you
jaw?
just said is evidence that Tyler Robinson shot.
No,
Charlie
the
Kirk.
evidence for that would be his confession.
That
Remember
sounds
when
like
he
an
confessed?
investigation.
Do you remember
actually.
when he confessed to via text message? You
No,
remember when
I
he
don't.
sent text message?
He said, no, I don't. So the most fundamental piece of evidence that has been rendered in this case, Tyler James Robinson's confession, is something Stu Peters does not even remember. Convenient. How ironic. Where the candy ass cult members at? So all of a sudden, you forget conveniently that Tyler James Robinson confessed. That is permissible evidence in this criminal matter because laws say so. Lord, we thank you for laws. What the hell? Why is he debating this dumbass diva? A little sassy ass. Why is this a debate? He doesn't even remember Tyler James Robinson's confession. Listen, no one is going to tell on themselves and say, I did something like this. I took somebody's life on national television, blah, 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 blah. And you know you're facing the death penalty. And you don't start pushing back and saying, no, I didn't do it. I was just a conduit. I was just a patsy. Don't you think Tyler James Robinson will be naming names? Candace, how much did you pay Tyler James Robinson? Because Candace did it. Then Candace did it. Somehow, somewhere, at some point in their alternate reality Candace came out of, she was able to like go through a portal. You know, you got to be Superman, right? You know, she went through a portal. And then she astral projected. And then she put the weapon together. And then she took the shot. And then she just told Tyler James Robinson to run up there, lay down on the ground, do nothing, and then jump down the side of the building like Spider-Man. She let him use her web shooters that came out of her yeast infection. Candace gave Tyler James Robinson the web shooters he needed to scale the side of the building. You know, it was the yeasty web, yeasty web man. And she gave him some web shooters. She said, okay, these will only work if I pull it out right now. It's got to be warm for it to be strong. Then she gave him those yeasty web shooters. And then he was able to get down and slide down that yeast. They ought to go back and candize. If we find your bodily fluids all over the ground, we come. Oh man, I'm so going to gloat. And look at this. Candace left her yeast infection juice behind. And then he was able to hop in the car with George Farmer and he drove away. There you go. Yeah, that's what happened. God.
Messages to his boyfriend and laid out the entirety of it. He
Uncle
said that
Tom
he hitched his
has
rifle.
done better
He said
debating
that he shot her.
than Stu Peters
Through
has.
the entirety of everything
No, he
that he
didn't.
did.
said,
Yes, he
I
did.
did it. He never said
Muppet.
that he
He
did.
did.
Muppet
What?
has
What do you
done
think he
better.
did? What do you
I don't
think?
He said he did it. No one is going to confess to a whole murder when you're facing the death penalty if you did not do it. I will be naming names. Tyler James Robinson. Please name Candace Owens and George Farmer. That way, boy, oh, that'll be sweet, 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 sweet revenge. Tyler, why don't you tell us how much Candace paid you? Hey, anybody gonna go do an interview with him? That's the only question I want to know. So, Tyler James Robinson, how much did Candace Owens pay you? How much money did she give you? And by what method? Because, you know, I just, they claim you're not alone. So if you had help, how much did Candace give you? Because she helped you.
Debating than
I
Stu
have no
Peters is
idea.
doing.
It is
I
not
did
incumbent
it.
upon me to prove
Yeah.
what he meant.
Yeah, I did
It's
it.
the prosecution's burden to
Uh-huh.
prove
Said I
what
did.
he meant when he said I did it.
He meant
But
he
here
meant
you
he
go.
was he meant
Here
he
you
was gonna
go.
go
He
get
said
ice
he
cream.
went through in great detail about
Yeah, no, he said I did it. He rode up on that unicorn and then he went to Stu Peters' house in that alternate reality. Then they had tea and milk and honey and cookies. And then for dinner, you know, they had some ribeye steak from the smokehouse and blah, blah, blah. They went through all these portals just to get a steak dinner. Can you believe that?
what he did and all this. He said,
Yeah.
I
Not
did
one
it.
camera
He
picked
didn't
him
say
up.
what he did. So
No, he
just
did.
Jack Posobiec misrepresented, just like Benny Johnson said that it's open and shut. We saw it. He pulled the trigger.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You're not
John.
just making shit up. He
No,
said, I
bro.
did it. What
John
if he
makes
did
way
that?
more
No, no,
sense.
we
That
can
is
all make
exactly
shit up.
what it is that he did.
How can you
So-
prove
God,
if he
It's
wrote
really
any
funny.
message at all?
It's really fun. Well, the state says that they pulled the data off his phone
George.
after they collected it from
Okay, well,
him.
Well, a lot of people say a lot of things that aren't true. Erica Kirk says that she didn't date or drink, and she
Don't
was
you think
on
that the
a national
prosecution
television
might have
show
brought that
dating
up?
and drinking.
Don't you think the
Nobody cares about that. No one cares about Erica Kirk's private life before she got married. George. How much did you give Tyler Robinson? Should we be concerned? Is that why you had a black eye? George, are you going to tell us what happened with your eye? Did Candice have to sacrifice her foot? How did this go? Are you two in Hollywood now? Well, I mean, what's the deal?
prosecution would have brought up during the preliminary hearing those were his messages if they weren't to?
Good.
Don't you think that the prosecution's
Answer the
job
question,
at the
Stu.
preliminary hearing is to provide their most damning evidence? We've seen the totality of
I'm
it.
asking
No,
about the
they
defense.
just
Why
need
didn't
to
you
provide
defend
probable
Tyler
fucking
Robinson? Why
cause.
didn't the defense say
You
these
moron.
messages are not authentic?
He's an
You did not
idiot.
write them. Why didn't they say
Because
that,
it is
Stu?
not the defense's job to do that. Again, you
It
don't
is the
understand
defense's job to
judicial
do that.
process in this country.
Bro, that is
Way
the
better.
defense's job.
Hearing
Costello
is
was
the
way
equivalent
better.
of a grand jury. It is
And
not
does the
defense's
defense get
job.
to?
It is not the defense's turn to put on a show and talk about how innocent Tyler Robinson is at a preliminary hearing.
So
It
so
is
let's pretend you were at a
prosecution's
grand.
job to prove that there is
Yeah.
enough evidence to put him on
Uh-huh.
trial for his life. And
So Stu, let's pretend for a second that
Do you
you're in a
acknowledge
grand
that's right?
jury. No,
Hold
that's
on.
not correct. It's not correct. I'll
not?
show you. I'll prove it.
sure,
So let's pretend that you're at your own grand jury
He's not
hearing
sure. He doesn't know how this works.
for them to see if they're going to send you off to trial or not, or a
Yeah,
preliminary
no, he
like
doesn't know how
this.
this works.
Would you, if you were in Tyler Robinson's position, have wanted your lawyers to introduce that the one smoking gun that they have over all else, which is text messages, weren't even Tyler Robinson's if they had some evidence to that?
Yeah, you would sure think
Wouldn't
so.
you-
be completely unprecedented and totally out of
How
order.
would it be
and against the
unprecedented?
rules,
Against the
100%
rules.
Against this is not the judicial process.
Yes, it is the
In a-
judicial
first of
process.
all,
Why
grand
couldn't they
jury
do that?
indictments are secret.
This is why he doesn't want to answer any
Oh,
questions.
Lord.
I said
Because he's a
preliminary.
retard.
Okay, preliminary hearings are the
so
equivalent of a grand
stupid.
jury. It is the prosecution's job to show the defense and the court all of the evidence to exhibit whether or not there is enough evidence. For
Yeah,
the
the
judge
defense
to say, yes,
wouldn't
this
want
guy should
to
go on
do
trial for
anything
his life.
to
So,
prevent.
we have
probable
seen the
cause.
totality of all of the evidence that the prosecution has.
Text messages.
What is the evidence that you say proves that Tyler Robinson
We haven't
shot
seen the
Charlie Kirk
totality.
with his
Well,
grandfather?
not even
in
close.
2006
Yeah,
on the
great.
rooftop of the Losi building?
Yep. The fact that he said that he did it in
Where's the
text
footage
messages.
that Jack Posobiec says that he saw?
The fact that
Where's
he
the
said,
footage
yeah, so
that-
I'm trying to give you the evidence.
Why the
bro. You
need to
just don't
lie
ever
about
shut
that?
up. You never stop talking, just filibuster. So here's the evidence.
I don't
The
know
evidence
how
is the
people
evidence
don't
on
see
scene.
the
evidence
grift.
is that he
I don't
sent
know
all
how they
text
don't
messages
see this.
over. The evidence is
This blows my
overwhelming in that
mind.
regard.
Okay,
He
so-
sent
That
the
you
text
have
messages
this
to him.
bad
They
of
pulled the data
confirmation
off the
bias that
phone,
you don't
right?
don't see
I don't
you're being
know.
suckered
What
by
else
these
was that?
I'll
people.
accept that. So you've got early on. What day was it that they talked about the
At
confession?
the-
by the way,
Yes, thank you, whole
Why would
truth.
that- why would that be
Tyler
relevant?
Robinson's
Was the
defense is
confession?
ethically
Well,
obligated to present
Monday
the best
through
defense.
Thursday, we saw the preliminary hearings, where it's the defense's job to sit and listen to the prosecution present their case against their client. It is not their job
don't
to argue their
understand.
client's innocence.
Like
I
I
don't
get
understand
not
it.
believing their
It's
stories,
so
but
wrong.
how do they not
It is
see?
to prove a man
this
guilty
grift
beyond
bullshit?
the shadow of a reasonable doubt. Do you agree with that?
Yes, that I agree
Okay.
with.
So on
Well,
Monday,
I mean,
Tuesday,
well, no,
Wednesday, or
beyond
Thursday,
reasonable,
while we were watching
beyond
the
reasonable
preliminary
doubt.
hearings,
Hang on, that's to beyond reasonable doubt, not a
beyond
shadow
reasonable
of a doubt.
doubt. Okay,
Yeah.
beyond reasonable doubt that he's guilty. That's their
Yes.
job, to provide the totality of the most damning evidence that they have
Yes,
at the preliminary hearing.
yes, that's
Monday
part of
through
it. Yes.
Thursday, when cameras were allowed in the courtroom,
Mhm.
we heard a lot about DNA.
Yeah.
We heard about all the magic tricks, by the way, that were done on the DNA to make Tyler Robinson show up in the first place.
There was no
Versus
magic tricks.
Only Lance Twigg.
That's just
It
made
was-
up.
It was quite the explanation. It
No,
was a big
really
process
wasn't.
that went into that. That was kind of a
Grift
No,
is
there
saying
really
wasn't
something
a big
you don't
process.
believe
standard.
in
Are
order
you a DNA
to
expert?
No, I listened
Name
to
it.
the testimony. What is
Benefit
the big,
from
what
it
is
in
the
some
big,
way.
Kerfluffle? What was the magic trick?
Big kerfluffle was when on Friday they turned the cameras off, and here comes the Bindergate crew. rolling
dude
it
is
down.
full
Officer
of
David
shit.
Jack Posobiec, Benny
Uh-huh.
Johnson behind
How do I
closed
know that?
doors with
Because
no
he won't
cameras in
back
there,
up any
not
of his
shooting. They're
claims.
all
He
there.
avoids
Why
it.
does it go for the Fox
Why?
News people?
Because he can,
And they come
and it will
out
make him
and
look
say-
bad, which will be bad for his grift.
What does that have to do with the DNA, Stu?
Because the DNA, which isn't enough, because I don't know how it got there.
Wait, how did we
Okay,
get
so
to the DNA from them? What
okay,
are you talking about,
listen,
dude?
none of what we have heard, none of the bullshit that you're spewing as the guy who's paid by Turning Point,
It was not paid by Turning Point.
none
Lie
of
again.
what the prosecution said in the courtroom is
Uh-huh.
enough to convince
This dude's an
anybody
Alex Jones
that Tyler
wannabe without the
Robinson's
Yeah, but
talent.
Stu, you
Kirk.
just made a claim. You
Which
just said
is
that they did a
why-
bunch of magic tricks to the
which
DNA. I
is
asked you
why-
what,
hold on.
and you said Jack
Okay,
Posobiec went in and
Let's
lied
say
to the
no
camera
magic
about a
tricks
video.
were done. Let's say
What?
no magic tricks were
Okay,
done,
great.
and
Let's
Tyler
say none.
Robinson's DNA was found on a gun that apparently is his his own. Okay. great.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And we can get to that.
Okay,
my
let's.
DNA is on this pen.
Uh-huh.
If my audio video guy comes and takes this pen and walks out and stabs somebody,
Yeah.
my DNA is on it. Does that mean that I stabbed that person? No. Okay. Well, anyways, None of the evidence.
What
that
does
was
that have to do with
presented-
anything?
None of the evidence because the DNA wasn't enough.
By itself, it wouldn't be
the
enough.
confession
The
wasn't
fact that
enough.
he happened to,
Everybody
you know,
knows
which
that
will
it's
just
not enough, which is
expose
why
Yeah.
Jack
how
Posobiec and
completely
Benny
full of shit
Johnson
they
lied.
are too.
It's why they
roll.
misrepresented what happened in the
that's
courtroom.
just, bro.
That's why they
doesn't-
came out
You
of the
see how you
courtroom
get to a
and lied, because they
conclusion?
know
You
that
see
what
how you-
has been
that makes-
shown is not enough
Yeah,
evidence
yeah,
to
bro.
convince anybody
Stu.
that putting this Patsy to death is
How did you get to the
reasonable.
conclusion, Stu? How do you get to the conclusion that because
Jack
it
Posobiec
wouldn't
lied?
be enough, if some guy out in your parking lot stabbed somebody with your pin, that your DNA was on it, that somehow that means Jack Posobiec has to lie about seeing a video? That
Okay,
conclusion doesn't follow from what you just said. What are you
Your
talking
slow
about,
brain
Stu?
isn't following. DNA is not enough.
We said no ad
My
hoc.
if my DNA is on the pen,
Uh-huh.
somebody goes and stabs somebody with the pen,
Yeah.
is my DNA being on the pen enough to put me on trial for my life?
No.
Okay, there isn't enough. That is the reason.
There's so
why
much more than one
nobody
piece of
believes
little
Tyler Robinson.
evidence
Hey,
like
this
that.
stuff up.
What a
Believe
crock.
that.
Come on.
What
This
are
is
you
why-
talking? Well, that
This
has
is why
nothing
Jack
to do with
Posobiec-
anything.
It's
Nothing
why
to
they
do with
felt the
nothing.
need to lie. They know there's
What
not
a
enough.
crock of shit.
The burden of proof
what
is not
is-
on the people
what-
who are investigating what,
okay,
really
Exactly,
happened.
Graham.
Charlie, the
What
burden
is-
of proof is on the prosecution, and there's not enough evidence. I
Stu,
want to know what is
not
the
enough.
evidence.
Yeah,
Not
I'll
enough.
go through the evidence again.
You're saying it's overwhelming.
When you say it
the
is the
confession,
case,
that
when you
wasn't
say,
enough.
bro,
The DNA wasn't enough.
Nico, you got to
The grainy
moderate at
video
some point.
wasn't
Dude. This
enough.
guy's not allowed to just
None of it was
filibuster
enough.
the
You're
entire
There's
right.
interruptions
time.
on both sides. Like we're not even able. If we have to
That's
be
it. This is a filibuster. He won't even let me respond to the things he asked me. He asked me a question, then he answers the damn question he asked me.
No,
so
that's
the thing
exactly what
is
you're
like,
doing.
look, here.
That's what I'm saying. Sneeko just sitting here letting this happen. He's letting this crap happen. It's so ridiculous. If you're gonna ask a question, just shut up. Why is it Sneeko just okay? You asked the question. I'm gonna put you on mute if you don't let him answer. Some of y'all both interrupted. No, he's over talking. He's like, I can't even get in 5 words.
Here's how it works, bro. You're right. DNA is not enough. A text message confession, along with the fact that Tyler Robinson was in the area, which is very strange, right? We have his vehicle that's there. We have him there. We have the rifle that happens to be his grandfather's in the woods. Boy, nothing suspicious here. On top of all of that, we have his text message that is going to his boyfriend, right? Everything is pointing at Robinson, which is why you can't even support your
I
alternative
think
theories
there's
that
a
you've
lot of
been
suspicious
postulating.
things about the 30-06 and it being his grandfather's. I think there's a lot of
Yeah, he
suspicions
keeps
about the property
interrupting.
the
He's
rifle
not
was
saying
placed on. I
anything.
think there's a lot of suspicions about how
Yes,
Tyler
what?
Robinson
Well, let's
was able
start
to
with him.
navigate. Okay, sure.
Let's start with
I am-
just
I'm
the
telling you
suspicions
right now.
about the rifle. What are the
Y'all Sneeko is enjoying this dumb shit. Because, views and all. Because there's no way, just the average reasonable person should be very annoyed right now. This is the same thing what Candace does. It's like they all went to the FDMG Academy from Umar Johnson. No, we don't debate. We just talk over each other and keep saying words over and over. How many times has he said his whole point? Repeatedly. He is saying the same shit over and over and over again. He's not saying anything new at all because he's dumb.
suspicions?
Okay, well, is it his rifle? Is it his grandfather's rifle? Is it ostensible, of course, that plausible that his DNA would be on it? Does that mean that he used it to
dear
murder
God.
Charlie Kirk?
Well, how did it get there, Stu?
How can I tell you how it got there? Did
You
Lance
think-
Twiggs bring it there? Because his DNA is on it too.
So Twigs, you think that Twigs brought it there?
I didn't say that. It's not incumbent upon me to prove that Lance Twiggs got
Totally
anything
suspicious.
anywhere because he's not on trial for his
Do
life.
you
He
know
still
that-
doesn't
They
understand
say
how
we still
the
use
system
induction.
is supposed to
Yeah,
work
we
in this
use
country.
induction.
You're
I'm
not
gonna
supposed
play
to
you the
railroad.
perfect
We use
song.
induction.
I'm
You're supposed to
sorry.
use
Oh,
evidence.
that's stupid.
Stu,
Almost
we use
killed me.
induction. If Tyler Robinson there, Tyler Robinson
What is
rifle
the
there,
evidence
text
that
message from
Tyler
Tyler Robinson saying that he ditched his rifle there, we can use inductive reasoning to put him both there on the scene.
Yeah,
We can also have his rifle on the scene. We also have the bullets that he inscribed with his own Dremel gun on the scene. Boy, that's a huge series of coincidences, Stu. I'm glad.
DNA. We got to talk about DNA. The science. So DNA. Oh Lord. Pull this up. Because okay. Because Stu Peters is a dumbass and a moron. Here's why DNA evidence is powerful evidence. Can 2 different people on Earth have the same exact DNA? In most cases, no. Two unrelated people do not have this exact same DNA. The human genome is about 99.99% identical across all individuals, but the remaining 0.1% contains millions of variations of DNA sequence that make each person's genetic blueprint unique. If he left his DNA behind, the only exception is identical monozygotic twins who develop from a single fertilized egg that splits into two embryos early in development. At birth, they share virtually identical DNA. However, over time, they will accumulate somatic mutations, random DNA changes in body cells, and epigenetic modifications, changes in gene expression without altering the DNA sequence. So at some point, even identical twins end up having variations within the actual body cells as well as the gene expression. So no two human beings on Earth has the same exact DNA across the board. Does that make sense? Hit the 4. That means Tyler James Robinson's DNA, from blood to skin to hair cells, sweat, is unique to him and him only. Does that make sense? Hit the 4. This is why DNA evidence is as powerful as it is. Because you can't say that's not my DNA. If it comes out of your body, and then you test that against DNA on a weapon, and the DNA matches, that is your DNA. No one else has that DNA. Does that make sense? I'm just kind of summoning this up. So the idea that, oh, well, who says Tyler Robinson was that he was not at the smokehouse? How do you put him there? You need physical evidence to do that. Well, I refuse to believe that he was on top of the building. He left DNA up there. You cannot say that's anyone else's DNA. Y'all see what we have to do in the Lady Luck Club? We got to read shit so we can get back to brain cells we're losing. We got to read science because we got to get back to brain cells we're losing. Listening to Stu Peters sound like Candace Owens with his little sassy diva ass. It's so just a diva. Sounds like a whole woman that's only 12 years old. Can't make this up. This is how we regain our brain cells. We got to read, intellectually stimulating information about science. Oh my God. You have genetic recombination crossing over during meiosis, which shuffles genes between parental chromosomes, independent assortment, where chromosomes are randomly distributed into sperm and egg cells, creating trillions of possible combinations. It's this trillions of possible combinations. We bless God for it. That is the God that we serve. He's so creative that he ensured that no two human beings on earth have the same combination of DNA sequence. Hallelujah. So if they test the DNA on the weapon, on top of the roof, on the towel, and it comes back to Tyler James Robinson, it is indeed Tyler James Robinson's DNA and no one else's. DNA evidence is extraordinarily powerful. And I don't know if, it's Stu Peters because he doesn't know how court works. But that's just a tidbit. Oftentimes with these types of cases, it is hard to find the weapon. Prosecutors consider it a lucky streak if they're able to actually get the weapon. Because, dumb criminals try to get rid of it. Oh, you don't find a weapon, you can't find me guilty. No, you can be found guilty. But they have a weapon in this case. A weapon that also had a towel with it. that has his DNA on it. The weapon that has his DNA on it. Even down to fingerprints. Bodily fluids, blood, hair, skin cells. All DNA. And it is his and his alone. Even if he had a twin, you're going to have some modification regarding the gene expression or just random mutations happening within the cells. You can't make this up. So as opposed to, this clown looking at, okay, why is this DNA evidence so powerful? Because it is. No one else has Tyler James Robinson's DNA but him. It's so stupid. It's like a concept that the Candy Ass Cult members, they want to sit here and push to the side and, oh no, that has nothing to do with anything. It has everything to do with it. His DNA is all over the place. So these dumb fucks want to sit around here and talk about how, I don't believe in the text message, but we believe in the DNA because science is science. And it's something they're not keen to. They don't understand. Candace can't even pronounce English terms correctly. What are we talking about? Somehow DNA is supposed to take second seat to Candace's dumbass conspiracy theories about tunnels and bees. His DNA is there. It puts him there. Bottom line. And no one else has his DNA. So yeah, because DNA in his confession is signed, sealed, and delivered, he's guilty. Whatever. The grief. You would think he would just say, let me just tell everybody I'm innocent. Because, I don't want to be put to death. You think he would be sitting here? You would think. Because Graham was like, oh my God, you can't make this up. And I know, Graham. I know how you feel. You would think Tyler Robinson would be walking around saying, I'm innocent. I don't want to be put to death over something I did not do. No, he ain't said shit. Funny how he said nothing. Candice, are you going to go interview Tyler Robinson in jail? How's this going to go? How did you pay him again? Was it in crypto?
You have tons of alternative theories that are much better. Oh, wait, you don't.
Yeah, I hear it.
Oh my God, I'd rather listen to Valhalla
DNA on the murder weapon.
or Bays or anybody but this guy.
The murder weapon. We don't see Tyler Robinson with a rifle at all.
Oh.
We don't see anybody holding a rifle. We have a 30.
All of them are way better than
Why
this
would you
dude.
need a shot?
Yeah.
Did you know that? Did you consider that evidence?
Yeah.
There's
Hey,
nothing
hang on.
suspicious at all.
Yeah,
but
let's
there's a
start
lot
with
of
that.
things suspicious.
Here,
Hold on.
let's go
Oh,
over
you
that.
can't make it.
Dustin
There's a lot of things
Rifle
suspicious.
Board.
You asked me what's suspicious.
I want to do one point at a time. I want to do one point at a time.
Let's,
So
let's,
let's
stick to Dustin the
rifle.
rifle. Let's
Yeah,
hear
so
it.
guess, it was
go ahead.
ditched in a forest, Stu. Guess what exists in forest? Dirt and dust. Wow, this is mind-blowing. Also, point two, just because you fire a rifle doesn't blow out all the dust, Stu. It doesn't
How do
blow
you
it all
know that?
out, bro. I don't know what
How
the hell
do you
you're
know
talking about. Because, man, I've been working on rifles my entire life.
Okay.
You could take your granddaddy's 357,
Okay.
go
How did it-
outside from
how did
30
it get
years
on the
ago,
roof?
shoot it.
How did it get on the roof? The rifle.
Tyler Robinson took it up on the roof.
How do you know that? Is there video of that?
Yes.
There's video that
No, you
appears
just
to
have
be.
the feds telling you
Yeah,
that.
you wouldn't actually need.
The feds are just telling you.
Even if I grant this to you, this doesn't even help your case. You wouldn't even need video
have a
of
case.
Robinson specifically
The
being
state has a
up there.
case against
Yeah,
Tyler
again,
Robinson, and he's
okay,
on trial
great.
for his life.
They also would not actually need to demonstrate.
Maybe we should see how that
video.
plays out first.
Most crimes are not solved with video.
Just a thought.
They would not even need to demonstrate that he went up there with the
They're
rifle. They would
showing
never
us
even
video
need
as
to
part
demonstrate
of
it.
this propaganda case. That
Yeah,
they're
right.
You know
But you're
why?
saying because
Because his DNA was up there. Lord, we thank you. His DNA was up there, you dumbass Stu Peters. As opposed to over talking, why don't you pull out the dictionary? Or at least go online and Google. Makes no sense.
you can't
Tyler
recognize him,
Robinson,
that's
here
not
he
good
is.
enough evidence.
Here he is 3 times on campus.
Yeah, but
That's what they're
again,
using as the
yes,
propaganda to put him on
but they
trial.
wouldn't even need it.
I don't have a
They
case.
wouldn't even
No
need
shit.
it.
A crime?
They wouldn't even
How does
need
being
it.
on
Good catch,
campus or
Nikki.
being on video connect you to the shooting death of Charlie Kirk?
Because your rifle's
Nobody
found in the
answered that.
forest when you send your text message when you send your boyfriend a bunch of text messages saying that you killed the guy. That's
He
how they
didn't say
tied
he
it
killed
in.
the guy.
Stu.
He said, I did it.
Yeah, I
He
did
didn't say
what?
he killed the guy.
I did what?
Here we go with
I
this shit.
went out and played pogs with my
You
friends.
just said I did it.
You asked me if there was anything suspicious
They're
about the rifle.
they're
There is a lot of
specifically
suspicious
talking
things about the
about
rifle.
they're specifically
dust in
talking
the
about
barrel.
what happened to
The
Charlie
dust in the
Kirk,
barrel
and he
is
said I did it.
suspicious.
Okay, we're almost out of
The
time.
dust in the barrel is
We're-
suspicious.
Yeah, for being left in a
Being
forest.
placed
Stu.
on Palantir property is suspicious.
It wasn't placed on
somebody else's
Palantir
DNA.
property.
We're
That's not
almost-
true either.
None of that means anything because DNA trumps all this dumb shit out. He's so idiot. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. DNA is on the roof that came out of Tyler Robinson's body.
Hold on, both of you. We're almost out of time. I would like to ask about Candace Owens and her investigation from almost the past year. If you want to, I'm curious both of your opinions on Candace Owens' investigation.
I want to hear about
food on that.
the evidence.
Peters is repeating what she thinks. Man, it's a dumbass question. Sneeko, you don't need to do this. You're a horrible moderator. Can't make this up.
he has for his claims that he's been
must not have
making.
gone so great. The defense hasn't even reached out to her, is what I'm told. And interestingly enough, just like with Stu Peters, not one single shred of new evidence that these people uncovered that they actually back. None of them actually back their own theories, conjectures, evidence, nothing. And they just say there's no evidence for Robinson, even though you pointed out a million times to them that there is. They don't even have reputations for that. So when you're talking about Candace Owens, she has not solved the case.
Hour
Detective
here of me
Owens,
refuting all of the evidence
you haven't
that the
refuted
feds
shit.
have told us exists to
You just said,
convict
how do you
Tyler
know?
Robinson, and has Erica Kirk forgiving him. I just
Yeah, but
refuted
that has
every
nothing-
single
So
bit of
what?
it.
That doesn't
The jury will not care about that. The jury will not care about that. It is irrelevant. Objection. Irrelevant. Don't care about that dumb shit. They want to know what does the DNA say? Oh, we couldn't do gunshot residue testing because he washed his hands. Oh, okay, cool. Is that him in the Dairy Queen on video? Got it. His DNA, footprints, fingerprints, got it. Because his DNA that came out of his body is unique to him. You mean?
That does
Consistency.
nothing
Just
for your position.
Keep
Stu.
interrupting. You
I
keep
refuted
interrupting.
all of it.
I was in the middle of talking. Am I interrupting
Detective
your interruption?
Yeah, you're saying that
we have about
nobody
10 minutes left. I'm going to bring the timer back. Let's do
the evidence.
Why
we
is
have
it
about
dumb?
a little less than 10 minutes left. Let's do about the 1 minute timer. I want to see both of your opinions about Candace Owens' investigation. Let's start with Stu. If you have 1 minute, please go.
I hope that she goes max. I love it. You know what? This might be the only friend that Charlie
You see, you just repeating her bullshit. Stu Peters, you are a simp. You're a punk ass simp. You're not a real man. You're a dumbass. You won't even look up DNA evidence and understand why DNA evidence is the by far most credible piece of evidence admitted in this case. They want to sit here and focus on everything they think is missing, like the gunshot residue test. There's a reason why you can't get it. After about a good, 4 hours? And then he washes his hands and changes clothes and all that. The chances of you being able to get an adequate, valid gunshot residue test becomes slim to none. Unless he's got fingernails and he's got all that gunshot residue stored in his fingernails. For the most part, it will be inconclusive. See, I've never even operated a gun, and I can say that. Hell.
Kirk actually really had. It's my opinion that the people weren't really her friends.
Notice me, Candace. Notice me. I need your audience, Candace. Please give me your audience.
Give me a like
I
and a
don't
view.
know how,
Hit the
how
like
Andrew
button.
Wilson is claiming that the defense hasn't contacted Candace. I would be interested.
I'm not playing with it. Y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button for me. Please hit that like button. Candace, yes. We're clowning you out and we're getting views off your dumbass. And Stu Peters. Andrew Wilson, I would love for you to come over here, but you talking about all women are retarded. Come on, man.
Who told you that? Who told you that?
Candace said it on her show. They can contact me, and they clearly didn't.
You said that what you heard. So you're talking about
From the
Candace
source.
previously saying
This is the source.
that at that point. Oh, okay, because you said that.
That's the source.
She
of
said it.
Yes.
Okay.
She said
That was
it.
the
So
source.
when she said that. the
Yeah.
defense
She
didn't
said it,
contact you.
period.
Okay, Andrew, go. You have a minute uninterrupted about
Okay,
Candace
yeah,
Owens'
great.
investigation.
So this is super easy, right? They haven't uncovered shit. Nothing. They just make these claims of like, oh, Charlie Kirk's friends betrayed him and they were mean to him and they actually secretly hated him and all this bullshit, right? But they never demonstrate any of it, ever.
These are retarded.
They've never been able to tie a single member of the TPUSA team, nor Erica Kirk, nor anybody else other than Robinson to this. Not one fucking person have they been able to tie to this from TPUSA. Nobody. No, hang on,
including
Stu,
Tyler
do you
Robinson.
know what the word
Ah,
uninterrupted
Stu,
means? That
shut
means
up.
it's my turn. So the thing is funny is like they haven't uncovered anything. Nothing.
Damn
All
thing.
they do is say TPUSA is lying about this. They're lying about that. Blah, 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 blah. TPUSA is also, it's not incumbent upon them to investigate this. It's not incumbent upon them
Good job.
to do law enforcement jobs. Not incumbent upon them to do any of that.
By default,
You
when
can
you
call
show up
Erica
to a
Kirk a
debate
liar
and then don't
because you
debate,
disagree
you
with her
lose the
theory.
debate.
But I can't say you're lying because you won't support any of your theories. That's hilarious to me. You just say it's not incumbent on me, but somehow it's incumbent on them. That's an insane position. They've uncovered nothing.
Stu, go ahead. You have a
Nothing
minute.
new to date?
Actually,
Nothing.
there's been a lot uncovered, and yeah, there are confirmed times where Erica Kirk has lied over and over again, and you said that, you conceded that. You're like, yeah, they're all fucking liars because every single one of them has been caught in lies. They lie when telling the truth.
Holy
It suits
fuck.
them better. What do you mean?
No, bro,
What do
I
you mean?
didn't.
You
I
can
said I
say
could
that they
grant.
lie, but there's no
I said I
evidence that
could
they
grant
lied.
the entirety of the position that all of them were liars, and it does nothing for you to tie them to the
But it
murder.
does, because
Nothing.
they're on a propaganda tour trying to hang a guy. They're trying to kill a guy, saying that Charlie Kirk was, you know,
How does that tie them to the murder?
Pro-Israel, fervent pro-Israel, Judeo-Christian guy.
Tie them to the murder,
When-
Stu.
Okay, so you're saying what? How does
Tie
that
them
tie?
to the murder.
They're not-
That's your claim. Your claim is that they're all part
Tyler
of it.
Robinson that's on trial for his life.
I get it, Stu, but what I'm
Dude,
asking
okay,
is, why do
they're
you guys
lying
always
about-
make the claims that these
What
people
do you
are
mean,
involved?
Candace? Okay, what do you mean the investigation has produced nothing?
This
What about
is-
just the other day when she produced text messages from like a year and a half ago where Charlie
Which
Kirk was
said?
saying "fuck the Jews"?
Well, that's not
You
what he
know,
said.
where he was-
That's a lie.
He said,
You
"I'm
just
telling
made.
all these
You
Jews to
literally
go to
just
hell."
made that up. He said
I'm
that
telling all of these Jews to go
Yeah.
to hell.
No, he said I'm telling all of these Jews that are telling me who I can platform to go to hell, Stu. That's what it actually
So
said.
just so
And
you know, I'm
what's-
telling all these Jews
you know
to go
what's-
to hell. Do you
yeah,
think that that's
the
not
ones that
revealing
are- the
something?
ones-
Because you know
he
what
said-
I heard
hang
from
on,
Erica Kirk
Stu,
was
Stu,
every
you're
night.
lying.
It was
You're
every
lying,
Friday. It was
Stu.
throw it on
Stu,
the
you're
phone.
lying.
Daddy's home. Shabbat shalom.
You're lying. That's
They're
not what
trying
the
to
text
recreate
messages
who Charlie
said.
Kirk is when his own
Yeah,
words
great.
completely annihilate their
Great.
propaganda.
How are they tied to the murder, Stu?
How is Tyler Robinson tied to the murder?
Because he
He's the one
text
who's on
messages in his
trial.
Make the
rifle
Mormons
found
did it.
the scene, Stu.
He's the one on trial for
Was
his life.
Erica
The text
Kirk's
messages
granddaddy's
that I already
rifle
blew
found in
holes
the
in,
forest,
the
too?
rifle that I already blew holes in, the DNA
didn't
that I
blow
already
any
blew
holes in
holes
it.
in.
You blew no holes in
And
nothing.
obviously wasn't enough because now Turning Point people
Uh-huh.
are going into a courtroom and they're coming out of it and lying. Who do you think believes them?
Bro,
It must be a terrible
you,
place to be
you
in.
can
let me
literally
just say
believe
this.
all of them
It
are
must be a
liars. It
terrible
doesn't
place to
matter.
be in. Can you imagine dealing with every single day?
Oh.
You are at the center of the most consequential political assassination of our lifetime. The entire world's eyes are on you. All you can do is lie. All you can do is lie.
Like you do about the microphone.
Everybody
fortitude.
looks
Yes,
at all
get
that.
him.
I'm not
Thank
lying
you.
about-
Thank
I'm
you.
not lying
Finally.
about any of that.
Great. Is
Well,
it
you're
your
not?
position
Prove it.
that
Prove
Andrew
it then.
Colvett is
Night on my
100%
show,
tied to
I go over
Fortitude?
data that Andrew Colvett won't refute any of the data. I
He
asked
did.
him.
He said he wasn't there.
No, he didn't. He
He
posted a
literally
20-year-old
said,
booking photo of me.
wasn't. He said
Andrew.
these words. I
Andrew.
wasn't there. You're a liar.
He put a 20-year-old booking photo of me.
What is this?
That's what he
What?
did. And then he blocked me. I said,
After
Andrew,
he told you he
I
wasn't
said,
there.
Andrew, he did not tell anybody that he wasn't there.
Bro, I can pull up the tweet. He said, good luck
He
proving
never
that I was
said
never
that.
there. He said,
Okay.
good luck proving that, Stu. I was
Okay,
never
well,
there.
I don't believe him.
Well, that's
I
a
don't
different
believe
claim,
him.
Stu. Now you're
Okay.
just switching claims.
We
I
don't
don't
care. We
believe
don't give a
these
damn
people.
if
They've
you don't believe it.
been
He
caught
said
in
it.
lies.
This is the thing. They think that somehow them not believing it means you're not proving your case. He said he wasn't there. Do you have DNA to put him there? Video camera footage? Cell phone data? Real evidence that would apply in a court of law? No? No, you say. Oh, okay, so Stu Peters is a simp and a little diva that's sitting here dismissing the fact that he said I wasn't there. And then you're saying, well, I don't believe it. So he was. Then why the hell are you asking him that? That means that they're willfully harassing him online. They're willfully and intentionally harassing people online to ask them dumbass questions where they say, once you tell them no, or say I wasn't there, they're going to go back and say, well, I just don't believe you. Oh, I don't give a damn. But keep falsely accusing me of committing a murder, and I will sue the out of you. That's exactly what Andrew Colvett needs to say. I told this clown on X, Andrew Colvett ain't got nothing against you. But you keep giving Candace content. You keep answering her dumbass questions. This is not about you proving her wrong on an allegation. Like defending yourself from defamatory attacks is one thing. Answering her dumbass questions about every little thing is no. Stop answering the questions. You're giving her content. You got this dumbass down here that's just repeating whatever Candace said. He can't even think on his own because, you know, co-members don't think on their own. They got the hive mentality. It's the hive mindset. Yes, master. Yes, master. We say this. We will say that. Thank you. Well, I don't believe him. Who gives a damn? But keep at it with this falsely accusing him of being somewhere he wasn't. He will sue the crap out of you. And this video will be played against you in a court of law. Of you saying, I don't believe him. That means that you're intentionally spreading false statements about him. Boy, you know, it's something else with that malice intent, ain't it? So Andrew Colvett came out, corrected the record, said I was not there. There's no evidence that places him there. And then Stu Peters says, I don't believe him. So I'm just going to keep falsely accusing him of being somewhere he was not. So when Andrew Colvett, if he sues Stu Peters, now he's met his burden on the malice intent. Because you still had a reckless disregard of the truth. If you don't have any evidence that places him there physically, in person, not through astral projections or some virtual seance, that physically places him there, then you're accusing him of being there to aid in a murder or a cover-up of a murder is defamatory. Flat out. Provable false statements. He could literally prove where he was that day in a court of law in front of a judge and jury. And Stu Peters would lose that lawsuit. All Andrew Colvett had to say is, no, I was not there. Leave me alone. You can also sue them for harassment because this shit is stupid. All because one dumb moron from another planet came down and started lying like hell because she's vindictive and petty and an alien. Audacity.
So he was at Fort
Over
Tachuca?
and over and over again.
So he was at Fort Tachuca?
I go over this every night on my show.
Yeah, so was he?
I go over the banks of data that have
What a
Andrew
pussy.
Colvett's
That can't be
name
replicated.
image searched from
Can't be
because they were
replicated.
deleted. They
No,
were deleted.
no.
with a
Quintessential.
Google
Come on.
analysis.
Deleted by who? That's not something you can delete. You understand that if you claim to delete some on the internet, it's out there still. So that means that it should be on a backup server for Google. The FBI knows how to get this stuff. It's called a subpoena. There are forensic specialists that can retrieve data you think is deleted. I don't know when these dumbass cult members are going to realize just because you think you're deleting something on the internet doesn't mean it is officially deleted. It's not permanently wiped out. It can be retrieved because, we thank God that there are people who are smarter than Stu Peters. IT forensic specialists that can recover this stuff. He's an idiot to say it's deleted. Oh, okay, so we'll just get a subpoena to get it recovered, right? Yep. Okay.
This is your guys' guy.
They update. Those Google
Are you-
update. They weren't
And you know
deleted.
how
They
Quinn,
update.
come on.
Yes, you can.
This is your guy,
They were deleted.
Stu
You know how we
Peters.
proved that?
By the way.
No, proved is in past tense because it was already proven that they did that. This
Uh-huh.
happened within 24 hours of that
Yeah,
being
like all
revealed
Google
on my
Trends
show.
do.
It
They
was
all
completely
update.
deleted after they'd been replicated. They just updated
They
right
weren't
after that
replicated.
show, right? Within 24 hours.
Yeah, they weren't
And then when you go
replicated.
back in, so it says
Diligent
Andrew
would do a
Colvett,
better
Kairos,
job.
Johnny Moore, Kairos.
Uh-huh.
Those were
Phase.
deleted.
I'll go.
When you went
Everybody.
back in and
Everybody
Andrew-
else in those
Andrew Colvett,
spaces
yeah,
would do a
popped
better
up
job
and
than
said,
Stu's
"Delete that
doing.
one."
Can you prove they came from Fort Tachuca, Stu?
They came from Sierra Vista, which is a
So
military
you
town.
can't
which is where
actually
Fort
prove they
Huachuca
came
is, which is
from
where
Fort-
85% of the
You can't
people
prove
that
they
are
came
there.
from Fort
prove.
Huachuca.
Ah,
Yes, they came
based.
from Fort Tachuca,
Based,
Kansas
Quint.
Can you prove that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk?
I have evidence at least that I can point to.
I have
Yes, you
evidence
can't
that I
point to
discuss on my
anything.
show every single day.
What?
It's called an
What?
investigation, and that's
What
no different
evidence
than
do
what
you
the
have that
prosecution
Andrew
is
Colvett was at
doing.
Fort Tachuca?
What
What
evidence
evidence?
is there that Tyler Robinson shot Charlie Kirk?
The
We're
fact that
going
his
round
rifle
and
was
round.
on the
It's not
scene
my
and there was
fault.
tons of
That's
DNA
what you
evidence,
always
text
do.
message confession.
This is what you always do, which is
Yes.
why
It's a repeat. Didn't he ask us 16 times earlier? So Stu Peters is truly retarded. And he can't hear. He's deaf. And a dumbass. You can't make this up.
Give
there's
you
no
evidence.
upside to whoever agreeing to debate you in the first place, but nobody else will. These cowards will not come out here and address any of these claims. They just block you.
You won't address any
20-year-old
claims.
booking photos and run.
Bro, you
They
won't
provide
address
fake
any
alibis.
claims.
They lie about dating. They lie about drinking.
You lied about
They
the
lie
mic. You
what
lied
day of the
about
week
Fort
it is.
Tachuca. You lied that Andrew Colvett
No,
was
I
Jewish.
didn't.
You lie
I'm
constantly.
discussing evidence. I'm discussing Department of Defense contracts. I'm just
Then answer the
I'm
question.
discussing munition plants that are blowing
Who's-
up.
who's the
Every
spammer?
dire-
Just ignore him.
discussing
You don't have to
liar that
boot him.
your
Just
contract
ignore
are
him.
going to
Was Erica
that
Kirk and
particular place,
TPUSA?
that
Just spam more than
blew
them.
up.
Let's
Are
find
you
out if
going
you're
to
honest.
ignore all of these
Yeah,
things?
let's find out.
Plug all of
Let's
these
find,
things into
Stu,
any
let's
AI
find out if you're
calculator.
honest.
It will
Did
tell you
TPUSA
the
and
chances
Erica
of this
Kirk
all
in
being
Israel
coincidence are
conspire
impossible.
to
It's
kill
incalculable.
Charlie Kirk or not?
You're not gonna have me making a definitive.
I'm not
claim.
gonna
We
ever
are the
have-
evidence
I'm not going to make a
and
definitive claim here. I'll make them
Right.
everywhere
Andrew
else.
Wilson is
No,
literally
not
he's
here.
made, he's made affirmative allegations already. He literally just said he doesn't even believe Andrew Colvett when he said I was not there. He said, I don't believe him. So you're going to have a disregard of the truth. You cannot prove that he was there. You cannot physically place him there. You have zero evidence that puts him there. Because if you're going to accuse someone of a crime, guess what the burden is in a criminal matter? Beyond a reasonable doubt. So when you're accusing someone of a crime and you're saying that they were there in person and you can't prove that they were there, This is why you're going to lose a defamation lawsuit. What you're doing is calling an affirmative allegation. You're saying it as if it's a matter of a fact. Saying I'm not going to say a definitive yes or no, it's irrelevant. That's not how defamation works either. So he's still stupid as hell.
Try to drag Baron Coleman and everybody else into defamation lawsuits on behalf of Erica Kirk. There's a team.
You guys are on Spaces. You've already made claims. You can just pull those up. So stupid.
You were coming at me.
Bro,
anybody who had a claim.
You're
Do you
lying.
want to debate? Do you want to debate? Do you want to debate? Yeah,
You're
tell
lying
me, how
again.
did Tyler Robinson kill Charlie Kirk?
I was trying to debate with these people.
You can't do that.
Let's conclude. We're at time. If we have a
people
concluding statement from
Ian
Andrew
Carroll before I ever met a single human being at TPUSA, you liar. And on top of that, do you have any proof that I ever met with a single lawyer at TPUSA or that they paid me anything more than what they did for a debate course, like I've consistently said from day one? Any evidence, Stu, or did you lie about that too?
There's a whole lot of evidence of you switching your position on Erica Kirk and on Turning Point.
Haven't switched my position on shit.
You hated
Haven't
Turning
switched
Point.
a single
you said that
position.
she was fucking retarded, and then you took money, and now you're out here shilling.
Fucking moron.
Oh,
He still holds the same position.
The evidence is overwhelming.
Do you know why I said?
Robinson killed Charlie
Do you know why I always say
That's
that
what
shit?
we came here to debate, and you
I
have
what a
been trying to
dumbass.
point at all. You've
You
given
have
me
no
Fed
evidence.
slop.
No
You have
evidence.
given me the Cash Patel narrative that Tyler Robinson in the middle of the day,
Fed slop. You've
given us nothing.
his grandfather stolen 30 odd.
You've given us nothing,
Superman,
Stu.
neckbones of steel.
You've given us
That's all
nothing.
you've given me. You've
Martin Luther
offered
King
no
had
evidence at all.
an iron jaw.
Martin
He had an iron
Luther
jaw.
wasn't sitting next to Charlie Kirk, and Tyler Robinson's not on trial for shooting Martin Luther.
Neither's Erica.
He's on trial for
Erica
shooting
Kirk-
Charlie Kirk, and
Erica
there's no
Kirk
evidence to
and Andrew
suggest that any of
Colvett.
that is true.
Erica
While
Kirk and
Kirk is
Andrew
making the
Colvett
claim
are not on
definitively,
trial, bro.
I forgive him.
All right, let's wrap this
Are
up.
they on trial, Stu?
Let's wrap this up, guys. If,
Are they on trial, Stu?
let's wrap this
Do you
up.
think any of them will debate? No. Instead, they just
Well, he's a
block you and
shill.
post
So
20-year-old
they're
rookie
already
photos.
like,
That's
oh,
how
he's a
people
Jew
believe. I
shill.
believe
Right.
that.
Okay. Let's
That's
conclude
not
this.
bad faith. Architects who won't
Let's
actually
conclude
stand by
this.
their positions behave. They won't answer questions like
That's
you,
exactly what they're
filibuster
doing.
like you, refuse to stand by a single position. That's Stu Peters.
I go over evidence every single night on my show, and I know that you
Right,
don't
but you
want
refuse
know
to
that.
say it publicly for some reason
I
when I'm
say
here.
everything on the record every night. Came here to
Perfect.
debate you because
But
you
then
said that
hit
you
under your
had
desk from your
evidence that nobody
positions
had
when
seen.
I was here.
All right. So
You have no evidence
All
to
right.
suggest that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk outside of the Fed slop narrative that nobody here believes.
Outside of
Great.
the
So,
evidence.
Peters is on. Hold on. Let's wrap this up,
No
guys. Hold
evidence
on. That's it.
outside of the
That's it.
evidence.
We're at time. So we can go subscribe
Give
to
me evidence.
Andrew
Give me
Wilson has a
Fed
show on YouTube. Stu Peters is on Rumble.
You gave me a conspiracy slop.
Okay, I think this was an interesting conversation. Thank
He
you.
didn't
both
even
for
give you
having a
that.
discussion that many are afraid to have. It was what
He
it
didn't even
was.
give you that.
Maybe it could have been better, but I tried the best I could. So there we go. That was an interesting conversation.
No,
Thank you both for your
did.
time. I
You know
appreciate
what
you.
would've been better? Putting Stu Peters' dumbass on mute. That would have been a whole lot better. This is absolutely ridiculous. You let him, and he just kept repeating the same old thing over and over again. Yeah, the power of that mute button is something else. See, in stuff like this, this is why it's so hard for me to drop the link, let people come up talk, because of dumb shit like this. What I will not do is let you sit here and repeat yourself over and over again on some bullshit when you can't even look up the definition of the word evidence. If we cannot agree to the definition of the word evidence, there is no debate. None. Absolutely none.
And I hope to have more discussions like this in the future.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for having me.
Thank you. All right.
Didn't even give you conspiracy slop. He didn't give you anything.
That was a hard one, bro. That was a difficult one.
Present your
Was
your
Andrew
claims and
Colvett
evidence.
Chuka? Stu, was he there? I understand that.
Yeah, I know. I understand that.
I'm getting very nervous.
I know that. But everybody in those
Erica
spaces
Kirk there?
that are
Well,
taking this, like they do. It's not
don't
even
sue me, bro.
close, guys. Like,
Refuse to
they
answer
do
any
a better
question.
job
Exactly.
presenting arguments
Sorry, late on this
for
but
their
Stu refused
positions
to come
than
on
Stu
your
did.
channel
Stu didn't even
because
present any.
Don't moderate. I think that the only reason he did it is because Sneeko has a big platform. But we couldn't get anywhere because the guy won't answer questions. They just don't. They won't ever answer any of the questions of their own. You'll answer theirs. They refuse to answer yours. What a fucking embarrassment.
No, that was not a debate. It was supposed to be a
The
debate.
most one-sided filibuster Dawn debates I've ever seen in my life. Never answered a single question. I refuse it. All your claims, yeah. Moderation side debate with Stu Peters is like playing chess with a pigeon. I think it'd be fine if he would adhere to the damn time limits. We probably could have gotten somewhere, but they just don't do that. Terrible moderator. It seems like they just want to bring down TPUSA. Sneeko said he did the best he could. What the fuck? I don't know. I've had debates go awry on Sneeko's channel before, but you know me, I'm going to debate where the debate is. Talk about filibuster till time runs out. Unbelievable. This was crazy. Yeah, agreed. They're terrible. Why lend them your platform with such crap moderation? Come on, Andrew. Do you think that this made me look bad? You must be out of your fucking mind, bro. This didn't do shit but make me look wonderful. Is it true that you've scheduled another debate with Bryce Yap? If so, what is the prompt? I haven't yet. No, not officially. Got to work some things out first. Appreciate the effort and attempt at a good, healthy debate. Yeah, imagine being in Stu's audience cheering. We are very privileged. Surprised you went on to Sneako's channel. He's pro-Islam for the U.S. He was also bad at stopping the debate. Yeah. In fact, the moderator sucked that bad, and you still wiped the floor with Stu is fucking hilarious. He really showed how stupid he is. He's really bad, dude. Dude wasn't here to debate. He was trying to advertise his show. Respect the grift. Andrew Wilson to the debate. So what's your position? Stu, stop with the debate tactics. These fucking people. These fucking people. That was fucking painful. Here's to your sanity. Well, I deserve it. I think I earned it after that. Sneako found a suitable... No, come on, man. Look, Sneako's never been anything but nice to me. I'm not going to shit all over the guy, all right? I've worked fine with him in the past. No, sometimes I wish that he was a little bit more stringent on the moderation, but maybe it's on me because I didn't ask for time limits, okay? Look out for these slimy idiots changing their proof standard for the preliminary hearing. It's not beyond reasonable doubt. It's
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Charges of slander, every single one of them need to be brought to people like this. Defamation and libel should be pursued as well. If we don't enforce our small laws, I would expect anything larger. Yeah. Sneako fucking sucked. Well, I don't know. Look, I'm not going to shit on the guy. He did manage to get that debate together. People have wanted it. So I'm not going to shit on him. It's unprecedented that the defense would present exonerating evidence in a preliminary hearing. That was really funny, dude. That was so funny. You're wrong. Also, Fed slop. Yeah, just nothing. These people have nothing. Where did the text messages come from, Stu? I don't know. That's on them. There's not enough. There's so much circumstantial evidence there, man. It's crazy. We're investigators. We're allowed to ask questions. Okay, what did your investigation turn up? I don't answer questions. I laughed out loud at that back and forth. Yeah, it was really funny. Not only that, there were some other fucking hilarious parts of that debate, which was when he said, it's not on us. The onus isn't on us to answer questions. Why is the onus then on TPUSA to answer questions? Can anybody explain that to me? Stu Peters sure couldn't. As someone who is also deeply distrustful of the system, this is just pathological systemic distrust if he is genuine. Also, second worst mod I ever saw. Look, I understand there's people who have questions about the narrative on this thing, and that's fine. But if you're going to have a debate, at least stand by your fucking views. At least stand by what it is that you believe. At least defend the shit that you're putting out there like I'm doing.
Based.
Nico and him were reposting each other with the Tiny Hats did it like yesterday. Yeah, I get it. Dude wouldn't answer a single fucking question. Makes, I have all these theories. I don't have to prove them, though. That's not the burden for me to prove. Yeah, I don't have to prove my own theories. The irony of claiming a text message is not evidence, then pointing to text messages as evidence was crazy. I know. That was irritating, but thanks for sacrificing a bit of your sanity for us.
After listening him try to explain his own theories to Jordan's questions last night in that X Spaces,
lawsuit bait comment,
I knew this was going to go this way because he couldn't do it to Jordan.
I sure hope so.
Who's like the nicest guy in this, whatever you want to call it.
At this point,
he couldn't handle soft questions from Jordan.
Yeah, that's true.
There was no shot he was going to try to do that with Andrew Wilson.
Of the debate that I was in, so that we could take her off the table, and these people would have to actually contend with the question I was asking them. So I was like, yeah, she's retarded. Great. Now she's off the table. Now, can you actually answer the question that I had? And the thing that's funny about it is it's like, you don't get to just endlessly torture these fucking people without a single fucking shred of evidence.
To the nicest dude.
I refuted
period.
In 2 seconds.
Talking about
Peters getting selected for
whatever side doesn't even matter.
Him is considered Fed slop.
Like he was he was spurging out on that guy.
Or TPUSA legal staff. Here's your agreed upon payment. A pack of smokes. Someone asked Stu to spell out in advance if you
did any of you guys watch Jesse talk with Hassan?
I missed it in the mayhem.
No.
I don't know. I gave my standard. So
no, Jesse on fire.
The Moose Aid. Crazy.
Talked with Hassan Piker.
They did some magic to the DNA. What? Yeah, he didn't ever clarify on that either. He's like a tube of toothpaste. He'd squeeze here, he'd move there. Am I wrong to think that a lot of people put aside the fact that Tyler Robinson had no intention of surviving after all
what
was
other
said and done,
what other Jesse?
Preponderance of evidence? No, you're not alone in thinking that. I also have thought that.
Jesse Lee Peterson.
He likely set the text messages because he thought that he wasn't going to make it through that, which doesn't surprise me. Many of them don't make it through, you know. Next time you're on Piers Morgan, please mention that Trump promised to bomb the hell out of Iran just before the election. Yeah, I know. Give me evidence, Andrew. He texted. He did it, Stu. What? That's not evidence? Yeah. I don't know what the fuck these people consider evidence at this point. Stu Peters' opening statement was an immediate ad hom on you being a shill. He's a 2-K machine. Yeah, that's fine. Had to join the Crucible crew after watching you destroy that clown. W. Andrew, L for Stu. Hey, man, you've really helped me with my life, and I deal with trolls. And how I deal with trolls, Andrew. I've noticed they either leave or conform. I've been doing this for 2 weeks, and they seem to conform.
Yeah,
trolls always start over here hating my guts.
Come on, guys. You don't.
The third week, they're like, well,
people on that side, really, you don't see the grift. After that, you don't see the grift at all. Funny how you can have your opinions. You know what I mean? You can question the narrative. Absolutely. You can do your investigations, look for the truth, but get people like that the fuck out of here. You don't see the grift?
Refute it.
They don't care. They want to give up their whole rent money. Where the candy asses at? Leave me a super chat. Shit. I feel nothing asking them to give me some money. Because they the main ones sitting here giving up their mortgage money and their rent money to Candice, who's a multi-millionaire, who doesn't even care that they're roaming the earth. You all see how she is with Mitch Snow. Because you would think now you have an attorney for your fellow co-defendant. Candice knew this man was probably going to be named in a lawsuit right next to her. Candice, did you ever match those donations to Mitch Snow dollar for dollar? Because I know she didn't. All her cult members gave up their hard-earned money to Mitch Snow to help him with attorney's fees, only for him to dodge service until the midnight hour. And probably because I definitely called him a punk-ass moron. You ain't got nothing to hide, go to court. That's the one place Candice has no power. Neither do her cohorts. All the cohorts and the members, yeah, they get big mad when you say, I'm reporting your dumb ass to the FBI for doxing and for sending out verbal death threats. Yeah, they're not. You put all this stuff in writing, you know, it's getting sent to the FBI. That FBI you claim you don't like, they're somehow giving out fair slot. Don't get mad either. They show you exactly how much of a coward they are. Oh, that's the type of person that like to report people. Yes. Wrong with you? I sure do. What I will not be doing is going back and forth. And, you know, rolling up on me in my hood is not it. It's not it. As a child, it's not it. That is not it. No. No. They don't fly over here. Everybody licensed to carry. And we got cameras. Don't play that. This is what her dumbass cult members do. They don't care about that. And then when you call them out and you say, I'm just gonna report you to the FBI. We're not playing this dumbass game. Because this is real life. Why are you sitting here capping for somebody that doesn't even care that you're breathing? Candice watches me. She don't watch all these stupid ass morons that sit here trying to kiss her butt. Candice, when did you tell Mitch Snow to take that service? Now you're making me look bad, okay? We didn't do anything wrong except service. You know she had to tell him something? Because he was not going to participate. He was not going to take service from the U.S. Marshals. And his punk ass was intentionally dodging service. You putting up photos and videos and clips of U.S. Marshals standing outside your door. Just the lowest level of stupidity. He wasn't even trying to be creative with it. And yet these morons still give up their hard-earned money. Hell, where's Chris and Kristen? Just leave me a super chat. Might as well. For the pain and suffering of it all. They'll sit here and give her hundreds of dollars just hoping that, I just really hope that she read my comment. Candice don't give a damn about you. Candice don't give a damn about her own cult. She just want them to pay her attorney's fees because that's money that she don't have to pay out of her own pocket. Meanwhile, her in-laws are sitting on millions of dollars. And for her to be begging for people to buy her dumbass merch, and she's a multi-millionaire, they don't care. They don't care about grip. It's a word they can't define either. Grip goes over their head. They don't care about that. So, you know, I'm one where when I see people like this, and Stu Peters up, when you know they're doing it for clicks and views and stuff, trying to soundbite Candice and all this bullshit, chabu. I call Candice a dumb heifer every time I can. And I have not changed my position on that. She's an idiot and an alien. But she'll read my post before she read anybody else. Because then she'll go on her show and then say something that I said. Candice, you're still bad at this. You're bad at this. You're not even trying. You're not even damn creative enough to try. I have a feeling I'm gonna have that Mala logo incorporated. So I'm not gonna try to steal that. Now I'm gonna have to have that copyrighted. You can't make this up. And then you know, they add to this grift, right? Because they give up all their money. They're not trying to actually find out, okay, why is it that when you get sued, the first thing you want to do is file a motion to dismiss? How does that get you closer to discovery? Because it doesn't. You actually want the judge to dismiss the case. You're trying to get out of the lawsuit. Why is that your first reaction to this? They don't ask her that. Because then it would just prove that she really does not want to go to court. And so all that so-called, I want subpoena power, I want all the smoke. Yeah, you can get it. But when it comes down to it, her dumb ass is going to file a motion to dismiss. And then blame it on her attorneys. What's so funny is she could tell her attorneys, I don't want you to file a motion to dismiss. I want you to do an answer. She could just say that. But no, she's trying to get out of it. And they actually think she wants discovery. They also don't know what subpoena power means. So, you know, how serious are we to take them? The cult is going to think that because they're not smart enough to break away to think for themselves. They don't read. They don't look at definitions of terms or concepts of federal rules of civil procedure or federal rules of criminal procedure. They have no idea what evidence is or how it's admitted into a case. It's stuff like that. That's hard stuff for them. It's going to break their brain. They just listen to their cult leader. They have the hive mentality. It's just, they're like stuck on auto repeat. Some of them are doing it on purpose, like Stu Peters and Megyn Kelly and Brandon Tatum. They're never going to say anything to Candace because they're scared of her, because they're some dumbasses, some punks, some cowards. They're cowards. They care more about getting more views than anything. And it's so crazy. Coming from someone who is currently unemployed, if I wanted to just start getting a bunch of views and start making a bunch of money, I would just repeat everything Candace said and would do it better and funnier. And even I know better than that. Because we don't have to intentionally lead people astray. We don't have to intentionally deceive people or defame people. We don't have to do that. At some point, somebody's got to stay grounded in all of this. They're off in La La Land, worshiping Candace as their savior and Lord. Somebody's got to be able to call it out like it is. And that's what people like myself and Bronson and Gary from Paramount Tech, Jay Witt, Artie Trolls, Tamara Neely, Joshua Carr, people all across the internet doing this. That's just the people I know on YouTube. You got people over there on X that's not on YouTube. People on Instagram and TikTok. That's not on X or YouTube. People calling her out left and right. And they're paying a high price. They're being doxxed because of that. People are actually being doxxed because they're calling her out and keeping their foot on her neck. Candace, I'm wondering when you just gonna pull a full Jim Jones and just leave the country. Start your own people town. You can build more shacks. Then leave the rest of humanity alone. The grift is part of this cult mentality because they keep funding the grift. They're financing it. They're putting money into it. Child boo. They are the grift. That's the biggest joke. They are the grift because they keep giving her money. And as long as she's being financially fed, their hard-earned money, their rent money, their mortgage money, and all this crap, she will never ever say, well, you know, there's DNA evidence on the building that's solely and specifically connecting back to Tyler James Robinson, because no other human being on earth has his DNA. She's not going to say that. But I'm going to post a link to that in the chat. because we do reread in the Lady Luck Club. And science will say otherwise, Candice. So while you're ignoring DNA evidence, I'm teaching the Lucksters exactly what it is and why it would only be his DNA up there on that roof. And if he had DNA on a towel with someone else, they're able to test the DNA to see whose DNA it belongs to. That's the thing. They're eradicating just common sense here. It's so crazy. Yeah, it wouldn't have any conspiracies around it if it was their loved one. Candice. George still comes home and gets in his closet, but he still come home, however they go. Maybe he's not coming home. He goes to his own house. George is in the West waiting. But your 4 kids and you're pregnant. Do not ask. Your kids are not asking, is daddy ever coming back? They get to see their dad. He's alive. Charlie Kirk's 2 kids don't get to see their dad anymore. Like, it's crazy. Those kids will never be able to see their dad on Earth again. Makes no sense. And meanwhile, at some point, they're going to grow up and watch all these dumbass videos of these morons. And I hope her kids cuss everybody out. Flat out. Erica Kirk, I wish she would do it. I wish she would tell these people, y'all can kiss my ass. I'm not giving y'all anything. I'm not here to appease none of you morons and all of you clowns that think that I wanted to unalive my husband. What the hell are you talking about? Kick rocks. You can't put Candice in check. Megyn Kelly, Brandon Taylor, crackhead Mickey Mouse Tucker Carlson, kiss my ass and kick rocks. Don't think I'm gonna invite you to speak at TPUSA events. I owe you nothing. I'm waiting for the day she says that. Jabu. She don't owe them anything. Yeah, they definitely should. Because Stu Peters knows he's been given a preservation letter. That's what's so crazy about this. He's been given a preservation letter, and then his dumbass gets into a whole video, posted on X, and said that he was going to destroy all the evidence. And they're not getting anything, despite federal laws that say you should not do that. So if he gets his ass sanctioned to held in contempt, because those are 2 consequences that can occur, then he'll be crying, talking about, I need help with my attorney fees. They locked me up for deleting everything. No, you went to jail for breaking the law. You're not above the rule of law. Candice is not above our rule of law. She doesn't like our laws in the United States of America. She can take her dumb alien ass out of our country. Get out of the United States of America. Bye. No one told her to come back from Spain, Russia, or Italy. Out of the country, she could have stayed her dumb ass over there. She hates the U.S. She hates this country. Quite frankly, she's a traitor to this country. She can get her ass home. Take your cult members with you, Candice. Can't make this stuff up. No one is forcing her to live here in the U.S. She has no respect for our rule of law. She's defaming everybody, and they get mad and throw a tantrum when she gets sued. Sue her for all the money. Candice, you don't have to be here. You and your dumbass cult members your 6 million bots can get the hell out. Get out. But to sit here and to try to intentionally make somebody's life a living hell when they got 2 kids that will never see their father again, all because you want to get some money, you want to be able to proclaim that you're the number 1 podcaster on earth, is the epitome of evil. Never mind how these kids are going to feel. Candace Owens is the epitome of evil. Demonic. You shouldn't even allow people to put you up on some pedestal like you're Jesus Christ. You are not. Can't make this up. Candace won't even take a slap across the face for her cult members. You think she would actually get nailed to a cross? but they worship her like she would. The audacity. Yeah, God's about to sit her down in an epic fashion. He's going to let her lose all her lawsuits. Candace, you're going to pay a hefty price for that. Just for mocking God. While her cult members add to this. They add to this nonsense. They add to the grip because they keep funding it. They're financing it. And then they want everybody else to prove something to them. What the fuck? Give me a super chat. Want me to prove something to you? Hell no. Yeah, I mean everything I say.
Andrew is the Chuck Norris of debate in 1SB. Well, thank you. That's a very kind thing to say. $20 comes in. Stu said it wasn't the defense's job to discredit the text. However, they argued to throw out a video because it was zoomed in. It's ridiculous. That was the most ridiculous thing he said. And who did the ad hom? Not Smokey Man. Not Smokey Man. I adhered to the rules of the debate.
I did it, Tyler.
Stupid described himself
Stu.
well out there in the spotlight, lying constantly. Projection munch. Allah inspired Sneeko to adopt, which is haram. $20 comes in from David, says, Stu Peters, the only man brave enough to debate Andrew Wilson. What a hero, except he wouldn't actually debate. He refused to take up on any of his positions.
You're a mod on Jesse
Watching
Lee
him
Peterson's
refuse to answer any of the questions about the relationship with Andrew Colvett and Fort Tuchaka, any of the relationship between Erica Kirk and Fort Tuchaka.
I think my two favorite Jesse Lee Peterson episodes were
any of the metadata that he put out on all of this.
The Jay Dyer one was pretty good. The Jimmy Dore one
That should tell you
I thought was
everything you
pretty
need.
fucking entertaining.
So was it unprecedented when the defense tried to discredit the DNA evidence? Yeah, no kidding. People are wild. Stu also doesn't understand how the legal system works. While it is on the prosecution to prove the defense guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, it's on the defense to provide that doubt. What did I say?
Trying to think
Wouldn't
of some
you have
other
wanted them
ones
to
off
introduce
the top of my
evidence
head.
so that they didn't get past the preliminary if it was used to? Of course, he wouldn't answer the question, right? Good morning from the Philippines, Mr. Wilson, former senior and Andrew Brasher here. I caught the back end of that and just could not get past the
You never watched Jesse Lee Peterson?
Keep debunking their BS. And
Take a shot, girl?
No problem.
Amazing.
No problem. He didn't understand that this was a debate, not the actual trial. He kept hiding behind the burden of proof is on you to prove Tyler's guilt. True. Pure rhetoric from Stu, zero evidence. How do people not understand this? Thanks for the rage watch. You're very welcome. A fucking asshole. Here's some money. Sneeko was unimpressive. I'm not an asshole. I'm a nice guy. Stu really said he believed random posts on X, but didn't think the actual text pulled from Tyler's phone are credible. Yes.
To be fair to Sneeko, I don't know what
Dude
Sneeko
is
could
right.
have done.
Evidence
It's
taken
not like,
one by
you know
one
what I
in a
mean? It's not
vacuum
like
isn't
Stu
enough,
was
but he
going to
doesn't
answer
understand
any
it's all
questions
together,
anyway.
which is why
He
we
could have
go
like
through it.
tried to make him, but
You're the chosen one. Thank you for everything you do. You're very welcome.
Stu wouldn't have.
Very, very welcome. Some grit for the fun weekend and all the big W's in 1SB. Well, thank you. I haven't even gotten a chance to talk to you guys about DebateCon and all that happened there. But right now, your only job in this world is to send me tons of your hard-earned money as I earned it.
Yeah. 100%.
Jason Cassell says, once I heard that Stu could only do 1 hour,
Candace,
I knew he would
I'll
only
debate
factor
anyone,
evidence,
anytime,
refuse to
anywhere.
defend his claims. So I was like, let's just split it. 30
And
minutes.
what I
30
mean by
minutes.
anybody is
Son
nobody.
of a bitch. Did I miss the debate? Will it be posted on the Crucible later? Of course. Andrew's a goat, and I just need to get my leftist atheist son to listen to this man. His goalpost shifted from evidence to proof to beyond a shadow of a doubt to
That
non-fed
was
swap
a
evidence.
total and complete.
Now Shapiro is
dumpster
texting Stu, don't worry, milady. I'll defend you on Twitter from the Smoky Man. Probably.
Just a
What's your
shit
best
show.
guess as to what Kyla was on during her debate? I have no idea. Maybe she just had too much coffee. I don't know. I'm a conservative teacher, and I've been shunned and professionally attacked by a leftist teacher. I can't switch jobs. I'm too old, and I'm
I
losing
don't
my
know how they don't
sanity.
see it.
Advice? I don't have any for you, man. I don't know what the fuck to do.
I
in
don't
that
know how
position.
they don't see
There's
it.
many
Adri.
people have reached out to me.
Blows my
similar
mind.
one.
I mean, I
don't
get
know
go
what
for it.
do you
Like,
do?
I guess if you want to be a sucker and get taken for all your money from these
$5
fake
comes in. Worried
people,
about Sneeko. He's crashing out
Have
the
at it.
yard. Hope he writes the ship. Fort Huachuca, whatever. It's a stupid
have
name.
at it,
Why
I
am I
suppose.
supposed to be able to perfectly pronounce Indian names?
Don't worry.
Dumbass.
Don't worry, all you little
Saw your
content
first-
creators.
saw your wife first
I'm
debate
sure that Stu
before,
Peters and Candace
couldn't
Owens and Baron
understand how a
Coleman
stay-at-home mom was
will
called
make you
feminist
famous and
until I saw
rich
your work.
as long as you continue to
Very kind of you to say.
all the way.
I think that the
I'm sure
wife
they'll
is
help
a
you out.
Excellent debater.
They're going to make all of your dreams come
Are you ever
true.
going to get tired of being awesome and winning? No. Not. Filibustering and saying nah for 45 minutes is not a debate. Yeah. Serious question. What do you think is motivating these people and their crazy theories? They can't go back. No. What I've learned, and it occurred to me when I was doing so they're going to consistently make it crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier to try to find some thread for why it was that they weren't wrong.
Been
That's it.
saying that for
No, you
4
can make
months.
it. Hold on,
They
I
have
got
no choice. They
photos.
have to
You
stand
got
behind it.
photos.
Chu's argumentative intellect has a subtlety of a wet farm in an empty gym.
All right, it's time for a commercial break. We got photos, y'all. We'll get back to it and then go to that X-Space thing. Hold on. Oh, you guys. Juju and was it Juju? Mindy, y'all see some photos? Oh man. You guys. Francisca. Oh my good Lord. I'm gonna go through. It's like 4 of them. Hold on. I so love this. Make America laugh again, y'all. Oh my God, how befitting is that? You have the Statue of Liberty with the American bald eagle. I love it. Oh, we can put this on kids' shirts and socks. Oh my God, that'd be so funny. Oh, so good. Y'all look at Mala. LLC in the background. I love it. The Honorable Lady Luck. Good grief. Candace. Oh, and there's the bee. And the Autobot. I so love this. Oh, I'm gonna send this to my guy. I'm like, oh man, you won't believe this one. Oh man, y'all know it's so crazy. I look just like her. She's like, this is longer hair. That's it. Oh my God. Oh, the Honorable Lady Luck. Court is a jerk. Y'all, all this in here. She is dumb. She is evil. She's fake and gay, but mostly she dismisses any court hearing. She is Mrs. Subpoena Power. Why does this make her look cool? No. Oh man, I actually like this getup. I like it. It's pretty cool. Candace, you're still an idiot. Oh my God, this is too funny. Oh, this is funny. Oh man, Sifa did this one, y'all. Sifa did this one. Oh my goodness. Sifa did this one. This was funny. This is on X too. I wanted to show this one. Subpoena Deuces Tecum. Candace Owens, Master Cult Leader. They obey our rule. This dumb clown. Oh, you got all Candace Owens puppet, Stu Peters. And oh God, sorry, Ryan. Candace Owens puppet. Think, obey, submit. This is epic. Yeah, for some reason, this is absolutely accurate. This is on point. Oh, shout out to you. Mindy, did you see this one? Or Francisca? Y'all let them know who sent the photos over. Oh, we got a whole presentation of evidence to do. Oh, y'all, it's going to be something else. Yep, got a lot of stuff. There's no reply. Y'all listen. Let's just say for shits and giggles, this is Stu Peters. Let's just say, hear me out. Yeah, that is my other one just for you. Stu Peters with your stupid, sassy little diva ass. You can't make this up. Oh my God, y'all. Stu Peters said, I'm just going to go full blown diva mode, okay? His punk ass. This is why you can't simp for Candace Owens, because I'm going to turn you into a whole little clown diva. Yep. I'm gonna call you what you act like. Keep on acting like a girl. You're gonna get called one. You can't make this up. This is why it's not good to simp for somebody that refuses to pronounce the word bureau correctly. Or doesn't know what thunder is. Science stuff. Oh, this is so epic. I am so tweeting this out. I know, right? Candace turns them all fake and gay. Yeah, and Stupid is on steroids with this fake and gay. This sassy diva ass. Why are you lying for that dumb woman? And it's so crazy. I'm gonna say this. Because Andrew Wilson said all women are retarded. This Candace making all women look like that. See, if you'd have these simps sitting here pushing this dumbass nonsense from Candace's retarded ass, then maybe Andrew Wilson would not feel that all women are retarded. Candace, you're making all women look bad. Get your alien ass off of our planet. Andrew Wilson, I just want you to know, all women are not retarded. Candace is. And it's not my fault that she's turning whole grown men into simps and divas. They're sitting around riding My Little Pony all day in La La Land. Stu Peters has to be high on mushrooms. Candace, you still smoking crack, Adderall? Crack? You and Tucker Carlson can't make this up, man. Yeah, you look at her. I told people that. I said that, Susie. You man, listen, you go look into Candace's eyes, you go turn gay. I'm not even knocking people who are LGBTQ. I'm saying that Candace is making a mockery of those who claim to be real men. Then they start gossiping like schoolgirls. You can't make this up. It's the same thing with Sean Ryan. It was talking like a 12-year-old middle school cheerleader. So we put him in a cheerleader suit. He wanted to sit here and talk like a cheerleader, so we put his ass in a cheerleader suit. I thought it was funny. It's funny to me. Dude walking around to my holy shit all day. And yeah, he up here cheering for Candace like this. The audacity. And he didn't think he had it coming. Sean Ryan, did you not think you had it coming? You sit up here trying to defend that dumbass girl. You didn't think we would do this? Sean Ryan, did you really think we would let you get away with that? Are you kidding me? Y'all, we had to take a commercial break. So y'all can see why these whole clowns and goofies and simps. This is what they should be, ridiculed. To the point where it makes them mad as hell. I don't give a damn. If you're going to sit here and repeat Candace's talking points and she can't tell you what's 6 times 5, I have a problem with that. Sean Ryan, you didn't see this coming. This is what we do here. You didn't see this coming, you little punk ass? Look at that. Why your shoes so nasty? Your cheerleader shoes so nasty. What the heck is this? Oh, Lord, he got beer cans on the floor. Sean Ryan, we can almost see your twig and berries, you moron. Somehow he thought this was not going to happen. No. Keep on sipping. We will call you out like the simp you're acting like. This is very weird ass dudes. John Mappin, you're next. His got to involve a Thetan or a Xenu. Him sitting down having, hot cocoa with Xenu. That'll do it. John Mappin and Xenu cuddling with each other, and Candace sitting on the couch talking about, when is it my turn? And don't forget George Farmer. Sean Ryan, he come here with his little punk ass. Get your punk ass out somewhere with that cheerleader stuff. Child. What's going on, Charlene? Yeah, we're reminding these dumbass dudes Here's what it's like when we're listening to you sent for Candace Owens. Here's how we see you. This is what we see you as. Little punk asses. They can't even be real men and put their foot down. It's like, if you don't start reading a book. You can't make this up. All right, y'all wanted to see this other part of this. And this Andrew Wilson's talking to blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. What is this? Who child?
And it was like right on the money. I guess. I didn't see this happen, but this is what he said. And so
it uses AI, so it must be pretty accurate.
So Roblox is another.
I don't think that's right.
Can y'all hear me?
There's no way
everyone knows that it's
dead.
I did that up. That wasn't Candace, was it?
Speak to God and Jesus on my own.
I know Quint was in here before I left.
Profile
way.
That was.
But I've been doing.
I thought it was.
Yeah. Well, he had to be awake if he made me a co-host.
Okay, this was about where I left.
Unless it
Last night.
auto reconnected me to co-host.
So that's at 5 hours.
side, right? If you want to talk to these people, if you want to get that information, you can't always do it from sitting in a space or sitting on your phone or a computer. You have to actually show up out there and knock on the door.
Okay, this is when we were arguing with
there's
Diligent a
nothing
little bit.
weird.
So, you know, that's just another thing that does.
You know, I want to address it to him because I agree with 100% on his assessment on the explosive mic and the direction and how, of course, we all, by what the media was saying with all the state actors or whatever they were saying that they saw the hit in the chest and the explosion. So obviously it was
Be informing.
Yet, but we're not even able to have conversations with people.
We wish that it was going a little bit. There'd be millions involved. The defense, they work actually against the American people.
I was calling Gary a girl and everything.
Okay, this is when he was talking to John.
Okay, you're not able to debate something that is not even factually true. No one's willing to go down that damn wormhole with you. Plus, we're not in the mood to get sued for lying like hell. When it comes down to it, you can't prove any of these dumbass accusations. You cannot physically put Tyler Robinson at a restaurant 3 hours away. No DNA evidence, no video camera footage, no cell phone data, geopositioning data from the car or his cell phone. You cannot physically place him there in that restaurant. And you would need to do that because the burden is to prove beyond a reasonable doubt in a criminal matter. You dumb doofus. We don't argue against stupidity. No one is in the mood to do that. No one. Except Satan.
And they described the reasons why. And then they also had me talk to a neurosurgeon.
Trained, but there is
another day, but they just had a Haynes meeting up with Miriam Adelson. I think that they're in question. Well, because this shot just completely made, openly, but he believes us. Probably already there. Who view it was.
Where was the charge located?
Okay, here's Jordan.
Dude.
You come in every single space
Okay,
and
here
try
we
to
go.
dominate, and that's not fucking happening. I'm
Okay, this is when he told. Oh no. They were
I can do this all day.
What?
Another
I'm gonna go back.
So many things that people can miss with all the great work and different angles that so many talented
Riz, that's what I'm
people
trying to find.
are looking into in this crowdsourced investigation. I mean, like the work that has been done here is just like.
No, this is Blake Bednar's space.
It makes me feel like
Who is that? Oh God. Who is Blake Bet? You know what? Do I need to know? I'm just gonna say he's not important. Keep living. All right. Moving on. Chabu. They get in these spaces, they don't want anyone to ask them questions over there. Because they're stupid. Well, you can't make this stuff up.
There's hope for our country. It makes me feel like there are real fighters with nuts and testicular fortitude. And to be honest with you, most of the biggest balls, sadly, belong to women. Like the ladies that are doing a tremendous amount of heavy lifting, looking up a lot of this shit. It's just like incredible. So if you want to tell my audience about that, and if, M wants to tell my audience about, the other aspect of this with the Elbit systems of America, and I can post, actually, I'm going to go look for this and put it up in the nest. But I did a segment on this Elbit systems of America, which, a lot of people should be aware of this as well. So I'm just like, you guys reach, honestly, my DMs are open. I don't have a blue check mark. Anybody should be able to DM me, but sometimes things get lost. And my email is stu@stupeters.com. And if you have work that you think is critical that people need to hear about, seriously, reach out to me for real. I'll put you on I'm not a gatekeeper at all. I want everybody
thinking it has to be.
to, put their information out there.
Okay, so the information I posted in the chat with the DNA evidence being solely belonging to Tyler Robinson, and that it is implausible because science said so for anyone else to have his DNA. Will that be put out? Because I can send that to him all day. I'm also going to send these photos of Sean Ryan in cheerleading dress. Stu Peters' dumb diva ass. I'm not in the mood to learn any more of these dumbass cult members. You can't make this up. So Blake is like the other one. Diligent, what is his name? Diligent. Dennison? Whatever. Dude, you would have to prove beyond a headless employee and some receipt that Tyler Robinson was physically there. I told you, you do not want to put up that receipt. You should have taken it down. Don't get mad if something come back and you face legal consequences for that. There was no reason to put that up. It proved nothing. The public did not need to see that dumb shit.
So that it's on the record.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, we're
out
stronger
for 'em.
together. No doubt.
I've been gate kept for 6 years, so the last thing I will be is a gatekeeper.
They're all gatekeepers. What are you talking about?
We appreciate that.
Give me more attention, guys.
Hey,
I'll make
y'all,
sure
this
you
is
get
Rio.
some.
To have.
Wait, hold on. Jordan's had his hand
Go,
up.
go ahead. Go, Jordan.
Hey, thanks for having me on. Am I coming through okay?
Child, that's crazy. You reported your ex,
Yep. We hear you.
but he put up false statements in a receipt. I told him, I said, I'm not trying to attack you. I'm just letting you know. That's not, you shouldn't even want that in your possession. You know how much information I get where it has Candace's address on it. I'm not gonna put that up. It's not about hating her. It's about proving her wrong. Or at least forcing her to have to prove her damn claim. But until she tells the truth, we're gonna keep calling her dumbass lies out. But I don't have to put her address up to do it. That's the thing. There's a difference. I do not have to put out even Candace Owens' address to debunk her. Because I can debunk her with facts and documentation. I don't need to put her address out there to do that. That's what these clowns don't get. And they talk about their, independent journalists. No, they're an insult to that. I'm an independent journalist. I may not do everything perfectly, but I am going to adhere to laws. Candace kissed my ass, but I don't have a reason to put her address out there. I just don't. And then all it does is open it up for her to be walking around playing the victim. I can't believe that little club dogs me. You will never hear anyone say that about me. It's just not necessary. And these dumb clowns can't seem to figure that out. I told him, I said, dude, don't put that receipt up because it's got identifiable information. They didn't know what PII was. The Visa debit card number with the name, 2 things, will make it hard to dispute that that card belongs to anyone else. And it will be easily identifiable by the reasonable viewer. And now, I don't listen to the daughter of a retired federal judge. Yeah, no, I don't do that.
Mr. Peters, I wanted to not necessarily debate, but I have a different theory on what happened to Charlie Kirk. Can I ask you how you determined that a detonation occurred on Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, because I saw it with my fucking eyes.
How did you determine what you saw?
Because I saw the battery coming out of his neck. I saw the shirt react before his body did. That doesn't happen when you're hit with a bullet.
What?
And how did you determine
Where's
that you
the
saw the
video?
battery coming out?
Frame by frame video.
Where is it?
Did you see any identifiable markings?
On the battery? No, I didn't need to see identifiable markings like serial number. I have the same exact older model black tempered glass Rode mic in my studio, and I took it apart and I looked at it. And, I happen to believe my own eyes. There's been this massive gap.
So where is the video of that? Where's his video? Lord have mercy. Hey, Dent. Where's the video? Can we see that video? You can't make this up. He reported to everybody else, but don't he get mad if somebody report him? So he got mad at me because, you know, yeah, Mac and I both got shadow banned by Diligent. Yeah, I've been shadow banned, but it's so crazy because it's like, listen, I don't have a point to prove with that dumbass receipt. DNA evidence is sufficient. See, this is the beauty of it all with this DNA evidence being left behind at UVU. Now you get to compare that DNA evidence to any other places he's been where he's left his DNA. It's not that difficult. And I was telling him, like, dude, you might want to just take that down. I don't care what you say. You might want to have that up. You might not want to have that up. He thought I was coming at him talking about asking questions. I said, I don't give a damn about your questions. Why do you need the receipt? The receipt solves nothing. It proved nothing. If you take that to a prosecutor, they're going to be like, we don't need this. Even Tyler Robinson's defense attorneys will tell you, we don't need this receipt. And we don't even know who you're talking to. We can't vet that person. We don't know who they are. So guess what he would end up having to do? If he wanted to disclose this headless employee, he would have to tell the defense attorneys who he is, give them his name and all of that. And if he were to go to court, guess what? He would not be anonymous. There are cameras in the courtroom. We would eventually find out who the headless employee is. Because that's how common sense and logic works. Does that make sense at the folk? You're not going to stay anonymous forever. Because if you're talking about going to court to testify, even for the defense, you're going to be on camera. People will see your face. People will know your name. You have to put your name on the record. You can't go to that criminal matter talking about, I just want to be anonymous. That's not how that works. But they want transparency. So aside from the cameras being in the courtroom and have everything live streamed, he's going to have to put his name on the record. Because whether you like the defendant or not, they do have the right to face their accuser. You're saying that this man went to this restaurant. You're accusing him of eating this restaurant and that this receipt is his receipt. Yeah, he has the right to face you. But it's like they always stop short of that. Candice doesn't realize that any of her anonymous sources will not stay anonymous. You would have to name those people. So this headless employee would be named. You can't go in the courtroom and think that the camera's going to cut off because you don't want to be seen on camera. Nope. Pick one. Either you want cameras in the courtroom for transparency or you don't. But he's just a witness, allegedly. You're not getting those cameras out that courtroom. And this is the crap they sitting here parroting. They want this kid to testify, but he won't get on camera to talk to Diligent Dennison. Make it make sense. That is absolute hypocrisy. And this is what I was trying to tell this clown. They're like, dude, you know he would not stay secret forever. That's not how that works. So if you can't name the person you're interviewing, this headless employee, and you're talking about them testifying in a court of law, on camera, on the record, then why do this at all? You know, we should all just do skits where we just imaginary, you know, talking to imaginary employees at restaurants where Tyler Robinson did not go to at all.
Gaslighting campaign.
Where was this Stu Peters just 40 minutes ago? Where was this Stu Peters at?
You know, with this whole, well, you know, did you actually see Erica Kirk, you know, on Fort Huachuca? No, but Mitch Snow did. Oh, well, do you actually know that she was there planning? Like, come on, man, stop with these games. Like the whole, you know, like I'm retarded and everybody else is retarded because they didn't see what they saw. You know,
does the right lapel mic have line of sight to the wound?
What?
Does the right lapel mic have line of sight to the wound?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. I would disagree with that.
That's great. You can disagree all you want. Have you gone to John Bray's website? Have you seen some of the work that he's done? That is thoroughly explained because I had the same question. Have you been there to see that?
Why do you have questions?
Okay, well then your question should be answered. The line of sight question was.
I like Jordan. I disagree with Jordan. I like Jordan.
Yeah. Did you hear any sound signature that would be consistent with a detonation?
So what you're saying is you're unwilling to acknowledge my question. Did your question get answered on the website about the line of sight stuff, which was heavily scrutinized? Are you going to acknowledge that it was heavily scrutinized and that
You
there
see
was
how he keep repeating himself? Heavily scrutinized, heavily scrutinized. He's going to repeat it again probably one more time. Being redundant does not mean you're right. It just means you're trying to hear yourself talk.
a thorough explanation for the line of sight objection that you're throwing out there? Or are you just going to keep spraying
Henshaw's
shit on the
drifting.
wall until something sticks and you get your little gotcha
He's a
moment?
shill, for
Nobody
sure.
in here believes that Charlie Kirk was shot with a 30
Henshaw.
six.
His last name is Henshaw.
I don't either.
Okay.
Okay, so it doesn't have line of sight because it should hit the right side of the neck, not the left side of the neck.
Not when he was setting the microphone down. Everything changes at that point, and you can,
What?
and all
His
of this
body
is a direct.
position did not change. He just put the microphone down. He didn't turn around in the chair. His body's position did not change in the chair. He just bent downward. So if you want to see him go with this argument about, whether it should be on the right or the left side, that would be if he changed his body's position in the chair. Bending downward does not mean you shift from right to left or anything. It's not like he was sitting in front of the audience and then turned around and was sitting with his back to the audience. He didn't change his body's position in the chair. What do you mean? Well, all these dumb theories, well, you can just poke holes in all of them.
Is this the lapel mic or is this the handheld mic?
The lapel mic.
No, it's the crown mic. Who cares?
But that's on the right side of the neck.
That's right.
So it should hit the right side of the neck.
That's right. And when he was setting it down, when he was setting the handheld microphone down, that changed, and there was a.
I don't.
Guys,
Bliss is probably. I'm assuming Bliss. You're a Candace fan. Regardless, Bliss is just on the. He just doesn't believe the Fed slop, for the most part. I don't even know if Bliss has Bliss. Are you an exploding mic? Opinion holder. Either way,
well, you can make this up.
Bliss generally doesn't. He doesn't seem to. He has his opinions or her opinions. I'm not even sure. I'm assuming from the profile pic, it's a dude, but have their opinions. But made plenty of comments on videos I've done.
Conspiracy guy.
And although I disagree, he has not been incredibly disrespectful or anything. So
follow these people.
And even if he was, it doesn't matter. I would just troll him back. So if you guys want to engage, feel free. If you don't, just ignore. But
do not line up.
mods, don't block anybody or don't boot them.
The shift, and you can see the line of sight directly to the left side of Charlie Kirk's neck.
Whatever.
Where the unaccounted for variable in the malfunctioning weaponized microphone, something that they didn't think was going to happen and probably didn't happen during the demonstrations and all of the dress rehearsals on Fort Huachuca, the battery, they didn't account for that.
Objection leading. Why are you answering the question?
I've spoken to several neurosurgeons who say that wound obviously was created by something and then allowed for that something to escape. Which
name the neurosurgeon. What hospital they work at? What's the name? What neurosurgeon did you talk to? If it's Satan, then that doesn't count.
allowed the blood to drain out, and that's why you don't see the spurting like you would see if it was a high velocity, high impact projectile that hit him in the neck. You would see spurting. You didn't see that because it was a lower velocity blunt impact that pierced the skin deep enough for the brain blood to drain out when he leaned to the left. And if
I think you would see spurting, right? If there was a heartbeat. There aren't neurosurgeons. In fact, he talks about this. There aren't any neurosurgeons on the record. In fact, they told him not to because it could impact their livelihoods and careers. So we just have to take Stu's word for it here.
They don't exist.
If you notice, when you look at this, the blood wasn't coming out until he leaned over in his chair. And then all of his brain blood started coming out because his brain was dead.
Did brain blood?
Did the microphone body maintain its shape after the detonation?
The microphone body. I believe the well, we can see that obviously the magnet is still there. We can see some portion of that thing under there. As far as the exact shape, I don't know whether or not it maintained that.
We can still see the entire shape of the microphone still under the shirt after the event, right?
I wouldn't say that you can see the entire shape of the mic. No.
You can still see the rectangle.
I can't unequivocally make that assertion. If you are, then that's what you're saying. But no, I didn't see the exact same thing after the event that I saw before it.
Yeah, we have the same outline of the microphone body under the shirt. It's a very large microphone. I'm holding one right now, the exact model.
This is Jordan Henshaw and Stu Peters speaking right now, Texas Motherbird.
Very large mic.
Oh my God.
And if it's tilted
listening to this space is what made me come up with my prediction for how this debate with Andrew was going to go. The fact that he struggled with Jordan Henshaw asking just simple questions and he filibustered and spurred out made me think he wasn't even going to answer questions during this debate.
Oh, because it's a gimmick.
At all against
You
the
just
chest,
want the
it
view.
makes a very large impression in the shirt. And we
And
can
it was
see
tilted.
that
You
entire
can see it
impression.
tilted. Remember when he was like reaching with it and fiddle fucking around with it? You could see that it was
Remember when he was
put
doing
on there
this and
crooked
doing
at some
that?
point. It was
Yeah, you remember when Johnny was going to lunch that one time and he couldn't get his locker open and then he left me a Valentine's Day card in it. You remember that? Yeah, because that happened a long time ago, but never happened. But it only happened once. It was in Neverland. Oh no. Hey girl, you remember when we went to go see Peter and Jack and Thomas on the Titanic? Oh my God, it was so crazy. That water was really cold. Did you know that the captain went down with the ship? No. Oh my God.
lying flat against his chest, that it had changed, that it was cockeyed. You can see that.
Cockeyed?
Right, and that's
That
how you
video.
see the outline. And we can still see the same outline under the shirt after the event.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was at the same angle exactly and from what angle you're looking.
I don't know if I've heard that word in a while. Cockeyed. Didn't we almost hear it all?
Looking at on what camera. I can't say that. And I don't think that you can either, because there's no way to definitively.
Remember that time we didn't say anything at all? Well, we said a lot of everything. Yeah, we were saying so many words. Girl, no. No, you didn't. Yes, I did.
Claim that thing didn't move or change and that it stayed in exactly the same place throughout all of that trauma.
Oh,
and
it
throughout all
certainly
of
did.
that force.
It certainly moved quite a bit with the rest of the shirt.
Yeah, the whole
And
shirt moved.
Yeah, its path is consistent with where that part of the shirt would naturally move to, given where the center of shirt deformation is right under the D for freedom, and that part of the shirt yanks up all the way to the ear. When you simply account for that by itself, that explains microphone.
Jesus.
And so, Jordan, do you mind if I ask? So, what is your theory for what happened, if not the microphone?
Okay, we're going to get into that in a second. I do just want to give an update real quick for everybody in the chat. Ben, who is the obscure moderator, said I could go ahead and share this with you guys. So he's not here tonight because he's been at the ER with his oldest daughter. She's had severe breathing problems, and she was being admitted to the OU Children's Hospital in where he's at.
No.
The most latest update is just got to the hospital and she is sleeping now. So it appears that she's okay.
Oh, the baby. I'm sorry.
Because I do still think that that's really compelling as an argument, and I do personally subscribe to that. But what is it that you think happened?
I'm able to demonstrate my theory, but I'm under duress. I'm not allowed to talk about it on this space.
What?
You have 3 minutes, Jordan.
Yes.
What?
I cannot believe you just let him. All right.
Thank
Good
you.
for you, Blake.
If we could give a background why Stu and Anna, it's because we have a lot of different people with a lot of different opinions, and sometimes when we go down certain rabbit holes,
You're eating into Jordan's 3 minutes, Quint.
go for it.
Okay, so I have a history with John Bray. He refuses to talk to me in public. He refuses to talk to me, period. He will not debate me. He
What's
will
your
not
history
debate
with
anyone.
John Bray that he refuses to talk with you? Because
Why
he's
are
like
you
one of the
cutting
nicest
him
guys
off?
I've ever met, who's willing to talk to virtually everybody. So what's
I
wrong
don't
with
even
you?
know half
Virtually
these folks
everybody,
that
guys.
name
John
Wow.
Bray's just willing to talk to anybody.
Okay, let's talk about facts here.
Unless you disagree with them.
Is
I am talking about facts. The facts are that John Bray is willing to talk to anybody except for you, and I'm wondering why. What's wrong with you?
Or Gary or Matt Tardio or any.
You know how
anybody that would
dogs
refute his
or
bullshit.
kids have a sixth sense about people? That's what Stu's getting at.
okay. My theory.
Diligent, don't bust in.
Or mid-gray.
Like,
Okay, our
this is
3
your
minutes.
space, so.
Jordan's three. He hasn't even had his 3 minutes yet. Come on, y'all.
We hit the pause button. Okay, Jordan, 3 minutes. Go.
All right, so the center of shirt deformation, according to John Bray's
Why
own
not
code,
mute
is under the D for freedom, and there's no exhaust, there's no recoil of anything. All energy
There is
travels
exhaust.
in one direction.
There is exhaust. It comes out of the shirt collar.
Yes,
All that
exactly,
exhaust.
and I can demonstrate that as well. That's
But you're just
CO2
not allowed to.
condensation. Oh, no, I have, and I do regular field tests out in the middle of nowhere in a field where I do that live on air, and I demonstrate the shirt behavior out in the middle of a field with under the same.
And what are you
conditions.
using to do this?
A CO2 canister. And the purpose of the CO2 canister is to cut a prosthetic.
So is he gonna shut the hell up or what? Let the man talk.
All right. So is that it? Is your 3 minutes up? Is that what's up? Okay.
So the reason for the shirt behavior is you have to cut the prosthetic to get the blood out. I've been able to demonstrate this over and over and over again. That explains all the
yes. So Charlie Kirk's living in Valhalla.
Yeah, this is the fake death.
Oh, okay. This is the fake death theory. Got it. Okay, so could you do me a solid, because nobody's really been able to do this yet? Can you tell me
why does he want by this entitlement is something else? No one owes you a damn thing, boy. This diva ass. Who owes you that? Can you do me a favor? Hell no. Can you shut up so I can talk about 3 minutes? Every time you cut me off, I'm just gonna start over again. How long you want this to go on? Because that's all you have to say. Every time you open your mouth, until you do right by me, I'm gonna start over again with my 3 minutes. I got time today. How you want this to go? That's all he had to say. Why not put him on mute? Mute. That mute button is something else, y'all. It's something else. I don't understand that.
who has an upside? So what is the upside for anybody for Charlie Kirk to fake his death? And you can start with Charlie Kirk. You can talk about the family turning point. You can talk about Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you guys. It makes sense how some of these people have gotten to this theory about Charlie Kirk still being alive. And the reason I say that it makes sense is because all of these other conspiracy theorists, they're still not, they still haven't figured out how Charlie was unalived.
I reclaim my time.
They haven't gotten that down yet. Still not sure. Still not sure on that. So the fact that you have this giant group of people, it would seem, who can't figure that out, it makes sense that naturally some of those would go, hey, you know what? Maybe he wasn't unalived. Maybe this is fake. How could they have faked it? Well, here's my theory. And then Jordan has done this, has gone on to show how they could have faked it. So it totally makes sense.
Yahoo. You can talk about Miriam Madelson. You could talk about all of the actors in the pipeline. J.D. Vance, Peter Thiel's creation, rushing in the...
Well, we could talk about Big Bird and Elmo and Sesame Street and the Grouch. Y'all want to talk about Bert and Ernie? Robert Ducky, you're the one. We can talk about all kinds of things. Power Rangers. I mean, you know, Avatar Aang, the last Airbender movie finally came out on Paramount Plus. We can definitely talk about that. The hell is the point?
AI-driven super surveillance state, the necessity to knock over the last domino standing in the Middle East, which is Greater Israel. They have all of the actors in place to do all of this, except for the guy who about a year and a half ago was saying, fuck the Jews, and then publicly started saying that he was going to be forced to leave the pro-Israel cause. Can you tell me, because I see a lot of upside for killing him, but who has the upside for him secretly living on some island in Valhalla and everybody just trusting that he's always just going to stay quiet and never reappear ever again?
Charlie does possibly to save his life. And so that's the number one theory. Is there was a real
Charlie says, hey, I'm really scared that Israel's going to kill me because these Jews kill everybody. And so the entire federal government and the entire military and everybody at Turning Point and his wife, heavy air quotes, kids, everybody is like, yes, please, let's get everybody involved. We'll plan this whole thing on Fort Huachuca. We'll dedicate, tens of millions of dollars in assets. We'll all act like complete fucking weirdos and lie out of our ass about absolutely everything afterwards. We'll make it look like we're super guilty and that we probably had a whole lot to do with killing him. We'll completely tank the grassroots natural support for Turning.
So he's going in on Jordan's theory, right? Just swerging out on Jordan's theory. It's like, bro, yours is just as dumb.
Point USA and make it look like exactly what it is, which is a propped up propaganda arm of Israel and the Talmudists and the expansionist agenda so that this one man, Charlie Kirk, can live. There's nothing else on the line, like interdiction in Venezuela, Greater Israel, war with Iran, the blood sacrifice of countless Americans on the altar of Talmudic Zionism. There's nothing else at play here. There's no other implications of Charlie Kirk's death, but let's just consider that Charlie is scared he's going to die. So let's allocate all of these resources into pulling off the worst fake death ever. Sounds right. All right. Thank you.
No, that's a gross exaggeration of the involved.
To sort of Ramza B fan, right? Will involve 10,000 people because we know 2 people can't keep a secret. People can't keep secrets though. You know what I mean? We have intel agencies that their job is to keep secrets, and they do keep secrets. So that I don't know. I've never really liked that argument because people can keep secrets. Absolutely can.
Not. It's an actual factual account that anybody is just
10,000 people
keystrokes away from finding if you have an IQ over 70.
I
All
just
of those
clipped that
things
shit.
are very real.
Thank you, Stu.
Yeah, I was hoping somebody clipped that.
All of those
It's
things
a
are
gross
very, very
exaggeration
real.
to say that
No,
the
it's not.
entire government, the entire military, no, there's compartmentalization.
Okay. Sure, we can compartmentalize it then. So the Trump White House, J.D. Vance, the Department of Defense or the Department of War, Pete Hegseth, Bradley Hansel, Turning Point USA, all of them, contractors to the government.
Did they all
Gary
conspire
Melton.
to kill him, or did they conspire to save their friend?
Right. And so they used this tremendous amount of resources, tens of millions of dollars, probably even more than that. It's probably hundreds of millions when you consider all of the jet fuel to fly back and forth to Israel on Miriam Adelson 737 every other week, with Turning Point jets meeting them in the middle of the night after coming from abandoned airfields in the same places where the Cocaine Cowboy and Iran-Contra headquartered their operations. Because I totally believe that my federal government is a noble and upright entity that would sacrifice all of that to protect the life of Charlie Kirk, who they hate, who he was saying, fuck the Jews. I'm telling all these Jews to go to hell, when very clearly the entire government is occupied by Zionist Talmudic Jews. Like this has to be the most retarded take I've ever heard in my life. Like your 3 minutes is over, bro. Bye.
Did you have that written down, Stu, or did you come up with that off the top of your head?
It's just the truth, and everybody should know.
Did you have that wrote down, Stu? No, he just says the same shit every day. Just says it all the time, every day. I mean, I guess you could say it's rehearsed. He just keeps spewing the same stuff. And I know that apparently these people don't listen to Stu Peters very much. It's incredible, right? But if somebody says the same thing day after day after day, and they've made the same arguments over and over and over again, it can sound like they're just coming up with this shit off the top of their head and just going with it. But it's been practiced and rehearsed. It's the same reason somebody like Gary can go into these spaces and just fire off these arguments, because he's made them over and over and over and over again.
This isn't your space.
That's for anybody who does this almost daily, to where they just make the same arguments over and over and over and over and over again. The first time you might hear them, it may sound impressive, like holy crap. But no, the dude has done this multiple times, over and over and over.
Masterclass.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I got to that theory based on the physical evidence, and we can talk about this.
You got to that theory by ignoring insurmountable physical evidence. You got to that theory by
it just speaks in broad generalizations. It doesn't give anything specific.
Ignoring mountainous, infinite circumstantial evidence.
You give me an example.
And you got to that theory by ignoring the lies upon lies upon lies.
Which lies? What lies? Be specific. All this evidence. What evidence? Specific. Nothing. It's just all generalizations. Hyperbole.
That we have easily been able to
Can you give me an
confirm every
example
one
of
of these
evidence that I've
entities.
ignored?
Sure. Where do you want me to start with?
Can easily confirm. Where was this Stu Peters tonight with Andrew? Where was it? Where was this Stu? All of this evidence can easily confirm all of this stuff. Where was this Stu Peters with Andrew Wilson? Anybody? He had his shot to completely crush Andrew Wilson by bringing all of these facts he claims to have, and he didn't do shit. No, I don't agree. No, I don't know who you're talking about, Quint, but no, I don't agree with Jordan's theory at all. I don't agree that Charlie Kirk is still alive and that his unaliving was faked. But I also don't agree with the exploding mic theory. I'm assuming you were talking to somebody else in the chat, but I figured I'd just seen that comment, so I'd throw my 2 cents in there. Hope you don't mind, Quinn.
The lies? Do you want me to start with the flights? Do you want me to start with the Google image searches? Where do you want to start? Do you want me to start with the money, the shekels, the vacuum that was created by Charlie Kirk's death? Do you want me to talk about power and influence and access?
Oh, yeah. I would have liked to have had Stu Peters bring this up about the power vacuum that was created by unaliving Charlie Kirk. Who's benefited from that, guys? Who seems to have benefited from the power vacuum that was created by unaliving Charlie Kirk? Who has been attacking TPUSA the most? Who? They took Charlie out. Now they want to completely destroy TPUSA. There's a power vacuum. Who has benefited? Who has gained more popularity over what happened with Charlie? Who? Feel free to put your answers in the chat. I'm not going to give you the answer, but I'm pretty sure you already know. Who has gained the most popularity? Who seems to be coming out on the top end of this power vacuum that has been created? Who?
Us. Do you want me to talk about
what is physical evidence?
If Stu wants to use that as an example as to why Charlie was unalived, well, then I guess that would maybe be considered motive, right? There was a motive to create this power vacuum. Well, who's benefiting from that? If we want to talk about who's benefiting, if we want to talk about follow the money, right? Who's benefiting? Who's on the attack? Who won't stop attacking Erica Kirk? Who won't continue to try to destroy TPUSA? Whatever the reason might be. Who?
Evidence that I ignored.
Physical evidence that you ignored. The data, the Google image searches that originated on Fort Huachuca, the open source flight data that shows Turning Point.
This is something else.
The Zionist cause benefited by the new vacuum, because at least now we are not a united front against the Iran war.
So they're trying to say Zion controls TPUSA. Candice, why the hell your dumb ass wants to be on TPUSA payroll then? You know, because your dumb cult members can't recall that. You saying that twice in 2 different videos. That lets you know that it was not a mistake the first time. She said it again in a separate video. And then a third time said, I believe that Erica Kirk, TPUSA should do the right thing and pay me a monthly retainer. Well, why in the world are they not acknowledging that? Because we can pull this. Milk Bar did a video on that where he brought in all the compilations of times she said she wanted to be paid by TPUSA. These words came out of Candace's mouth, her demonic mouth. So where's that energy at? For her talking about she wanted to be paid. Put me on the payroll. Just do the right thing. Put me on the payroll. Give me a monthly retainer. What you mean? Why? I thought you hated TPUSA. I thought, they were controlled by the Zionists and Israel and Jews and stuff, because why would you want their money? Why would you want them to pay you? For what? Come on, Candace. Come on, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. No, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. Cletus. Come on, Cletus. For some reason, you want them to pay you and put you on the payroll and give you a retainer. For what? Come on, Cletus. Tell us why. You gonna tell your audience that you would rather be on their payroll? Candace on said they should put me on payroll. Pay me a monthly retainer. Because we got it right here. I'm just saying. Well, I sit here and deny this. This is probably one of the best videos. It's like my go-to. Milk Bar, mama love you. That's how I know Milk Bar was listening. Because I said, man, I can't wait till he do a video with all this compilation of her saying, put me on payroll. Yeah, no, this is the thing. This is the thing. Candice. I enjoy obliterating your dumbass cult members. So to Stu Peters and all the morons over there that's sitting here saying nothing at all, your cult leader said she wants to be on the payroll for TPUSA. That means she doesn't care if she gets the money from the Zionists. Because who would want to be on their payroll? Who would want to be on their payroll? If you say that they're being paid by Israel and the Zionists and they're being controlled and a blah, blah, blah. Why say this? Come on, candy ass cult members. What Kristen at? Kristen, you see here? Chris. Oh, Chris. Y'all cult leader said she wants to be paid by TPUSA. So much for her hating the hell out of their guts, right? No. Somehow, Jews have taken over TPUSA. And all that Zionist money that Candace is asking for. Because this is a thing. This happens.
Is on the payroll of Turning Point USA beginning in August of this year. So in theory, Cam Higbee, who was laughing off the idea of an assassination attempt, is being paid by the very organization that just had its leader assassinated in broad daylight in front of the entire world. I want Turning Point USA to, for once in their lives, do the right thing and pay me a monthly retainer to consult them on PR. I believe that people within that company betrayed Charlie. I actually wish they would put me on payroll so I could help them make these.
Why? Who says that multiple times? Who says that multiple times? Why? Why would you want and dime of their money? You know all that Zionist money? Candace, why would you want Zionist money? I literally sent an invoice to Benjamin Netanyahu. I was not playing. Nah, it's fun and games because the candy ass cult members the one saying I'm getting paid Zionist Jew money. No. Why, Candace, would you say this multiple times And the candy ass cult members aren't questioning this at all with their dumb asses.
Things look more organic. Obviously, for this to have been pulled off, there had to have been multiple people involved. There had to have been people at Turning Point that were complicit in having this happen. But if you would like me to do your PR too, here, shoot my shot. You can pay me.
See, no. You shouldn't want them to pay you a damn dime. You should want them to tell you to kiss their ass, right? You shouldn't even be saying, you saying this multiple times. Let me turn off the closed caption. Because I want y'all to see the dates at the bottom. Because they change. 3 different dates. She said the same old nonsense. Why? So you want to go work for the enemy, Candace? You trying to work for the enemy? She's still behind the enemy line. Isn't that what they dude said about the guy on the call? You know, he's still behind enemy lines. So I don't want you to go in and interrogate him. Now asking questions. No. Candace wants to go behind enemy lines because she said, that's where the money at. Show me the money. Candace, you owe me $10,000, you dumb witch.
Cam Higbee is on the payroll of Turning Point USA beginning in August of this year.
Lord.
So in theory, Cam Higbee, who's laughing off the idea of an assassination attempt, is being paid by the very organization that just had its leader assassinated in broad daylight in front of the entire world. I want Turning Point USA to, for once in their lives, do the right thing and pay me a monthly retainer.
Yeah, because somehow that's doing the right thing, just giving her money. When she ran Blexit in the ground and they bought that, and she never even said thank you. You ungrateful heifer. Candace, why do you want to be behind enemy lines? I can't believe it. Candace said she wants them to pay her. Why would she want the Zionist money? No, how could she do us like this? Oh, the betrayal. Oh, no.
To consult them on PR.
Why?
I believe that people within that company betrayed Charlie. I actually wish they would put me on payroll so I could help them make these things.
So we saw February 2026, December 11, 2025. Because, different dates. She's saying this in different videos.
Things look more organic. Obviously, for this to have been pulled off, there had to have been multiple people involved. There had to have been people at Turning Point that were complicit in having this happen. But
they're all going to sue you, you dumbass heifer. And you wonder why you about to get sued by TPUSA and Erica Kirk? Girl, you asking for that lawsuit. Don't file a motion to dismiss, you punk ass. Dumb alien.
You would like me to do your PR too? Here, shoot my shot. You can pay me.
Shoot my shot? Candace, what shot you shooting? Is it coming from the yeast area? No one wants your dumbass yeast infection. That's gross. Don't shoot your shot. It's yeast infection juice. What do you mean? Keep that shit to yourself, you nasty bat. Y'all, I heard it all when I heard Jay from Storybox say dingling. Candace is a dumbass dingling. Candace, keep your shot to yourself. Shouldn't George be saying that? Is that what you hear him saying to Andrew Tate?
Definitely, I think more capable. But I tweeted that it was a godforsaken company and people
she wants them to pay her.
Not give money to it. I thought Turning Point was going to.
But she wants them to pay her.
Going to call me when they needed somebody in PR because I could help them.
She said it 4 different times. Y'all look at this date, March 24, 2026. Why would they call you and give you all that Zionist money you want? Hell no. Candace, on behalf of TPUSA, I, Queen of YouTube and the Lady Luck Club, now declare that you can kiss all of our asses. Pish posh. George.
For that, hire me. I want to know.
Hire me. TPUSA, you can actually hire me. I'm literally seeking employment. Maybe I should just send them my resume. Can I keep my name as Lady Luck Club though? Pay me in Cash App. And that way I don't have to reveal anything beyond that. Boy, you can't make this up. I'm going to reach out to Erica Kirk. Girl, I need a job, girl. Listen, Candace talking about she wanted you to pay her for PR. You don't owe her nothing. I'll tell her for you. How about that? Let me handle that. You can't make this up, boy. I will do that with a big ass smile on my face. Candace, Erica Kirk said, eat shit. we're both laughing at you having a 10-year-long yeast infection.
The decision was made to murder Charlie Kirk, a decision that very clearly had to be approved.
You can't even fake sadness. Candace, you are the failed actress here. Erica Kirk at least won a pageant. You're the failed actress. You can't even fake being sad. Stupid Muppet.
Moved by Charlie's friends. And to be clear, I do think Turning Point USA should put me on a monthly consulting retainer. I can help.
5th time.
What about his
you know, because you can't make this stuff up. Yeah, all right, that's all I got. And we had 3 hours, 39 minutes of this. I want to get in my Candice live stream. Candace, we're going to talk more shit about you in the next live, okay? Oh, God, this is something else. They will hire you long before they hire Candace. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Susie Q. I needed that boost of confidence. Yeah, they definitely should hire me. Listen. Oh, my God. Candace, you're an idiot. They're not giving you any of their Zionist money. Leave them alone. You can make this up. Hi, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I definitely wanted to go over the debate. You guys asked for it. Jim. Oh, Lord, Jim, you up in here. Y'all, shout out to Jim for sending me the link and requesting this. Let's get the birthday song in. Sav's birthday was yesterday. Mama's so sorry that I forgot to play the birthday song. But we getting it in now. And we going to end out on this. All right? And then if you could join me in the next live that I'm running behind on like hell, please do. I would appreciate that. But if not, I'm going to see you all in the next one. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Oh, don't start yet. Not yet. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Share the video. Share the content. I appreciate all of you all. You guys are amazing. Thank you all so much for the support. Let's get in all the other supers here. Oh, man, CC, you're fantastic. Thank you for the gifting of 10 LLC memberships. I appreciate it. Y'all, words cannot express how grateful I am that you all are supporting me here. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Louisa, for the 30 jewels. Make sure you guys go out and read this information about DNA evidence, you know, being unique. Because Diligent Dennison does not know that. I can't make this up. Thank you, Jacqueline, for the $4.99 super. As a mom, wouldn't you be on every podcast news if you didn't actually turn your son in for the death penalty, even if it meant you could go to jail? Exactly. You would think that they would be out holding press conferences demanding his release, saying they need to get a warrant for his arrest. We're not bringing him in because he's innocent. You would think he would be declaring his innocence. He's not even declaring his innocence. He hasn't even entered a plea. That's what's so, mind-numbing about these morons sitting here trying to make up stuff. None of that will fly in court. You can't force, Diligent Dennison cannot force the prosecutor in Utah to put the headless employee on the stand. He does not have the power to do that. That's the one place they can't control. What's happening in the court of law. He's not going to go out here and just confront the prosecutor. He's going to go to jail. Good luck to that. So since he will never be able to do that, then no one cares about what he's talking about. Because that doesn't hold up in court. I would literally be daring them to arrest my child if my son said, I'm innocent. I did not do this. I was not there. They have no evidence. And yet his parents helped turn him in. He's not saying he didn't do it. He confessed to it. He admitted it. It's so ridiculous. So yes, as a mom, I certainly would be praying and advocating for my child's innocence. But his parents aren't doing that because he told them he did it. He said it himself. Whether you were there, it's like Stu Peters feels like he's got to be around Tyler Robinson 24/7 and hear him talk. What do you mean? If he has not gone to court and declared his innocence, and they have evidence that he actually admitted to it, that would be sufficient for the jury. Stu Peters is not an attorney. He's an idiot. None of this they're talking about and they doing works in the court of law. It just doesn't. They're not calling Candace for what? It's so ridiculous. That's not how court works. They're not even going to get to the point of desperation to reach out to her. Because it would just be completely stupid. And they know they will be admonished for that. You pull Candace into this and treat her like she's some damn first-hand witness of some sort. Candace won't even tell us her alibi. They're going to eat her alive on cross-examination. The prosecutors would love for Candace to get up there so they could just obliterate her credibility and her character. She wasn't there, allegedly, unless she was, and she's lied like hell. Candace, where's your alibi again? How much you pay Tyler Robinson? Because if she takes the stand for the defense, she's too stupid to realize that the prosecutors would have the right to cross-examine her. Can't make this up. And they know for that reason, and because she has the propensity to lie like hell, that they will never call her and say, yeah, can you be one of our star witnesses? Hell no. Because the prosecutors will tear Candace to shreds. She's not smart enough to even compete with that. They would obliterate her on the stand in cross-examination. Now, I'm here for it because, please understand. If Candace was ever called to any stand to testify, we're watching it. I'm talking about that. We will do a watch party on that. But she's going to get destroyed and obliterated. And Tyler Robinson's attorneys know that. So, no, they will never call her dumbass. But his parents would be pushing for his innocence and freedom if he were innocent. Candace is just an idiot. You're an idiot, Candace. You're stupid. So yeah, child. Candace obviously doesn't care. She's got 4 kids allegedly, and she does not care at all. And if one of her sons were to go out and do something so heinous like this, you already see how she would act. She's going to create all the conspiracy theories in the galaxy. I can see that. Candace just creating conspiracy theories to muddy the waters. If it were her son. Good Lord, have mercy. Thank you for that $4.99 super. Go season with 350 jewels. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Sabs, thumbs up, 10 jewels. Happy belated birthday, dear heart. And Susie Q with the 20 jewels. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Thank you all so much for the support, financial support. Sabs, I hope you had a good birthday. You ready for the birthday song? It's all about you, Sabs. Oh, we big on birthdays up in here. I am so sorry for not playing this at the end of the live stream yesterday. Got carried away and just forgot about it. It just slipped my mind for that second. But we here now. And we gonna do it. So y'all show Sav some loves in the chat. Happy belated birthday. I hope you enjoyed your day. Let's get to it. For you, Sam. Show me the altos. We love you, Sam. Hey. Hope you enjoyed the day, Sam. Hey! Hey!